they told him to chill out on a lot of his stuff, even Asuka, because they like to go, 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 go. WWE's more into the psychology of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let me see that.
That's good, right? Is mine on the right channel?
Yeah, you're green. But are we live? All right. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? We're here for the Clash of Champions 2020 pay-per-view. We're on the kickoff right now. It's 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What'd you say? Right now we're watching a hellacious battle between Cesaro and Nakamura.
Hellacious.
Who are defending their SmackDown tag titles against Lucha House Party. I don't know how invested you guys are, but me, not so much. The past couple weeks, they've been teasing a breakup of Lucha House Party, which I don't really care about. I don't know about you, but how can you invest in a team?
I got to go in the other room and do a couple of things on the computer. So you two just
all right.
Yeah, all right. No, he's going to do a run-in or run-out.
That's a big exaggeration.
He's going to do or a walkout.
Oh, look at this, though.
It's just, how can you be invested in a faction breaking up when you're not even invested in them in the first place? You know what I mean?
That is true.
When you're going to break up someone, at least build them up, but don't break them up right when they come back. You know what I mean? They've done nothing of any significance as they've been a faction, and you're going to have people care about them breaking up
well, they haven't built, like you said, Lucha House Party enough to where they can just break them up. I totally agree with that.
You can't just have a tag. It's like, I'm trying to think of another tag team, the B team. Say Curtis Axel was still in WWE.
Right, with Bo.
Say you break them up. What the hell have they done to even... The thing is, you have to invest in it. Invest in the storylines. Right. But when they've given you nothing to invest in, if you break them up, who cares? You know what I mean?
I think the match is more about Cesaro and Nakamura, just to get them on TV, because you got two great talents that are together. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing I'll throw at you. Name another tag team other than Heavy Machinery on SmackDown.
I mean, we did have the New Day, but they're obviously broken up right now. So I mean,
and then you got the Usos,
but they're broken up right now.
Either injuries,
right?
Or how many tag teams or factions have they broken up in the past couple weeks?
Oh, it's true.
That's what I'm saying is they're doing this because they have nobody else.
Right.
Because Heavy Machinery are doing their thing with Miz and Morrison.
I was just going to say Miz and Morrison, but like you said,
I wouldn't really consider them a tag team.
Right, exactly.
I'd consider them more of two singles competitors that are just
stuck together.
Stuck. Yeah, it's like Cesaro and Nakamura. They're two singles competitors that are just thrown together.
Exactly, because they're both talented as singles, and they, like you said, they stick them together, and now you got a tag team. I get it.
And then you look at Lucha House Party; they're a bunch of cruiserweights. I mean, they fit together. The only reason why is because they all wear masks.
Right,
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
Other than chemistry, not really, because they all do the same thing in the ring. Just because you have the same style does not mean you mesh well.
Exactly. Oh, I totally agree. But like you said, with the mask, that makes them Lucha, and that makes them the House Party to keep together.
I don't know. And then I hated what they did for a few months or weeks, maybe even 2 weeks, is that Lucha House Party rules, where they had 3 of them. And
they're rotating.
They just rotate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just, who cares at that point? But I don't know.
We got a pin. Nope, kicked
we didn't
out.
even do our predictions. We could do predictions on the fly.
Yeah.
I have Nakamura and Cesaro retaining their titles.
Me too. Absolutely. Like you just said, they're breaking these guys up.
If you're going to tease them breaking up, why give them the titles?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you just can't invest in it. As I check on the Chargers score here, as I assume they're going to be losing and me snapping my phone in half.
Well, everybody watching, though, probably a Patriots fan. Pats won today.
You beat the Raiders. But,
yes.
And Herbert's back in. But the thing is, people will look at it and be like, oh, well, you don't have too many injuries. I don't want to talk too much about football. But, when you have...
We can talk about what we want.
When you have players leaving the game every game, that's when, we had Bulaga leave, Mike Williams, Chris Harris Jr., Justin Herbert. We were down to our third-string quarterback. When you have players leaving almost every play, even if you're down for a few plays, it adds up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All those snaps and those plays, it adds up, And then when you have an interception from Herbert, a fumble from Herbert, and a fumble from your other rookie running back, 3 turnovers, and we have no turnovers, like taking back from them. So when you're 0-3 in the turnover game and all these injuries, no matter what team you're playing, you're going to be down. You're going to be down no matter who you're playing.
As a Chargers fan, what do you think of Anthony Lynn? Do you think he's a good football coach?
I think he's a fucking I think he's a bum. Sorry, I get a little too.
I'm just curious because Anthony Lynn, he doesn't have really any head coaching experience. He had the running backs experience for the Buffalo Bills, and then that's all I know about him.
He does great with the running backs. Don't get me wrong. He's one of the guys that can turn any running back into a star. I love that. You're in a passing league.
Right. Exactly.
When it's great. You could turn running backs into running backs if you're a running back coach, which is what or an offensive coordinator.
That's his specialty.
Which he's not good at. He's a specialty coach. He's not a head coach.
Right.
But what I don't like is the other day on Friday, he said Trey Turner would play. Sunday, he doesn't play.
Yeah, so.
I don't like that stuff from head coaches.
Exactly.
I don't like that,
You say one thing, you do another.
That's what he does. He'll say one thing, and then the next day he doesn't do anything. It's just in the play calling. Last week against the Chiefs, we were on the 3-yard line. We ran the same play.
What a game that was.
We ran the same play 3 times in a row. It's like I was watching the movie Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
But all this is just, I can go on and on about this, but I don't want to because we're talking about wrestling. Here comes Nakamura going sleeveless tonight.
I like this. I like this one that he's wearing. I like this outfit right there. Here we go.
It's good.
There we go. Lindsay's up there.
I think they've just limited him, style. Anybody that's came over from New Japan, they've limited their moveset because they don't like guys doing too much of the.
It's so true.
They don't like that strong style stuff. They like the psychology, the build-up. They don't like those high-flying, big moves. Look at Ricochet. What the hell has he done?
Oh, my God.
They've
dropped. I got to admit, they have dropped the ball.
They come into the WWE like this, and WWE brings them down to here.
To
Not even just for booking, but just their moves and what they do in the ring. They limit them.
Honestly, some of these guys, I just feel like should stay in NXT because that's where they're more valuable. And then they forget, like you said, they get brought up here, and they're just down. That's what they stay in NXT. They're up there.
But when you look at them in NXT, their move sets are 100%. They do whatever they want.
That's what I mean. They stay there and they're great.
They get to the main roster.
They use them to their full potential.
Not only is the booking get messed up, but they got this ref doing this. Oh God, I can't stand this woman's ref.
Dan Jr. right there, guys. Everybody knows Dan how he feels too about her.
I'm not as extreme as he is.
You are, but you see how he acts with the women, right?
Yeah.
He's bad. He's bad.
Women's wrestling isn't something.
Knee kicks. Oh, knee kicks. Violent.
Women's wrestling doesn't make me tune in, but it also doesn't make me tune out. It's just something, I'll keep it on.
When you get a good women's match, that's great. But most of the time, like you said, the expectations are very low. And if they're decent, you're watching. If not,
I'll keep it on, but I'll just go on my phone and play Candy Crush or something.
There you go.
But as the Chargers score a touchdown.
What's the score there?
Failed 2-point attempt. What are you going to do? 21-16.
All right.
But see, when you have 3 turnovers, I could see if we had 1 or 2, that's fine. But when you have no turnovers yourselves and you gave up 3, it's just so hard to come back. No matter who you're playing, you could be playing the Jets. And if you give up 3 turnovers and don't have any yourself,
you ain't going to come back.
Yeah, you're not going to come back.
No.
But
Cesaro's another one that I feel, like you said, has the potential to be up there, but he brought down to here with WWE. And it's sad because he was
goes on the main roster.
Good. I'm just glad he's actually being used because remember for a while he wasn't being used at all. Now he's being used. He's not being used to his full potential. I'll tell you that. You're totally
is he really
right.
being used at all on the kickoff show?
Right, but I mean everybody's got a place. That's the only thing. At least he's got something because there's guys like you
I
said
get that part of it,
used.
but sometimes it's more of an insult to do this than nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I get you. Especially when you're like Lucha House Party being on the kickoff.
That's
totally
good for them. See, that's good for them. At least they're on TV. But if I'm Nakamura and Cesaro,
you're like, what am I doing?
I'd rather just be off the show than being
basically what Ryback said when he was always on the kickoff show for WrestleMania and everything. He hated it. I don't know if you remember. If that's something that you remember.
Some people would say I'd rather not be playing at all or in the game than you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Absolutely.
I'd rather be not on the team at all than riding the bench.
Right.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather not even be on TV.
You just personally see more for Nakamura and Cesaro than just being on the kickoff show, which I do too, but I'm just looking at it as a
situation because I don't know if the fans know this, but Asuka and Zelina Vega were supposed to be on the kickoff show. Then that got moved to the main show because there's been a shift in the card.
Right.
A couple matches have got canceled. So they're supposed to be adding someone to the Bayley match possibly.
Who do you think that's going to be? I didn't even ask you.
I don't know, and I really don't care because either way, Bayley's going to retain. But
do you think it's going to be Sasha?
No, there's no way. Okay. You can't.
I'm just saying, WWE likes to throw things right on there.
That is something that they've been building up slowly.
I hope so. I really do
I think if they had to throw someone in there, Lacey Evans.
Okay.
If you had to really throw someone in there last minute,
I'm trying to think who's on the SmackDown roster that they
Alexa Bliss, but she's doing that thing with
What
the
about
Fiend.
Naomi?
She's injured, but
Is she really in? I don't know.
She had a
because she's on the Instagrams doing all her stuff, so I don't know. If
she had a surgery that.
Okay, so she really, sometimes I don't read a lot of that Dave Meltzer crap because you don't know what's true, what's not true.
He thinks I don't have sources, but you know how he gets.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
Right.
But he doesn't believe me some stuff that I say, and then it happens, and then he's quiet.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But she had an unexpected surgery.
Okay, so that's good news.
Yeah, because they talked to her a few weeks ago in person in a meeting about giving her a push, and Naomi deserves better.
Right.
All
she
that
definitely
stuff.
does.
She's a great athlete. Don't get me wrong. You can be. Oh, that looked awful.
That was freaking bad.
Yeah, here comes a 3 count. 2, 3. All right.
Well, one prediction right.
But that's one of the ones.
Like we said,
one of the ones that's kind of easy. Like
now
Roman
let's see
Reigns,
what happens after. Do they start doing more of their breakup? What happens here?
Well, here's the thing: is Kalisto wrestled that match.
Yes.
The past couple weeks, he hasn't been wrestling.
Exactly.
So they might start to really, and he took the pin.
That's true. He did. Okay.
So they might go back at him and say, you cost us the match because you got pinned.
Let me ask you this, since it's real quick. Who's your favorite out of Lucha House Party? Like, who could you see getting out of there? Kalisto. Okay.
I mean, the other two, they don't showcase as much.
I love Lince Dorado. I think he's so talented.
If I had to pick Metalik and Dorado are they're right there for me.
Yeah. Check in on the score. See what's going on.
I know. I got to see. There's like 4.5 minutes. I'm very nervous. At least the Brewers are in the playoffs, and they lost today. But
well, anyways, we got the replay going on right now, just showing you some highlights from it. I mean, this was bad.
I don't mean to cut you off.
No, do you think?
This is what I hate, because I got to get it in as it's happening, because then they're going to go to something else. They treat the fans like such idiots. How long ago did that match just end? 2 minutes, right?
I was just going to say probably 2 minutes.
And they're already showing replays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They treat the fans like idiots. We just watched the match, maybe for the finish, but when you're replaying like 5 minutes of the match, come on.
I get you.
Oh, you just watched it. What I like what they used to do on the older pay-per-views was they would, like, 75% of the way through the show, they would go back and review it. That's what I like. But right when the match ends, you're re-showing it. It's just
too much.
It's too much. And it adds up, because say you have 8 matches and you do like a 3-minute replay like that, that's like a half hour added onto the show. Everything adds up. And then when they go to the announcers, that match was crazy, and they start talking about it, it's like, just move to the next one.
Perfect example is a Raw. Raw, half the show is replays of what happened on the pay-per-view, what happened last week, what happened on this show. It's like,
it's so stupid. And then then they'll go to the announcers after the match.
Under 8 minutes to watch it. Clash of Champions. Are you getting ready? Sorry to cut you off. I see that.
I've never been ready for this. I'll tell you that. I'm probably not going to get. I'm probably not going to.
I love it. He's like Dan.
I'm probably not going to get ready either.
Yeah, he's just like Dan, folks. You know him. I'm the one who always gets pumped up about this stuff. He's always the one who's like, just like he said.
I'll tell you, if it's how many times have we seen Nakamura and Cesaro with Lucha House Party? Almost every week.
Oh, right, absolutely. Just this match is shown right now. Like you said,
how many times have we seen it?
You said 8
Apollo
times.
Crews and Bobby. How many times have they been together? The past couple.
Business.
The Hurt Business to my eyes.
Yeah. I love it.
It's just.
I love it.
Even the Raw tag titles, Angel Garza and Andrade and the Street Profits.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen that? You know what I mean?
They're just shoving it down our throats. I get it.
Even the ladder match. As you said, I was pumped to see that match.
And then they did on
Friday. Then Friday night when they do the triple threat.
Yep.
Oh, I had my laptop and I just wanted to break it in half. They ruined one of the only matches I wanted to see. They built it up properly. Sami Zayn coming back, saying he was the rightful champion. AJ Styles saying, you ruined my opportunity. I was getting a rematch.
Right.
Jeff Hardy, the rightful champion. Built, I wouldn't say perfectly, but really well considering what they've done in the past. And once they did that, the opening segment was fine. And then when they kept them out there for the triple threat, I lost interest.
Here's the thing. My thing is, like I said, what I was just saying to you, at least if there's only one match that you're really looking to see, hopefully they do it right, is the Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns. Because I think that whole storyline has been really good.
He thinks it's going to be like 10 minutes. I think it's going to be less than 5.
You think it's going to be a squash?
I wouldn't say a squash, but I think they'll give Uso a little bit. Like
a little bit.
You know how like Lesnar in his matches?
Yeah.
I think they're going to book it just like Lesnar's matches. They're going to have, Reigns hit the Superman punch and then go for a cover right away. Because this is how I view it. I view it in depth.
How do you guys do your prediction? Because this is folks, this is my first watch along, so I'm new at this part.
We were supposed to do like a pre-show,
Right?
but then everything with the technical issues, it got messed up that way. How did they get in the red zone?
Well, what's your prediction for that? Obviously, Roman Reigns going over. I'm guessing that's what it is, the way you just said that.
How I would do it is I would have Roman kind of get in a little bit of a groove, have him get a little bit cocky, have him, go for the spear. Uso hits him with the super kick down to one knee, hits him with another super kick, and then he gets a little bit staggered on two knees, a third super kick, lays him out. He goes to the top rope, looks at Heyman, gives him a little gimmick or whatever, goes to hit the thing, so he gets distracted by Heyman, goes for the frog splash, Roman spears him in midair, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, I could see that happening. I would do it.
So all Roman has to do is hit one spear.
But because he's jumping from the
thing, it looks that more effective.
Yep.
Because you don't want to put Jay down too much, especially in that short of a match.
Exactly.
You want to put Roman over properly.
Now, do you see this being a one and done, or do you think they'll keep on building?
It's a one and done.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I could see maybe at Hell in a Cell if they bring back like Jimmy, but he's supposed to be back in early 2021, but bring him back as like a manager and refuel it that way.
Right. I'm trying to think if you see anything going on during this title match, like Heyman getting involved, anything like that.
The only thing I said to come out of left field.
That's what I'm saying.
What I do, how I do it, since it's the first time we're talking, I do my prediction, and then I do a couple out of left field type of things.
I get you.
My out of left field was, how Heyman looked over the contract and all that stuff. Have it actually say Lesnar, and then have Lesnar come out and then have him swerve him or whatever. But that's just me thinking
outside the box.
Thinking outside the box, something a little creative. Because how many times does WWE think outside the box?
Not really.
Yeah, not really. It's just straight down the line. I think Tony Atlas said it on a show. They just think straight down the middle.
Right. They never think from...
Even the booking, it's never left or right. They don't try to maneuver each way.
They stay in their lane and they don't detour, ever.
You look for your laptop? They don't try to go outside the box.
Okay.
That would have been cool, as if if Heyman was looking over the contract and he said, "Don't worry, I got the contract," and then like Jay comes out and Heyman gets on the mic and he's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And then Uso's like, "Well, I'm in the match." He'll go, "No, you're not." He goes, "Did you read over the contract?"
And then
you hear dun and then and then Lesnar comes out and then everyone's not like a big pop. You know what I mean? Something outside the box.
Right. Absolutely. It's nice. That was my biggest thing when back in the day when you were watching wrestling is you had the little swerves, the little left, out of the box,
but
a little
sometimes,
detour. Now it's
like
literally
good swerves
down the middle, like you're saying. Yes.
But even if, this is where I'm getting too crazy, is like Uso getting like a roll-up win. You know what I mean? Just like a kind of outside the box, like, Reigns goes for the cover and, he puts his foot on the rope. He gets a little angry. He goes up to Heyman and he says something, da-da-da-da-da, and then he turns around, super kick, frog splash, 1, 2, or like a roll-up for a pin. You know what I mean? And then Uso wins the title. It's like a shocking thing.
Okay, so go with that for a second. Let me ask you. So if they did just say do that and Jey Uso did win the title, would you be okay with that?
I'd be okay with it if the next match, Roman comes out, say they do it Hell in a Cell. So Heyman's away from the ring. No distractions, no bullshit. He comes out and just spears him right out of the gate.
Okay.
I wouldn't be fine with it. I wouldn't be like fine with it, but I'd be like, okay, it's different. You know what I mean?
Well, whoever's watching, if you guys are, comment below. See how I want to know. So when we go back and read this, if you guys were okay with if Jay did win this,
I'm just trying to think of stuff.
And that's what I mean. Like you can comment on all this stuff that we're predicting. It's fun. That's the whole point of the watch along. So definitely comment and let us know what you think.
But how I would do it was what I said before: 3 super kicks, lay them out, go to the top, have him give a little gimmick to Heyman, and Heyman give him like a little smug look or something, and then he takes his eyes off of Roman, puts him back, but he doesn't see him ready. Spear, 1, 2, 3. You could do a 5-minute match. Roman kind of beating him up, getting a little cocky, turns around. Nothing crazy. It doesn't give Jimmy too much offense. Doesn't make Roman look too bad. But
Dan, can you grab my bang?
I'm ready to bang, baby.
Do you have another body armor in there?
Do I have another what?
Body armor?
I do.
Can I have one of those, please?
Look at them setting up the ladders.
They're going to kick off with it.
How crazy was the ladders at SmackDown? That was ladder galore.
The spot that I did like was when he pushed it and they were going face to face. I'm usually good with my predictions, and or just like in the moment, kind of like what's going to go on.
That's a good way to kick off the show. I'm okay with that.
I would have kicked it off with that. And I said to him earlier, we were sitting at the desk, I said I would have Heyman come out in the mic and say, my client wants to leave here as soon as possible. He wants he just wants to get out of here. Have Roman come out, have him stand in the ring.
I feel accomplished, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
I brought the whole bag of goodies.
Oh, thank you.
Got the notebook going, kid. I love it. I'm going to have the laptop going. You know who saved us? As I was starting to lose my mind, and there was actually Baby
Linda?
Marathi.
Oh.
No, Baby Marathi, close. He happened to be watching on, YouTube, believe it or not, like every other human being watching it.
I'll put yours right down there, Danny.
You're a good man. All right, let me get all these drinks out of the way. And I believe the pay-per-view is just getting ready to start.
Yes, it
No
is.
way.
Here we go.
He doesn't believe me. It is, yeah. It's getting ready to start.
Chargers got the ball back with 2 minutes left, and they're down
They
by
got
5.
the ball back, really?
Yeah. He likes my accent because I'm from Southwest.
He's not from New York. No. He's from Southwestern Connecticut.
Oh, I got
Not
the
to be
New York
confused with
skyline on my
Southeastern.
arm, but
So how close are you from New York? Because I'm not
it's
sure.
about an hour and a half train
Okay,
ride.
so you're there. You're there.
And
All
the drive's about the same. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Salem, New Hampshire. So and
Three
I stayed,
states represented on this
Yeah.
watch along.
Look at this.
but going into predictions as we go into the Intercontinental.
My prediction
And
is I
think-
probably won't like it.
This is one of the
But you know
matches
what I was
actually
saying is he's the same way with the women's as you are. I'm like, you took over.
I
Dan.
heard when I was doing some of the social media stuff at my desk out there, I heard a little of that. I thought
Yeah.
that was funny. Now, I'm going to try and monitor what you guys are saying on the laptop if
Yeah.
I can get it to turn on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll go
Rick
into
is with
predictions
us.
here.
I saw Maria. I saw Stuck in the Closet. I saw, who else did I see? Larson is with us tonight. A lot of our regulars.
Nice.
They set up the ladder, so our kickoff, opening match, I guess you can't call them kickoff matches anymore because of the kickoff
What
shows.
was the kickoff show match?
Nakamura and Cesaro versus
The
Lucha House Party.
Oh, they already did it?
Yeah, cool, because it was supposed to be Vega and Asuka,
Right.
but then they moved it to the main roster because they would have got grilled.
I'm going to guess the title didn't change.
Not
No.
at all.
But what's going to open is the Intercontinental Ladder match. It's a triple threat.
It's like SmackDown all over again.
Sami
That's what he said,
Sami
too. That's
Zayn, Jeff
funny.
Hardy,
Yep.
and AJ Styles. I was talking to him earlier. This confused me.
A lot of talking.
They had Sami Zayn win the triple threat, and then they had AJ Styles standing tall, like
Okay.
taking everybody out. So, which sometimes in the booking it translates to Hardy winning. You know how they usually do
Yeah,
that? They'll have
absolutely,
someone lose, but then they'll win at the pay-per-view. I can't see Hardy winning.
No.
There's just
So what do you keep? AJ or do you give it to Sammy? What do you?
well, Hardy's walking in as champion.
Right.
I would. He's gonna hate it, but I would have Sammy win it because he's.
And then them chase him.
I
I
don't
would
know.
have chased
Even-
Sammy back to his home in Canada.
There we go.
Whoever wins, you know there's going to be a rematch.
No,
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
There's gonna be a
Absolutely. There
rematch.
always is.
And you know when it's going to happen too. It's going to happen Friday.
Oh, absolutely.
Kiss. Let's go! Dun, dun, dun,
He,
dun,
you
dun.
learned his phrase, right? Nobody cares. I mean, come on. I don't know how long you've
He's
known
getting
him
good
for.
with Just Die, too. It's another one of
Oh,
his
that's
favorites.
it. Just. That's
Over
classic.
a year, about a year and a half now. But
Okay.
Last June.
which
We
yeah,
met
it's
at
about a year and a half.
the
and the
the
way we
esteemed-
met was just, I wouldn't say bizarre.
It was bizarre.
So, little story time for people that don't know.
But this is a big one. Yeah.
We were working the same like wrestling convention. We won't name what it was, but it was a fly-by-night wrestling convention.
Okay.
Is that what it was?
It was a fly-by-night. And
I got to pull up my seat for this
I
one.
had a media pass, and he was at one of the tables.
We had Demolition with us.
Okay.
And
That was, if you remember the weekend when Dutch got sick,
Absolutely.
Zeb
yes.
Coulter, this
Okay.
is that same weekend.
Okay.
And I was walking around doing like questions for the guys that were there, and taking pictures and covering it and stuff like that.
So he served he had no real purpose, but he wanted to feel important because he had a badge on.
Uh-oh.
You didn't even. That's a rib, but I was just talking to the different guys that were there, asking them questions about stuff. You know
Right.
what I mean? Just if you go to any
the
other
pyro.
convention, there's media people there going around different
Oh,
tables,
absolutely,
asking
yeah.
questions and stuff like that, tweeting them out. Ask so and so this question. They tweet. You know what I mean? You ever see with I'm sure you see it for the Patriots, the media people that will
Oh,
tweet out
absolutely.
during the press
Yeah,
conferences.
definitely.
It's like that.
Okay.
So I was going around, and he looks at me and he just points at me, and he goes, "I know you," or something like that. He goes, "You
For
look
some
familiar."
reason, I felt like I knew him from
Yeah.
somewhere.
He
It was
goes, "You look-
driving me nuts.
He goes, "You look
And I didn't.
familiar," and we just started talking, and exchanged information.
One
and
thing led to another.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting in this seat.
now every day since, I want to punch him in the face.
Well, there you go. I've known him for 13 years now, 2007. All I did was send him an email and met him where we
See
were
how
going.
easy it is to become a friend of mine? The first
Well-
time we met in person was at that show, the MWF event in New Hampshire.
Yeah, exactly.
With Abyss.
Yep.
It
was a good night. That was a real good
Sabotage.
night.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a really good night. That was the only time in my life
That's
I
I'm
have
being
ever
facetious,
smoked
obviously.
anything.
Mhm.
It was not a cigarette and it was not marijuana. It was a Cuban cigar.
Yeah.
Now, as they get ready to bore you with the ladders, I am an anti-drug person. I do enjoy my adult beverages when it comes to professional wrestling because my body hurts a lot from the accident I was in. And they had a tremendous setup of food for the wrestling talent the night at this event. They had steak tips, they had chicken, but I was so busy doing Dan work at the event, I didn't get any food. So after I can't even begin to tell you some of the adult themed things that went on with your friend Commissioner Von Johnson.
Uh-oh.
But I wound up having 13 screwdrivers, which is orange juice and vodka to those that don't know,
Yep.
and one Cuban cigar.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you, that was maybe the sickest I've ever been in my life.
I could imagine.
I've had more than, and maybe I shouldn't say this if Baby Marati's watching, but I've had my share of drinks,
Right.
but never with
obviously.
a Cuban cigar. That was the first time I ever had a cigar, the last time I ever
Were
had
you
a
all
cigar.
messed up, banged up?
Oh,
Yeah.
we had to pull the car over.
Uh-oh.
That was Abyss loved it. We had a crazy night.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That's a good story. That is a good story.
And that was the night I met you. And it was also the night that I met all three, Bubba Ray, Devon, and Franz Plundy.
Yes, the Plundies. You never got
he doesn't know the Plundies.
No, I'm saying you never got to know them. You never got to meet Commissioner
Why?
Von Johnson.
Why are they showing this? Because it was the last ladder match done?
Because they want to show you how hellacious these ladder matches can be.
I think
So
maybe
true.
because they were talking. Maybe they're going because.
Maybe they're going to climb to the
Technically,
top of the
AJ Styles-
Thunderdome and toss someone off.
Yeah, I'm trying to be serious.
Me too.
Yeah. But in that Money in the
Oh,
Bank
come on.
ladder match, AJ grabbed it, but then dropped it to Otis.
Right.
So they might be, I can't hear the commentary, but they might be talking about last time he was
Here
in
it
a ladder
is.
match. He technically
Nobody
retrieved
it. Yeah,
cares.
He
absolutely.
retrieved it, but didn't
Nobody
hold on to
cares.
it.
Let's go.
So you don't like Sammy at all?
No.
He's not your guy.
I think if not, you know what's funny? We attempted to do the Arrival watch along earlier.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've never been a big fan of his. He tries hard, I'll give him that. But he was so much more impressive in 2014 than he is now. I mean, he looks like if they ever
Right.
wanted to make a modern Duke the Dumpster Drosy, he looks like he should be taking out trash or something. It's just it's a pathetic presentation. I guess that's part of the gimmick. I don't know. It looks like he stole Todd Hanson's hat that he wears when he's out and about. And it looks like he's ready to go pick up the garbage on Monday morning.
Well, your buddy Vince Russo always says he looks like a cab driver.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, he looks like a cab driver.
It's
That's
just-
funny.
Why are they going back to these Money in the Bank? Or
Because they gotta. This is
I
what
bet
they
Lawson,
do.
let me tell you something, brother. I'm very hungry. I haven't eaten all day.
whoa,
this
whoa,
one
whoa,
lot-
whoa. You didn't eat all day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We
I
got-
forgot
I
about my
gave you-
feast.
I gave you my donuts.
His 89-cent package, prepackaged Hostess donuts he gave me.
Oh,
But you know
It's
what?
better than nothing.
They were a lot better than nothing. They were
That's
a lot.
true.
I'll give you, and I thank you on air. But
look
the
at this.
13
Oh.
screwdrivers, I could use them right now, Lawson. It's been a long
Charismatic
day.
Enigma.
Um,
Look at him.
And I'm proud to say that we've worked with two of the three gentlemen in this match
Absolutely.
because I don't know if you realize this, Little Cena,
Yes.
as I affectionately call you.
Yes.
Tomorrow is the 19th anniversary of Boston Wrestling, the MWF. I
Oh my
bet you
God,
didn't know that.
No, I did not.
19 years tomorrow.
so before the bell rings, we'll go around
Well,
for.
you should have like a nice little celebration for yourself.
Well, John Cena Sr. is going to be here in the morning. So
Are you
that's
gonna
my
have a celebratory
celebration.
drink for yourself?
I
I
yeah.
mean, that's 19 years of hard work, man. Since I've known you, and I'm saying this man works hard. I'm talking
Thank
the
you.
hardest. He does. The things we do at Wrestle, everything. He's the hardest
Thank
worker,
you.
I'm telling you. You wouldn't believe what he has to go through sometimes.
Because I love those people at home.
Exactly.
And I love those people in the squared
So
circle.
true. So true.
So before the bell rings, we'll get into predictions because
Okay.
I don't like giving predictions after the bell ring. I say Sami Zayn. He won't like it.
I'm
Who's
gonna
the champion?
Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's the official champion, but Sami
Sami-
Zayn is
yeah,
calling
he's got
himself
the-
the uncrowned, whatever it is, the rightful champion, I guess you could say. I'm going to say Sami Zayn.
And I hate
I said
I'm going to
before.
sound like an idiot, but who's the champion?
Jeff Hardy.
Oh, Roman Reigns is the champion on
Oh, you mean
SmackDown.
I'm going AJ.
AJ, I would say second, and then Hardy in terms of layered.
I'm going AJ because it just makes sense to me.
If I was booking, I would have it be Hardy, just based upon the layers of stupidity that they've presented. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Sami Zayn. So I say Sami, and you guys are who?
I'm AJ.
And who are you?
He's
I said Sami Zayn.
Sami, AJ, Zayn?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll see.
What's that hanging out of his pocket?
One of those clean
he used
outs.
to have that
blow
back
his
in the
nose
day.
or
I
something.
guess
You
so,
don't
right?
remember
It's like-
those? He used to wear those a lot.
He used to
but
throw
look
him
how
out to
long
the
it is this
crowd.
time.
He would get up on the top rope.
It's like down to his ankle.
Or maybe he's going to try and, if he has a short ladder, maybe he's going to use it like a lasso and throw it through the belt and pull
okay,
him down. I
okay.
don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Never
because
know.
back in
Were
the-
you with us when we had AJ in the MWF?
No, I wasn't here.
AJ,
Yet.
okay.
I wasn't here yet for that. I wish I was, believe me.
And what about Jeff Hardy? Did you ever meet him with
Yep,
some of
Jeff
the things
Hardy,
we
yep.
did with
He-
him? Okay.
He was here, yep. Absolutely.
We haven't had Sammy with us, and apparently, if Sammy ever saw any of our videos, I don't know if he'd ever want to come and join
back,
us.
yeah. I don't know about that, yeah.
Phenomenal form.
There
I
we
think
go.
the match will be good. It's just
Hashtag ladder match, folks.
Yes.
they got to put hashtags to everything. I don't like how they change it every match because it's just, you know what I mean? Just keep hashtag WWE Clash like they do.
Fox, how are you, buddy?
I don't know.
Bolts
go.
lose, Prodigy. 40-year suffering fan here. Fox Guy 67
For what?
is also a Bolts fan.
Yes, sir.
Chargers.
Go Tampa. Yes.
Oh, wait.
Very
Wait,
excited.
which Bolts? Chargers?
I think he's talking about. You talking about the Chargers,
You're
Fox?
talking about the Lightning.
He's a big Thunderbolts.
No,
No.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
I'm sorry, Tampa Bay Lightning
Yes.
fan. He loves the Chargers in the NFL.
Let us know which one you're talking about.
Because they're both called the Bolts,
Yeah.
which is funny.
He's a Chargers fan.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling the pain right now because they just lost
me and Dan
21
are
Now, wait a
Patriots
minute.
fan.
Larson is a 42-year-old man that wants to marry Nia Jax.
Oh,
Now, do you remember maybe one of the greatest lines I've ever heard come out of your mouth?
absolutely.
The first of 4 nights in a row of
We went,
WWE. It was
We
Augusta,
had
Maine.
Someone screamed.
We were in the front row.
Yep, and someone
Tremendous house show.
screamed, and they screamed, "You have a package of hot dogs for the back of your neck."
Nia Jax looked like a prepackaged
Yeah. Hot dog.
prepackaged hot dog.
It's like
is
a
what Nia
bag filled
Jax's
with
body
mango
looked like.
pulp.
There you
Well,
go.
yeah.
Mm. There you go.
It's just,
I guess a lot.
and her match tonight is canceled. So
Well, the show just got
Well, do you
better.
guys like Shayna Blazer?
No.
No? Okay.
no.
No.
There's
Well, what am I?
someone
I'm
that I
asking two
mean
guys that don't like
has
women
had.
wrestling.
Ooh. Sammy took a heck of a bump
Oh,
right
yeah.
there, folks. I'll give credit where credit
The
is
homeless
due.
man from down the
Oh my
street
God! Look
that
at
they
he
added
really
to
does
the.
look it though right now.
He's a good
He
wrestler.
looks like
It's
somebody I've
just-
seen on the streets of Boston for sure.
We've got the recycling bin outside tomorrow morning with all the cans. You can pick them up after the
if you looked at
ladder
him,
match tonight.
if you looked at him, you would never think he'd be able to wrestle like that, though.
No.
That's the
You
thing.
wouldn't even think he's a wrestler by looking at him.
That's the thing. Is like you look at him, you'd be like, "Who's this guy?" And then he starts to wrestle, and you're like, "He's actually pretty good." But
Which
it's-
one? We're talking about Sami Zayn, right?
It's
Sami
debatable.
Zayn, yeah.
I followed him a lot. I mean, I know he probably knows of him, but I followed him when he was El Generico and ROH
Oh,
when he
yeah.
wore the mask. He was really great then. Now that he's in, I
He
know
needs to go
you.
back to that.
I was just gonna say. I was gonna say maybe you would like him better in the mask, Dan.
And I will say this, fans at home, if you love AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy, ooh, as much as we
Who are you,
do.
Beth Phoenix?
Jesus.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. You hate when she.
Well, that was an earned one. That was an ooh moment.
Yeah.
We have these
Was it Mamma
we
Mia?
were texting back and forth,
And
and I
look
asked
at
him
who,
about
look at
that,
who's
and that's the first thing he said. Ooh, ah.
look at who
Yeah.
the referee is at ringside. John Candy. There
I told
she
you
is.
she did the kickoff match.
She did the kickoff match too.
Yeah.
And I said you don't like her at all.
No.
And he said it too, and I'm
No.
like, that's where you guys are. That's what we're talking
She looks
about.
like she should be in the
Because
match.
here's the thing.
God.
I
man,
think
guys
when
are
you
bad.
have a
you guys are
female,
bad.
I think when you have a female referee
Takes away.
referee a men's match, you take away the threat of something happening to the
Yeah.
referee because you know you're not going to have 2 men physically make contact with a woman. It just shouldn't be done in 2020. And to me, that takes away from the element of what the guys are trying to do. What if
It's
they
like
want to have her do the female matches, rock and roll, but I'm not a big fan of John.
It's like I'm just thinking of it because it's the most recent thing I could think of. But what if she was in the ring for when Alberto Del Rio was literally kicking Sin Cara when he got that dislocated finger on Monday Night Raw? And Del Rio was mad that Sin Cara didn't keep the match going because he thought he could have wrestled through the dislocated finger.
Right.
Which in wrestling, people have wrestled through much worse than that.
Do you think Candy could have kept Law and Order?
With Alberto Del Rio, no.
You think she could have put it on her
No.
Amazon wish
Because Del
list?
Rio pushed the ref back. But
Let me ask, why do you guys call her Candy or John Candy?
you know
Did you
who
ever
John
see the
Candy
movie?
is?
Of course I do know who John Candy
Yeah.
is.
Look at her and then look at him.
Imagine him
That's
with a
why
ponytail.
I didn't know if there was a okay.
No,
there we go.
that's pretty much
I didn't know
it.
if there was a reason why that I was missing because I've never heard you actually call her John Candy, so that's why I had to
Well,
ask.
Resembles.
You know-
Okay.
Resembles.
You know
John.
she was his stunt double, right? And Uncle Buck?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Remember when Steve Martin accidentally grabbed his ass in Planes, Trains, and
Yeah, of course I do.
Automobiles?
I love that
It was
movie.
her.
Oh, all right.
It was her.
All
they
right.
wanted a girl in there to sizzle it up, but the resemblance is
She
just
was
so
wearing it.
uncanny.
Fans, you having fun with the 3-man booth tonight? This is
Yes,
different for
we're
us.
like Raw tonight.
We are. We're like or Nitro back in the late 90s.
Yeah.
We just need to switch the team every hour.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a guest in here, and then maybe
Who's
hopefully,
McMichael? McMichael.
hopefully
I'll
there's
be Mongo.
Well, I'll
there's
let the
no-
little dog.
Okay.
hopefully there's
Wow,
no
look at
racist
his back.
comments
You know
at
what?
all there.
I give him credit. He's going out there and
Jeez,
he's
his back
working.
is torn up. Wow.
I hate this shit in ladder matches. They set it up. They got it. You know, like
Well, when they slowly climb,
Yeah,
yeah, they're
that's it.
going to go.
or they'll have like
when they know they're on the, they can go up 2 more to reach
Yeah,
it, but they're
yeah,
trying to reach
they-
it from there. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
of
oh,
course.
wait, oh, no, wait a minute. Maybe
Yeah.
just a little more.
or when they'll have like
Look at right there. He was just doing
Yeah.
it. He was just doing what you just said.
or when
AJ
they have
just
like a
did it.
bum leg and they go to grab it, but then they go down one.
One.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
it's so stupid.
I
They'll have-
love that camera angle.
I
they're
do
using.
like this, what they're going to do right there. I think if they're going to tip it over, I kind of like that
And
move.
do the swinging spot,
The
you
spot
mean?
is probably kind of cool. Nope, never mind. He's just
Uh-huh.
tossing them.
Oh, you know what I
I
hope
thought they were
doesn't
going to switch.
happen?
What's that?
They have 2 belts up there. What do you think's going to happen? 2 people are going to grab the belt.
But
and then-
Candy's giving Artie spots.
I do.
Can't-
I know exactly right where you're going with that.
Did you see that?
Yep.
Candy, we got 2 minutes, Jeff. I got to go watch Uncle
you know
Buck.
what? I could
Oh
I
my
could see
God.
maybe AJ
That's
and
too
Sammy
funny.
winning, and then I don't know. I really think something screwy's going to happen here.
What do you think of the Thunderdome little scene? I don't think we've talked about that.
I was actually in the Thunderdome for the first Raw. I got in there. That was kind of cool. I do like the way it looks. It adds something to it because just having that NXT audience every single week is, it's weak to me. I think this is a lot better. How do you feel about it? Because I haven't asked you either.
I think it has improved the presentation
you're
of
with
it
me on it.
leaps
All
and bounds.
Yep.
I think the problem you run into is, okay, once Thunderdome becomes part of your quote-unquote reality of what it looks like every week once you watch it, it goes back to the product in the ring.
NXT thing.
And they have issues with that.
Well, let me ask you this. When do you think they're going to start running with little fans or something?
Well, how
I know
many do they fit
AEW
in?
does like
yeah,
300
AEW. No, well, I mean, AEW has the potential to put about
And they're an outside
700
venue.
Well, that's what I was just going to
Yeah.
say. Why doesn't WWE try to work with something like in Tampa where they have the Jordan Steinberger field? They could. That's a small.
Well, they've
little
been
place.
trying to look for like an outside venue.
Well,
to
they have
run
the
it.
I
Jordan
am
Steinberger
gonna
field in
go
Tampa
with-
that they could do something like that.
I'm going
I
to
think
go with
they'd
the
want a little bigger than that
educated.
because you got to
Oh.
space them out.
Okay.
That place is tiny. Have you been to that field?
No, I just lived in Tampa. I went to Raymond James, but never there.
That's
'Cause
where
those-
WrestleCon was supposed to be,
And
remember?
yeah,
Those-
absolutely.
Those minor league base, they want something that's big. You're not going to fill it, but you want enough to spread
Right.
people
So
out.
what could they use?
And I tell you this, that's why I don't think they're going the route of AEW, having 10%,
They can do the amphitheater.
15% or whatever it is, because they don't want to have all these empty seats.
Yeah, I
They
get it.
think they're revolutionizing sports and entertainment right now, having the fans there the way they are through cyberspace,
Right.
through
I get
the
you.
various
But
televisions.
NBA did
and I
it
tell you
first.
this, NBA did it first, but I think
Not like
WWE did
this.
it better.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
WWE
They did
leaps
it better,
and
but
bounds
they
better.
weren't the
Leaps and bounds.
first. That's
No.
the thing.
Yeah, you're definitely right. They haven't done it first, but this is leaps and
This
bounds.
is state of the art.
Because when you turn this on, this actually looks good. When you see an NBA game, you just see, you see them scattered. It's not as good.
If I was watching golf, and I don't like golf, but just say I put golf on the TV and this was, I'd stop and look to see what was going on. You know what I mean? I think if WWE went the route of going to an arena where they have 700 people there and 12,000 empty seats, it's
wouldn't
not
look
as
good as-
impressive as
yeah.
what Thunderdome is.
I totally agree.
So I like Thunderdome better than, and I'll tell you this, I like AEW's atmosphere too for them. And I like WWE's atmosphere for them.
Right.
If I'm WWE, until you can get the fans back in, I'd keep this. One man's opinion.
What about with NXT? What do you think? Why they haven't tried to do with NXT yet? and they still go the route.
Because the problem with NXT is eventually they're going back to full sale.
So that's why. They
So
don't
why
even- I was just
why
curious,
jazz them up for 3 or 4
Exactly.
months?
But TakeOver is supposed to be at the Thunderdome.
Oh,
That'd be
is it?
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I haven't seen that. All right,
Because
that'd be
they've
cool.
been talking about putting it there.
Good, because I would love to see the reaction, though, because audiences love NXT.
That's why I
one
said
thing
to
they
him,
do.
I said, you can get the virtual audience, and it would look pretty cool. You'd get a lot of people for that. Like,
Right.
I mean, they already, I wouldn't say sell out the virtual
Do
fan
we know
base.
how many people they use for?
I was just going to ask that. I have no idea.
Because this looks, it looks like a lot, right? When you're
The
watching
thing-
it on TV. I mean,
the
it looks.
thing that they run into is sometimes they have duplicates if people drop out.
okay.
And then the other thing is sometimes they'll have too much. So say they have 500 spots.
Oh,
Right.
They'll usually get 700
That's
people
right over
in
the
case
top.
people start dropping out.
Right.
So you have replacements. Because when they did that test run, they only did like a certain number of people, and it looked kind of stupid because there were so many duplicates.
Right,
So
okay.
they don't want to run into the trouble of not
Look at
having
Candy.
enough.
Candy's keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
I do want to remind the fans over in our wonderful eBay store, if you are a fan of AJ Styles or Jeff Hardy, we have those limited edition WrestleMania 35 and 36 autograph photos available. We have one from AJ at WrestleMania 35. That's one of only 35. Jeff Hardy from WrestleMania 35. Same thing, one of only 35 in the world. We also have one from the WrestleMania 36.
Oh, he did that.
Right in his head.
Jeez.
Well, it was like a spear, like took it out of
Wow.
Kamala's book. Oh, I bet you got a little color there, baby.
Oh,
It's all right. We need it. And sorry, Sammy, we got to get our plug
There
in.
she is. She's checking on him.
We have the WrestleMania 36 autograph 8x10 signed not only by AJ, but by his former running mates, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Not only do you get a great collectible, but you help keep the show on the air. You help keep Wrestling
Well,
Legends
that didn't
working.
even hit him.
And you
I
get
know,
an
exactly.
on-air shout-out for
That's
Mr.
unreal.
USA, Tony
good
Atlas.
camera work. They shouldn't have showed that replay.
No,
They
you're
should
right.
not have shown that at all.
Because
That
they
was
just
much
showed
more
it away.
impressive the
Yeah,
first time.
Exactly, because we both thought it did hit him. That was terrible. Bad job. Never show that replay again.
There's some replays you can show that make it look even better.
Right.
That one, I don't even know why they.
Yeah, that one was terrible.
That's a rare mistake that WWE's production team makes because they're usually, again, state of the art.
Oh, absolutely.
First class, world class.
Yes.
And then the bell rings.
And then
As
the
you
bell
said.
rings, yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Man, you're learning all his
And
phrases.
then the,
And then the bell rings.
Smartphone, how are you tonight, buddy? Ken, I didn't even see you, brother. How are you,
Look at
pal?
these hellacious. I like that word you used earlier in the broadcast. Hellacious. I like it. He's hellacious. Oh, there's the spot. I don't know why. I love that spot. I just think it's so cool that they catch himself. I don't know. It's cool to me.
Let me ask you guys at home, since I'm usually looked at in the wrong. Do you think having a female referee keep law and order during a men's match takes away from it? Where in 2020, and rightfully so, a man is really not going to make physical contact with a woman. Do you think it takes away an element of suspense, any of the drama? Interested to see what you fine folks think.
I could see if the refs now were used like they were in the 80s and 90s, where they were more like physical and got involved in match, where they have more of a personality, I guess you could say. Now you don't even know the refs' names. All they do is count 1, 2, 3.
Right.
It's true.
Echelon, this is Dave Carter. He's been with us since 2008. We had a tremendous episode this year, one, where we talked about, will WrestleMania be canceled?
Yeah.
Well,
And
we
then
found
we
out
got-
what the answer to that was. But if you go into the archives, there's several dozen episodes with Dave. He's been MIA. He was in a cave somewhere in northern New Hampshire trying to
and I'm
avoid
back.
the coronavirus. And now he's back.
I'm back.
3 states represented on one watch along. How about that, baby? And we'll be back next Sunday. Oh, is it Sunday or
Sunday.
Saturday
Next
for
Sunday.
TakeOver?
Sunday takeover.
Next Sunday for NXT TakeOver 31.
There we go.
Hopefully, Velveteen Dream will not confuse Kushida with the teenage Japanese boy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But the thing with
love
the
that,
referees
buddy.
is they
Love
don't
that.
use them as much anymore. Like
No,
how they get hit.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
Stuff
I know
like that,
exactly
or
what you're
like
saying. Yeah.
they're out and they don't use them as more in the show.
Right.
But like now, how many referees do they have now? At least
They have
10
a lot.
or 15
Yeah, I was gonna say, they have a
between
lot of different
NXT,
ones.
NXT UK, Raw, Smack. It just they have at least 15, I'd say. And
They were getting a very mixed reaction as far as should we have female referees
then
doing
back
men's
then,
matches.
how many do they have? 4, 5?
Oh,
You know
absolutely,
what I
you
mean?
knew.
And they had a personality. People knew them.
I mean, you knew your two. You had Earl Hebner and Tim White, and then who else? That's only two I can
What?
think of for refs back then. It was Earl Hebner, Tim
Mike
White,
Chioda.
and then Mike Chioda. Yeah. You know, there wasn't as many as what we're talking about.
Oh, I see
reps.
what you're saying.
But it's
Now
just,
there's one different one for almost everybody. That was a great
whoa.
spot.
Oh, that was a good thing there were no fans in the front row.
Jeez.
What about Joey Morelli? You're right,
Wait,
Ken.
I think he
Ken,
cracked the screen.
Ken, I did miss your question about the autograph photo, buddy. If you want to send it again, I'd be happy to answer.
I don't know if he cracked the screen or if that's a piece on the thing. Not like John Cena Sr.'s piece, but
no.
Oh,
I don't. It looked like it.
That's a
Watch
shot.
when the ladder goes down. It looks like it.
couldn't see it from that angle.
I don't know if it. I don't know what it was, but it looked like it was cracked.
Charles Robinson is a legendary ref. Yep, he's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's still with
Scott
WWE.
Armstrong.
Ken.
Yep.
But those we knew
But,
their
yeah,
names
we
because
knew their
they were
names, yeah.
used more. You know what I mean?
Even in the WrestleMania program, they used to have a whole section with
For
the refs
reps.
with their
Yeah,
names.
absolutely.
But now
Wow.
it's you don't even
Sami
know their
Zayn's
names.
back is
It's
bad.
funny because we call her John Candy, but I think her real name is Jessica Carr, I believe.
Yeah, it
Wow.
is.
Yeah,
There you
Jessica
With
Carr.
their
The only
Amazon
reason-
wish list on Twitter.
Oh,
and the only reason why I know that is because when the
have
new
you made her wish come true yet on Amazon?
She said she wanted some white and black striped panties, but I didn't get them.
Oh,
only for yourself,
Just a match.
unbelievable.
But the
Dan,
only reason
thank
why
you.
I know
It's
her
asked-
name is because all the articles that came out when she was being moved up to the main roster, the first woman's ref or whatever. That's the only reason why I knew.
Okay.
When she was in NXT, you could tell me your name.
Ken,
and I
are
would be
the,
okay.
Ken, are the autograph pictures
Whatever.
expensive as hell? I don't know if I'd call them cheap, but they are one of only 35 or 36, depending upon the year. I mean, you talk about limited edition. That's about as limited as it gets. And not only do you get the collectible, but again, you get a nice shout out on the air from Tony Atlas. You get a mystery autograph photo we've thrown in. And more important, you help us keep the lights on so we can keep doing these shows.
Which is very important.
I know, the prodigy down there, he doesn't work cheap. Tony Atlas does. But, we got Marty Jannetty. We got Brutus Beefcake tonight at 11 o'clock. You won't believe who we have coming in December for the Paul Bear Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive.
Sami Zayn?
Well, no, you never
just
know.
a guess.
You
Just
never
a
know.
guess. You never know.
I think the night of Hell in a Cell, October 25th, we may be making some announcements on who will be joining us the first week in December, not just for tapings in studio, but cyber autograph signings, live episodes. One will be joining us for the NXT TakeOver watch along in December on.
He had to improvise there. You seen that? A lot of tips we had to
I think it's
improvise.
December
It wasn't
6th.
long enough.
Yeah.
It's like we're having 3 conversations. It's almost like you're hanging out at a
You-
bar
we're
talking
doing the
wresling.
watch.
I know.
This
I'm
is-
sorry. I'm trying to do the watch.
No.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's fun.
All right.
I don't
This
know
is
what
he
the
does.
fans
We're
at
doing a
home
watch
think.
along about, Clash of Champions, and he starts talking about, whatever else is going on in
Yeah.
Dan's world.
Now they
up
got
there.
it set up.
Now,
There we go.
it's
Look
still
at
going to fall.
Candy.
Look at the
Look
right
at Candy.
side.
Candy's getting out of Dodge.
Maybe she should go through the
I
ladder.
can't. I can't with you keep on saying Candy. Oh my God.
But the thing
That
is,
is
to say
too much.
she's
Now
doing-
I'm never gonna look at her the same. I'm gonna see John Candy. Oh my God. Dan.
You know what?
That's all I ever saw.
I never thought
Even when
about
she
it,
was
though.
in NXT.
Jesus.
You know what would be funny if she
all
did.
the shirts coming off.
He means business,
Yes, it
baby.
does. That's
It's like
exactly.
Jerry
Here we
Lawler
go.
at the
I was just
Mid-South
about to-
Coliseum in 78. He
I was
pulled
just about
that
to say
strap
that.
down, baby. Bill Dundee was in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Now, is that a new tat on his back?
I don't know.
No.
No, that's old?
He
I
said
don't pay
that for
attention, but yeah,
years.
he has that for a while. I don't know how long.
Well, I like Jeff an awful lot. He's a good egg. For
What
all
are we
my
getting here?
jobs
What are we
he's had.
getting here?
Oh my God!
Look at
Don't
this.
fall.
Don't
Imagine if you
fool.
fell.
Don't fool.
Oh,
my
right
God!
through it.
Oh, the camera work. You saw what the camera did?
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
They
And
were-
like you were just saying, he's old, but you can still get that out of him.
that's what I'm saying. He's old, but he's not going to give you that, bell to bell type of work
No,
like
he's
he
not
used to.
that old. He's only a couple of
I
years
was gonna
older
say
than me.
he's not like, but
But
we
the
were talking about
difference
before
is-
you joined. He said he's real old.
I know.
A wrestling 40's
For a
different than
man-
Oh, absolutely, because their body's been.
And
good.
his body has been through eons of abuse. It's not a typical
It's like
What's
Dan-
the language on this thing, real quick, so I know?
the
Is it-
language
Yeah, like is it PG, PG-13? What's up?
on this show.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Okay, I don't know. I
Yeah,
never
well,
gotta watch a lot.
it's really up to Maria and Tina
Okay.
because they mean so much to us. We
All right.
wouldn't want to offend you, fine ladies.
Right.
But sometimes this is almost like a guy's night out at the sports bar.
Right,
Sometimes,
that's-
so we don't want to offend the ladies though because we love the ladies.
Even though we'd rather be at the bar. But
if Linda Moratti tunes in, anything goes. But that's
Okay.
all right.
There we
But-
go. I just wanted to make sure.
even though he's the same age as Jeff, Dan is shredded wheat.
I am not the same age as Jeff.
What is he then?
Jeff is, I think, what, 43
I was just say.
You said a
43,
few
44.
years.
Years.
I thought he said months.
Maybe I did say months. I apologize.
But
Or whatever the
even
case
still,
may be, yeah.
43 for wrestling, you know,
Well, yeah,
it's not like AJ.
And the matches, like you were saying, he's been through. The matches he's been through has been crazy.
Brian Long, I'd rather watch WWF from 1995 than what they put out today.
Ooh, 95.
Brian Long, you're a smart. 95 wasn't a great
I was
year,
just gonna say,
but I
95
still agree
pushing
with
it.
you. 95 was rough.
I was just
That
gonna
was
say,
a
he's
big. They
pushing it
lost
there.
money that
Yeah,
year.
that's bad.
But I'll say this:
That ladder's not tall.
with their main feuds and vendettas in 1995, they had a lot more logic and common
Well,
sense to them than they do now.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. They had more substance.
If they have two people grab a belt,
Oh, I hope you're
Everybody's
showing
shouting out to Maria. Maria, you're turning into like the Rena Mero of the group.
Oh, no.
Or
Lawson wants to marry her.
or if someone grabs,
Look, he's doing
Smartphone
your thing.
threes.
Look,
Sent the
he's
shout
up
out.
one. He's doing the up. Yep. He was doing that, and then there you go.
that was right to the chest.
That's his favorite.
Like
If they have or have someone grab one belt and then like drop the other,
Well, that's what, yeah.
and then have them like go down to grab it.
Because
or
why would you
something.
put both up there? They got to both get
Well, because they
involved.
were doing that thing where Hardy's the champion, but
Right.
Sami Zayn never technically lost it. I don't know.
Didn't they do this one time back in the day where they had the two Intercontinental titles? Was it Razor Ramon?
It was
Shawn
Razor
Michaels?
and Sean.
Yeah.
at
And then they did the
WrestleMania
one
10.
with Punk and Cena in what 2011?
Was that a ladder match?
It wasn't a ladder match. It was at Summer.
They had the two titles, though,
Yeah.
yeah. But they actually, I don't know if you remember, but at WrestleMania 10, after Sean got suspended for a drug violation and he left, and then they gave Razor the title, he came back. Well, I never lost the title, and then at
Right.
WrestleMania 10 they had the two belts.
That's what it's
and
going
one
with.
of the more exceptional ladder matches
Oh,
you'll ever
absolutely.
see.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. What does he got? He's got a handful of hair.
I'm trying to think.
Into the
And then they
barricade.
did that the two title thing with Apollo Crews and MVP a couple months
Right.
ago.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah. But I'm just saying when they've done the
Remember,
two
you know
title
what?
thing.
It's funny. And MVP is having a nice little run right now.
I was just going to say, yeah.
But remember last year at WrestleCon how they sat next to us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Him and
Chris Masters.
and how much traffic did they get compared to Tony and Zeb Coulter? It was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. And how
Absolutely.
little interest the two of them had
And we
compared
drew
to
so
two
much. Oh,
vets. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Uh-oh,
Oh,
wait
what
a
do we
minute.
got
Wait,
here?
it's going to fall an
handcuffs.
object. It's gonna, hopefully he's not going to use those with candy back at the hotel.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you know, what would be,
Little fun.
you know, what would be crazy if he handcuffs someone's two hands
To the ropes and he climbs and wins. That would be a
No,
cool
no, no,
finish.
no, no. If they're both climbing the ladder and he handcuffs their hands through the thing that holds the belts, so
No,
they
what
can't
I'd do,
grab
if I
them.
was him, I'd take the handcuffs out and I'd handcuff them both to the ropes. How would they be able to stop him from going up the ladder?
That's true, yeah. There you go.
Unless they do the
Thinking
thing that
outside the
Cena
box,
did,
I
where
like
he
it.
unturned the turnbuckle and he took it off and hit him with it.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Saying they're both like climbing and
Right.
he handcuffs their hands through the thing so they can't like grab the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dan,
Thinking
you would-
outside, I love it. Thinking outside the box. That's what makes
I like
wrestling
Brian
fun.
Long. The U.S. belt is ready
Oh
made
my God,
for the
he's gonna
Walmart
handcuff
shelves.
his ear.
Oh. Jeez.
Is Jeff dead?
Well, I don't know what
It's because he's got those big gauges. He can't fit that
But
through.
you know,
though.
didn't they do something at Hell in the Cell a couple of years ago where Orton put like a screwdriver and
Yeah,
ripped his
and
ear
did
or
they
something?
do something with
Yeah.
Batista and
He
remember
took his
ripped
nose
it
ring
off?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that you could tell it was fake. when
Right.
they
Oh,
did it.
absolutely.
It had
but
like a little opening in it, and Triple H was trying. He was
Yeah.
actually turning
with
the
it,
nose thing, trying to get it to, and then he finally got
Got it. Look at him trying to get it off now.
You said,
Ugh.
If he rips through it, that's a little grotesque even by my standards.
Yeah. All right, so we're sliding it in.
But creative. I like it.
Yeah.
How bad do you want that title, Jeff? Are you going to rip it through your ear?
that's actually a pretty good story. You know what? What if he climbs up there with the ladder in his hand? You know what I mean? Because the ladder moves. He can
Right.
pick up the ladder and still go up the.
He's doing what you see. Look at what you were just talking about. There's one.
See, I'm telling you, Bruce, brother, I had so much fun co-hosting and
I mean,
opening
that's
your
the-
live shows.
But that's
I'm
the,
right here.
Hang on. That's the obvious thing of handcuffing him to the ropes. I mean, I was trying to think like something different. You know what
No,
I
I
mean?
mean, this is a great way to give him the belt if he's going over. I
Right.
mean,
I just still.
if he was, I'd cringe. Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, no. There
He's
we go.
not. I thought he
you
was
knew that
already
was happening.
handcuffed.
He was taking a long time to do
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
That's like when they're taking their time going for the cover, going to hit their finisher off the top rope or something. You know
Yeah.
they're not going
And
to
they
hit it.
pause for a good 15 seconds before going for the pin.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's ready. Look at. You don't want none. He's ready.
I still think Jeff is going to carry that ladder in and do something with it.
Still amazing to me that the level, and I hope the fans can appreciate this. both AJ and Hardy are getting a little long in the tooth.
Yeah.
And what they go out there and do night in, night out, AJ is just as solid as they come. Hardy, some of his stunts are just unbelievable. And these are guys.
Wow, look at this. They're both handcuffed.
Oh, they're
both
handcuffed
gonna
to each
grab
other
the-
right
Yeah.
now.
I'm telling you, they're both going to grab the
I just
titles.
realized that as you were talking. Jesus. Now, does he do what you said, except with Zayn on his shoulder or something? That's the only thing I could think of. Because how you just said with the ladder?
I'm trying to think.
Jeff Hardy goes back to court soon. Is that a
Or you know
joke,
what?
Brian, or is that
Yeah,
true?
is that
I don't
real?
know.
I didn't know that.
He's going to grab
Well, I mean,
one
how many
title,
times has he
and
been
Zayn's
arrested?
going to go grab the other, maybe.
And just gets that, yeah.
I don't know.
You know what I'd be saying if they played
Oh, I know. Nobody.
Nobody Cares?
Have you ever done a little bit of JR with this?
No.
Okay.
We
You know
saved
what?
that for off the air.
Okay. I was just wondering. I haven't.
And look at
Hardy
Jeff
can-
trying to.
Wait, no, Jeff can still climb
He's
that
doing
ladder.
what I look at.
He can still climb that ladder.
Oh my God, he's doing what you said too.
I
both of them.
said he's going to climb in with the ladder,
Yeah.
set it up. He might climb that
This is crazy.
because he's handcuffed high enough.
I don't even care because this is hard work right there for AJ, man. Carrying him on his back on that ladder, that's hard work right there.
Oh, wait a minute. The junior ambassador of the MWF, Mr. Devon Brent, says Jeff Hardy is winning it all. I don't know about that, kiddo. Is he?
He just carried the
handcuffed
ladder in.
to a
I think
ladder.
he might throw him off. What did I say? He's going to carry the ladder in, and he might. I don't know.
At least, you know what? This has been a fun opening
Yeah,
match.
it's been
if nothing
entertaining.
else.
about a half
It's been
hour.
entertaining.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, it is. Now look at the clock.
See what
I
they're
think
gonna
it's
do
over
here.
a half hour now. Oh God!
Oof. Oh my God.
So AJ's handcuffed.
To the ladder
Oh,
itself.
there goes my prediction.
Well,
AJ
maybe
ain't
my
going in.
finish is going to be. Well, no, maybe it will be my finish. You know what? If you're going to put the title on a guy that looks like that, they came up with a great way to do it.
He won.
I'm
Bruce,
2-0 in my prediction.
Bruce,
There you
did
go.
you
I
hear
can't
me,
lie.
brother? Did you hear me, Bruce? I'm
That's
dying
perfect.
over
What I
here.
tell you before the show.
I'm
Hey,
ready to go
predictions,
back.
baby. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
I'm
That's
ready to
good.
go back.
I'm
It's
just
been-
glad they didn't do the two title thing.
Yeah.
That's.
Even
good.
that would have been different.
But you're going in with two champions.
Right.
You're going to exit with two champions as well.
Well, sometimes you have to prolong stories so you can,
Oh.
so you don't rush through so many pay-per-view matches.
Right?
Yeah, well, and then do it again Friday night, and then do it again at Hell in a Cell, and then you know what? Let's do it at Survivor
Hey,
Series.
and let me tell you this: I am the world's definitely not a Sami Zayn fan, but this was very, very creative and very well done. Very well. Whoever put this match together, they did a very good job.
So that was good.
I think this
The
is probably-
junior ambassador,
Yeah.
no effing way. Hey, you know what I think of him, kiddo.
So far, I'm 2-0 in my predictions.
Michael
there,
Allen
Dan.
Rubin, I'm doing good. You know why? Because you're here, brother, and we're
What do you
glad.
mean? Oh, okay. I didn't even know you were doing.
Who did you think I was talking
I
to?
didn't know
Myself?
I didn't know there was a chat. I haven't looked down at the screen. Wow, that's pretty cool. What's up, guys? Look at this, huh? All right. I had no idea. I've never done a live watch along with you guys.
Well,
This is
because
fun.
we're live, right? Did you know we were live?
Yeah, I know
We've
we're
got-
live. That
And we've got 3 of them in October.
Oh, well, I can't wait.
Takeover. What's that
Say
in
that.
it? What's that
Bound for
TNA one
Glory.
called? Bound for Glory and Hell in a Cell
Cell,
when we
yeah.
make our big talent announcements.
Can't wait for that. Oh, look at that. That was.
I got to tell you, this is probably the most thinking they've done in, I don't know.
Brian
I don't know how
Brian
long.
Long. Does Otis still have the Money in the Bank briefcase? Well, Brian, he's kind of condensed it into a
What's the
lunchbox,
thing
but he
with the
still
restroom?
has it
Can I go?
in some way, shape,
mean,
or
if
form.
he-
What's the
he-
matter?
What do you guys do when you have to use the
Flomax.
restroom?
Do you have to use the restroom?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right, let's go. I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Right back.
All right. Well, our friend Little Cena. Now we can talk trash about him. Now that he's leaving, he was supposed to be with us the night the lights went out at SummerSlam when we had to use a cell phone in Marty Jannetty's. Oh no, not even Marty Jannetty's hotel room at the hotel Marty Jannetty was staying at. But I was really impressed. I thought that was a good match.
It was a good open. That's a crazy
This,
opener.
oh,
See, this ruins it. It ruins it. See, they'll do
Oh.
something good. And as I said the other night when we did our show, I hate the Velcro belts. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
But you know what's nice though? I don't know. No, you weren't here because he didn't come in. But if you're still there, Devon Brent, we're putting you over, brother. WWE sent him the what's the blue championship belt? Is that the Universal? I mean, the deluxe Universal Championship belt for like $500 online. It wasn't Velcro. It still has the buttons.
The ones that they sell online still have the
So the
buttons.
Velcro, I think, is just for a TV enhancement. I don't think it's an enhancement, though. I think it takes away
I think
from
it looks stupid.
Yeah,
It looks
I do too.
childish.
Yeah.
It looks like
Makes it look like a toy.
You know the ones you find at Walmart with like the Velcro on them?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it looks like. And it's so stupid.
Oh, look at this. Now he messages me. It's with me right now. Let me tell you something, brother. For your 15th birthday, your friends in WWE sent you a near $500 belt. I haven't seen a picture of you with it. For all I know, you could have put it on eBay.
Oh,
You could have cash in your pocket right now.
it's probably spent
I want to
already.
see evidence that this belt exists in your room. I won't tell
I'm
Linda.
back.
Don't worry. And he's back. That was a quick one.
Yes.
All right.
Right now I'm good.
Oh, wait. His mic was still on.
No, I made sure I shut
Oh,
up.
okay.
It's not
made
his
sure.
first rodeo.
No,
Oh, okay.
I've got make sure.
You
Wanna-
promised you didn't. Well, we've heard promises before over there, sir. But I want photographic
Oh,
evidence.
God.
What do we
No.
got?
Oh,
Oh, you shitting me.
Come on.
Here comes
What was the final on that game?
21-16.
Oh,
They had the ball with 2 minutes left.
Did you, I'm not that I blame you, but did you accidentally hit a wire or anything when you
No.
walked by?
I literally just stepped over everything.
All right, this is the problem we've been having, folks. We were supposed to be hardwired tonight, and for some reason we were not hardwired. We're using Wi-Fi. So let me get up and try and rectify this situation. But we got the backup plan.
Yeah. Well,
You know what?
giddy up.
We're going to lose you on YouTube right now, guys, because this is going to be the backup plan until we get the TV going again. Because we're going to use the old Dan Marotti cell phone as a. I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm saying. Devon, it's your fault. I thought you were going to bring me luck, brother. I see no picture with the belt, and now I have no feed. But we're going to get the feed. Not to be confused with the Fiend. He's not on the show, I don't think.
No, he's not. It's all right. We're gonna get this fixed. It'll be
No,
all good.
well, you know what? We'll use the laptop as the backup
All right, that works.
because the Wi-Fi is coming off of this, off the cell phone.
All right.
So you guys watch this, and I'll try and fix that.
Okay.
And everybody's going to be happy if you're on the YouTube feed. We won't be able to comment for a couple minutes.
We'll be back. Oh, there we go. We're back.
Oh, wait a minute. No, we're back. I don't know what it is with the clothes. And I know the junior ambassador is still watching. Are you screwing with me with the subtitles and the closed captioning? Because I've never put them on once. And we've had this since the beginning.
Watching wrestling with
All
that
right.
is bad.
So you guys, what on earth was this earlier?
Oh, that was your boy on Truth.
Is this live? Oh,
No,
this is
that was
earlier
later.
tonight. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh wait, we got a
There we
More.
go.
we got a low.
A little more. Good.
And should it be brighter?
Oh, Dan,
Yeah.
you know why we might have problems? Because your phone's got low battery.
That has nothing to do with
Oh,
that.
'cause at least you're
but I
getting the
do have to
Wi-Fi.
charge the phone.
That
That runs
showing
on
it
its
low.
own.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's
Oh,
that's
sorry,
an actual
folks.
that's an actual TV.
Oh, all right, all right.
And that as you said before, it's hardwired, and that's the computer right there.
We
All right,
have
so we
had,
got our Truth right there, creeping in the back, looking like an old man. I don't know what he's doing
It's
here.
hot in here.
well, that's why it's called a television studio, brother.
The lights.
If you can't take the heat, get out of the studio.
That's right. You tell
Not
me.
everyone's hot. Are you kidding me?
There's 2 more reps we were talking about. Remember?
According to all the
reps.
male fans in here, they think Maria is the hot one.
All right.
All right, so here's our hot spot as we continue to make a mess. Let me try and fix the TV now. Mamma mia.
Can't really hear what he's saying, but he's talking to the refs. Something's gonna happen here.
You can turn it up a little just as long as it doesn't seem like we're...
No, we're okay. We're
And
okay.
that's
Oh, look at this. You got Drew
there's
Gulak.
There's Gulak.
Oh.
What is he stretching for?
I don't know, but there he goes.
So he's just randomly in his ring gear stretching backstage.
And we have a new 24/7 champion.
Drew Gulak.
Look at
And
that.
I texted someone today. I said, ever since Drew Gulak re-signed with the company, he's been in action.
Well,
And
now
look at it tonight.
he's back.
It-
in action, just no one's been missing.
yeah.
Good one. That's a good one. Look at this. You got
Why
Cole
are
all
they
excited.
standing?
I don't know why Cole's all excited. Look at him.
Yeah,
I
he's
can't-
excited that R-Truth just lost the 24/7 title to Drew Gulak.
What do you feel about Cole? Since which is, I always get his opinion. How do you feel about Cole?
He can't
Since
put
you got
over
looked at.
any match.
Exactly.
He just sounds like a goof every time.
He sounds like a running promo. Like he just promotes the company. Nothing else.
And
Michael Cole.
every time someone new comes out, could it be?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, just shut up. It's
Yeah.
he's good for like voiceover stuff.
Yeah, he's good for
like,
promotions, but not actually calling a match.
He's excellent when it comes to voiceovers.
Yes,
He's very good at sit-down interviews.
Exactly.
As far as trying to put over wrestlers, wrestling moves, wrestling
he doesn't-
storylines, he's
No.
awful.
He doesn't know any moves.
And
It's just-
Graves?
Graves
No,
is
I'm talking about
No, I'm asking him about Graves now.
Graves is good. Sometimes he can get a little annoying
He
with
pushes
the
too hard.
with the side comments.
Yeah, he pushes
Sometimes
too
they
hard.
get a little like you kind of just sit there and you're like, really? You know,
Exactly.
he
Yeah.
didn't really need that.
No.
Or he'll be on a good run calling a good match, and then he'll say something just.
You know who I enjoy a lot is I like Samoa Joe as a Raw
Samoa
commentator.
Joe is very
He's actually
good.
really good.
But
I think he fits very. Yeah, and I like Tom Phillips too. I don't mind him. I think he does really well too.
here we go. Zelina Vega is now going to challenge Asuka for the Raw Women's title.
What do you think? What's your prediction? You said before.
I swear, if Zelina Vega in some realm of life somehow wins this match, I mean,
but do you
I
see
would
her
say, as
winning?
everybody knows me for my socks, it's hard to blow these babies off.
Whoa,
Oh.
It's hard to,
talking about something.
yeah, my socks, because I said it's hard to blow them off.
Blow war. Yeah.
Yeah. If Zelina Vega wins, these socks will be off, baby. I'll tell you
Okay.
that. But
That
Asuka,
movie made you leave.
Well, here's my
Yeah.
thing: is the only reason why I would say Zelina Vega winning is because she's gonna win the title, something her team can't do, and then she's gonna throw them in their face.
no, I could see if like
I just see
Ruby
that because you
Riott
know how
was-
she's always talking crap to them that they can't get along, they could win the tag title. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, she has it.
You got it.
I could see if like Ruby Riott was champion, then
Right.
you do something like that.
I
Or,
don't
You
know.
guys like it better like this? Turn it. Tell me when.
That's perfect.
That's perfect
That's
right there.
perfect. I'll tell you one thing though: Zelina Vega is definitely a good-looking woman, though. Oh my God! Wow.
Aleister Black is a lucky man.
Yes, he
And I'll
is.
say this: I didn't mind her when she wrestled in TNA. I just think if she's going to be this business advisor, this
Consultant,
manager,
yeah.
the Deborah McMichael of 2020,
Yeah.
I don't think she should wrestle.
No. What do you think, Dan? Real quick before you leave, what's the
I'm just
prediction?
going to put myself back
okay.
in the camera shot. What my prediction for the match?
Yes.
I would keep the belt on Asuka.
Yes.
I like
Absolutely.
Asuka.
I'm
Like,
gonna
like
go
I like
with
to
Zelina because
say,
I think that's what they're gonna do because I just see it every week. They're always fighting, they're always complaining. She said you guys can't get along when the tag titles.
Yeah, but that was one segment where they brawled, and then
Right. I just could see them
where
getting
they
it, and then
brawled.
maybe they win the tag titles, and then all three of them have the gold. You know
they
what I'm saying?
rule.
if they didn't,
All right.
if they didn't show the breakup, then I could see them doing something like
Perfect
that.
timing because look what just happened.
What
They
happened?
crashed.
It crashed.
Oh, oh, we're going to have fun tonight.
Yeah,
But anyways, look at that.
I think Asuka just quick fashion.
I won't be mad because I do like
Maria
Asuka too.
Davis, you think the world of all of us. You like him already? This is the first
Awesome.
time you've ever
Thank
seen
you.
him, Maria. Come
Thank
on.
you.
Well, she's a Pittsburgh native.
Oh,
She's
all
my
right.
Instagram friend.
Oh wow, look at that.
You should see his Instagram. Oh, and we'll go. And you know what? I forgot my drink on the ladder. I'm
You
going to
want
have
me
to
to
be
go get it
like,
for you?
no, I'll
All
get
right.
it in a minute.
I think it's going to be a quick match.
Really?
You
Yeah.
can't have Zelina Vega, who's wrestled in WWE to the WWE fans, other than the Royal Rumble
It
she's been in.
takes away
which-
from
all
Asuka's credibility. It takes away from Asuka's credibility to have her go along with the manager.
Right. I get it.
One man's opinion.
That's
I
what I
get
was
it.
about to say. Is you can't have Zelina Vega, other than her Royal Rumble, what she was in 2, I think. Other than those two, what has she wrestled in? Like what, 2 mixed tag matches with Andrade and Garza, and I think maybe like 1 or 2 singles matches or something
I
with
totally
that
agree.
other wrestler like a year ago. Remember that masked girl that came up from NXT for a few weeks?
Yes. Yeah, I know.
They had a mask girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What show was she
She
on?
was paired with Sin Cara for
Right,
a
I'm
couple
trying to-
weeks last year.
I can't remember.
Oh, I
know.
do vaguely
Yeah,
remember
no, I
that
know
now.
what
Yeah,
you're
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
She
yeah.
wrestled-
I couldn't tell you
it
her
was
name
her.
if you
Yeah.
offered me $100, but
Oh.
now this is what I hate about Asuka.
Does
She's
all.
by far the best talent they have for the females.
And she's
And
all
ever
show.
since they handed her the title, because
See,
of
right
the
now, this is heel
Becky
tactics, you know
Lynch
what I mean?
fiasco, they made her out to be an idiot, screaming in Japanese,
Yeah, I don't
walking
like that
around
either.
like an idiot. She's the best female, and you remember how angry I was
Oh,
that
absolutely.
they ended her WrestleMania, her undefeated streak to Charlotte Flair. I would have gone with Asuka and Rousey as the main event that following year.
But it's just you can't have
I'm
Asuka,
angry, brother.
you can't have Asuka go 10 minutes with someone who's barely wrestled to the WWE fans.
Right.
Because I mean, nothing serious. all the matches she's had, other
But
than
you got to remember who WWE is, and they do always do the opposite of what we think. So that's why I'm
Yeah, but
saying
Anything that would involve common sense, they usually do the opposite
exactly
of.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
this
That's
is something
why.
that's a little too extreme for them, though.
Oh, it's already happening, buddy.
Well, no, they do some stuff that's out of the
Man, I love that hair. Oof, sorry, guys.
that comes out of nowhere.
She
But
looks
this,
beautiful.
I can't see, especially the way they've done stuff with Asuka.
Asuka should just be a mute, like
Right.
a female Great Muta.
Right, she just
Ken,
be
I
kicking
agree with
butt
you,
all the
brother.
time.
I agree with you. Why I like her is, and this is going to, believe me, this is not an insult. Asuka wrestles like she's one of the boys. And to those that are in the business, that's a very
Because
high
She
compliment.
lays it in. She makes it look good.
You know what? I've really starting to lose my patience. But you know what? We are an organization that has backup plans.
That's right. Because we're professionals.
Well, let's not go too far.
Okay.
All right.
Well, there's no action going on, so let's
Hey,
talk.
well, you
mean-
don't got to wait long, kiddo.
Oh, look at you got it on standby. What am
I got it
saying?
on
Of course he
standby.
does.
I just can't see a manager coming in and beating Asuka,
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
when she just walked
All
out
right.
to the ring 2 weeks ago, slapped her, and said, "I'm coming for your title."
And for some reason,
You know
I
what I mean?
still get this closed
Closed
caption. I wonder why. I don't really. It's easy enough to
I
get
don't
rid
know.
of, but it's a nuisance. All right, you gentlemen enjoy
Watch out
this.
for your monster.
Do you need it brighter or?
No,
Little
it's
brighter.
perfect.
All right.
I mean, I'm perfect. If he needs a brighter, go
I mean,
ahead.
it's fine. Watch
Full
out for your
opinion.
mic. Oh man,
Oh, I tell you, this is.
it's a
would not
beautiful
like
day,
that.
brother.
All I was told was that all of our internet was going to be
Ooh, pushed it down. All
hardwired.
right.
No Wi-Fi.
Like I said,
I just think if Zelina Vega wins, it's gonna look awful for Asuka.
It's going to look awful.
It's gonna look awful for her. It's gonna take all the credibility away from Asuka in one night.
They
Even
they already made one champion a joke tonight. I don't think they'll do it twice.
What
But
was
you
the
never
first
know.
one?
Sami Zayn?
He doesn't like him. Remember?
Oh, he did some creative stuff in that match. Why does it look like the screens are broken? You see the little patches
Yeah.
in them? It looks like they're broken. Or
Oh my God! Yeah. What is that?
What screens are you
that's
talking
the graphic. Because remember how they have like the
With the-
rocks?
yeah.
Now I'm putting it all together, but it looks like it's broken, doesn't it?
Right.
I don't know why they
Yeah,
had
it
that in
does.
the graphic, but
You figure it'd be one solid background. Yeah, I know
that's
what
what
you
I'm
mean.
saying. Because there it
'Cause
looks
it's on
like
that
it's
side
broken.
too. So yeah.
But if you look at the main screen, it's like all the rocks and stuff
Yeah.
like that. See it in the back and stuff. I don't know.
Why this?
I would not have Asuka.
I mean, they're letting her get some stuff in, which is surprising because from what you said, totally makes sense. But I know WWE. That's why I'm saying I can see Zelina having a,
I could see them giving her some offense in the match, but not her totally winning.
No. I mean, I just said my prediction like that because I think like WWE, I could see them being like,
I mean, as I said to Dan before, I do my predictions like them, and I can't see them doing that. And even if
she's got a pin one.
well, that pin was
I
awful.
know, there-
Oh, what a-
she didn't even get
that
that
was
one.
awful. That was awful.
It was awful.
Oh, it's just
For as many
That
monsters
was
as
good
you
right
drink,
there.
Dan, Monsters should be giving you a friggin' sponsor.
They should. And I feel like a monster right now as I want to break the TV.
No.
I was told we were
look at the camera.
hardwired, and we are not hardwired, which is why I'm so hot
Look at
right
the
now.
athleticism.
the thing is she's a good wrestler. She's athletic. She just still needs a little bit more
Oh,
work.
shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Everything is there for her, but just needs, a little more fine tuning.
Kind of like our live streams.
There we go.
You know what's funny? I said to him earlier, what you don't see anymore is people working on body parts.
No, not at all.
And what are they doing in this match?
Working on body parts.
Working on the body part. And what that ties into, what do we got? Bret Hart and Owen Hart finish here?
Right.
No. Armbar. See, that's what I think they might, honestly, it's
Do I just X out
Oh,
of this
here we go.
again?
I think it's
Asuka lock.
So-
It might be nighttime. But what they might try to tease is her injuring the arm and Asuka going for like the Asuka lock and like hurting it and like rolling her up.
Up.
But still, even with the roll up pin, that just still
Did
takes.
she actually call it the Oscar lock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. That was original.
Oh,
blows.
well, that was awful. Oh my
Back
god.
there you go. Keep it like that angle from the back, not from the front, because that looked terrible.
Well, I
from
think
the front.
Zelina likes it from the back, but
Oh, she probably does.
we could talk about that after the watch
Absolutely.
along. But
Oh, look at this.
yeah, here comes a 5 count. Log in.
It won't do
Climbing the
anything.
rope.
Double
now.
click. Double click.
What do we got set up here?
All right, go to refresh.
Oh, Ahuna Kanrana.
Go to link. Enter.
Knees
Enter.
to the throat or chest.
One or the other.
1, 2. Shit, you got a 2 count on her. All right.
Look at Asuka. She looks like she's been facing the Great Khali
That's
or
what I'm
something.
saying.
Just beating the shit out of her
Yeah.
for like an hour. And it's Zelina Vega who hasn't had
Oh, she was going for the
who hasn't had a serious singles match
code breaker or whatever. Yeah.
ever.
Look at what you. I thought they were going to go for that roll up like you were saying.
Oh,
Is it
foot
kick
on the
to the
rope.
head?
There's gonna be a foot on the rope.
Oh, absolutely. No, she can't. She's not using that.
No,
She's
because the ref got in between.
Yep.
Which I don't like that from the ref. He needs to have better.
The opposite side.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do I do at this point, Matt? You've showed me about 9
Go ahead,
times.
you can go, Sean. We get some. Oh, she blocked the kick.
You just always
Scudder,
have to
she's
click
setting her up
this,
for the lock.
Just
She's gonna get-
refresh.
and it refreshes it.
Oh, wow, she rolled her up.
Did she win?
No, she
Oh,
kicked up.
well,
She
Oh,
rolled
you
her
can
up.
sit down.
All right.
Look at this.
Thank you for helping me. Like
Look at
I'm
these
a
pinning
child.
combinations, though. That's actually
That's
pretty
it.
good.
She's gonna
now
be
it's
done,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, there it
I'm
is.
telling you, a little
you
bit
know what?
longer than I expected.
Right.
Too much selling for Asuka for
Absolutely. I
for
agree with
basically
what
a
you said,
manager.
yeah.
But I had no doubt that she was going to lose.
But you know what that did show? That Zelina Vega can wrestle. Because now you said she hasn't been a show. So it showed that she
Well,
can
what
do
did I
some
say?
stuff.
Right when the match was starting, they'll have her get some offense in,
to
but
show.
lose.
Right.
Showcase her a little bit, what she can do, the pinning combinations, working on the
Absolutely.
arm, some psychology. Don't have her fully win in her
No,
first
absolutely
match.
not. No.
All right.
You know, will they do this?
I was just going WWE storyline. You know how they, but you're right. I think what they did there, that was actually great.
I
It was
wouldn't say
great.
it's perfect how they should do it. I think she should have had maybe one little flurry of
And yeah,
offense,
I get you.
I'm coming back.
but not back and forth, back
Oh, we
and
got
forth.
another TV now again. Dan's coming through every time for us.
Yeah.
well,
well-
let's not go too far.
Look at this.
Dan's trying. I'll give you that.
Oh,
Did
Dan.
it go out again?
Yep.
Mother. You know, I tell you,
It's all right. We got this. We're showing replays now.
I'm just so angry because
Why
it
the
looked like that
replays
type of
going?
stuff.
Let me ask you about this. How mad, now they might not be at all, but I just want to throw something before I forget to ask you, is how mad do you think WWE is at The Rock for doing that for Impact?
I don't think they're mad at all.
No? You don't
They
think
have
they
a
care?
they have a very cordial relationship right now with TNA.
But you think
Wait,
they're
what did
okay
he
with
do
that?
again?
He's going to be inducting Ken Shamrock to Hall of Fame, but via obviously
Oh,
satellite.
oh, yeah.
But
I thought
just
you
to
meant like
be
he
on their programming.
Showed up some.
No,
or
but to
something,
be
I don't
on that programming, I didn't know. That's why I was asking him because he would know better than anybody because he just,
No. They've had a nice relationship
So that's
with
good.
them
Then
for
that's
a
why
while.
They've
Yeah.
made enough money off of him. that
Yeah.
they-
absolutely. What do we got here?
You know
We're gonna
what's
shake
good, though,
hands.
is
if
that
they
there are
shake
three
hands,
of
this
us.
is going to be. If I'm Asuka, I'd slap her back. Because remember, she slapped her
Yep.
on Raw. I would slap her back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Give her a little like I just beat.
Ooh, she gives her a bow.
Oh, this! Come on.
There's something's gonna happen there. No way. Yep.
Yeah,
There
come
we
on.
go.
Oh, that was-
Payback. What's
Jeez, you're in the wrong.
I already had to see that piece of shit once.
and that was enough.
That was more than enough. Fans, if you are having fun and appreciating this, that super chat button's working, baby.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you. I'm an angry man. I'm a tired man. I'm a hungry man.
Oh,
And I got
wait,
the man
turn
with
this
the
up for a
worst
second. I
piece
wanna
in
hear what you-
I
professional
have no
wrestling
idea.
coming
Do any of this
tomorrow.
stuff.
hang on. Oh, what are they going to have a rematch tomorrow night or something?
No, she's
I don't
just
know what-
screaming. She's screaming in the microphone.
I don't
You
know
even
why they give Asuka a microphone. It does nothing but take away from her. You don't
You
know
know what?
Yeah.
You don't know what she's saying.
I got an idea because of you, little Cena.
What?
Are you little Cena?
Well, I'm asking what? Like the idea.
Just for the sake of argument, I'm not going to say you'll see in a minute why I'm not going to say out loud. But
I
I'm
know
just
what you're
going to
doing.
try. You say, yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of argument.
I don't know, but you know that now that, like you were saying, that match, there's probably going to be another one probably tomorrow night on Raw.
That's what I'm saying. I could see them saying tomorrow that, like, cool, Asuka challenged her last night in like Japanese or
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? Something like that.
In Japanese, she's going to challenge. her.
Yes.
So
That
I-
would really add drama to it.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know.
Capital One, the sponsor of the WWE pay-per-view Clash of Champions, huh?
They're really making big money.
I
off
know.
Of it.
When did you ever see commercials during pay-per-views? Never. Now all of a sudden it's on the network and they're doing it. Wow. It just blows my mind how the world's changed, through wrestling.
Because they know they'll make money off of
Yeah.
it. That's the thing.
Look at this, another one.
I don't know
And they know people aren't going to change the channel
It
because
just
it's
blows
streaming.
my mind because remember when we were, it never was like this.
I don't know who I said it to. I said I don't know why they ran like little things like this, not after every match,
Right.
but like maybe halfway through the show, and then again maybe like before the main event or
Right.
something like that. But just little 2 or 3 commercials a piece.
So what do we have? I'm just looking over the paperwork. So we still got the U.S. Championship, the Raw
that's
tags.
yeah. Oh.
You got a lot left.
Yeah, we do. Just going through it. What do you think's next?
As I sit
What
here
are we going to
looking
get?
at a
We're obviously
blank
going to get a
screen.
men's match.
Story of my life.
I love this stuff. It's awesome that WWE does these things right here. Corner secure stuff. I love it.
Yes, it is a great thing what they do with
definitely
Corner
absolutely
Secure.
love this stuff. Those little kids are so cute. It's good
I think
stuff.
that's what Velveteen Dream said.
Oh, come
Well,
on, man.
You don't need to include that with Corner
Not
Secure.
for that. This stuff.
Velveteen likes him a little older than that.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Apollo.
Here we go, baby.
Who is it?
Next up is
Apollo.
Apollo Crews versus Booby Lashley
Bobby
for
is
the
my
United
prediction in
States
this one.
Championship.
Bobby
That's my
Just.
prediction. Bobby.
Look at Ricochet. He's come from being a superstar now to a manager or whatever you want to call it, a side piece. Whatever you
Don't
wanna
even
call
get me started on Ricochet.
it. Yeah.
That should be who they should be grooming is the Rey Mysterio for the next decade.
Yes.
He's
Absolutely.
got everything that has superstar potential.
all written all over him. Absolutely. 100%.
What did I say in the kickoff show about Ricochet? He
Mhm.
was one of the people. It's just
Well, that idea didn't work.
what?
Not coming in?
My backup idea
No.
that we
I knew
used-
what you were going for, though,
Yeah.
with it.
well, it was
Oh.
helpful for the AEW one.
Oh, to find one of the.
You just shut
Yeah.
the fuck up, yeah.
Good one. Look at that. We get some pyro. Look at this. Apollo.
Fucking
Go into Wi-Fi.
So what are we going? What are the prediction?
Are you kidding?
Obviously,
I said to
Bobby.
him, I said the only way Apollo Crews is going to win is if Retribution comes in, the lights go out, they beat up Bobby, and then he's
Oh,
laid
Bobby
out.
Lashley's winning this all day, yeah.
Now, let me ask you guys this. I got a technical question. If I tried to change the Wi-Fi on this screen to my phone, would it cause complete destruction?
No, it's just changing of Wi-Fi. It's not like you're turning it off. Sometimes it works better. Sometimes it
Went
works.
to the security key.
Go
I
to
don't
settings.
Fucking know.
Go to settings in your phone.
Oh, here we go.
If you go to,
Oh, you're right. Yeah, there's a password.
yeah, there's a little password there. If you go into like Wi-Fi and you
This-
click on
this
it.
is-
But I think Bobby's going to win. It's just
Thank you, sir.
I can't see Bobby.
What do you think about the Hurt Business? Do you like their
I think
whole
it's
thing?
a good
I was
faction.
reading something on Instagram on the MVPs, and they're like, "You're just the new Nation of Domination." He's like,
But they turned that down doing
Yeah,
that type of.
"It was great," because
shtick.
he's like, "No, we're not. We're nothing like it. That's nothing we're trying to do." And I actually really
the
do
Nation
like
of
it.
Domination was over.
Well, there you go. That's
No, and I'll say this. For what it is, I like Hurt Business very much for WWE 2020.
Absolutely. I mean, what do you think about MVP wrestling? Do you like anything, or do you think
No.
he's way? Yeah,
I
okay.
think he's better off as a mouthpiece.
Right. Exactly. I do too, because he's great on the microphone.
Oh,
And I'm
he's
just
sending them
glad,
back.
but you must be happy to see Sheldon in something. finally, 'cause I
Absolutely.
know he's definitely a.
Shelton was on the side of milk cartons as far as missing people.
Yep.
And
And I know he's a
former Millennium
whatever
Wrestling
you wanna call it.
Federation heavyweight champion.
Yes.
Bobby Lashley, another former MWF.
Did something at
great.
what? The Garden with him, right?
Yes, that's right. Yep. And another one of our great memories from the past 19 years, we had an event at the Boston Garden to promote.
You have all
Soul
that stuff
Survivor
up on
7.
the site and everything. Definitely check it out. A lot of these superstars.
We had a
definitely
lot
fire.
of fun with Shelton.
Yes.
What do you think?
Absolutely.
Someday in my book, I'll tell the story about what happened with me, Bobby, Carlito, and a friend that you guys wouldn't know named Boo Park
Uh-oh.
in the Melrose with the Melrose Police.
Story time with Dan coming up.
Now
Look
that
forward
one,
to it.
like I said, that one's for the book, I think.
Okay.
Dan, who do you think's winning here? I like that
Oh,
graphic
Bobby.
a lot.
I do.
I got
What do you
Bobby.
think of the United States Championship? You like it the way it looks, or do you like the old one?
I like this one, but I like the other one better.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
know what? To what Matt just said, I like both the new Intercontinental and U.S. titles. I just don't like them better than what they had before. Does that
That's
make any
basically
sense?
What I
I
think.
love the old one.
It's just keep the same titles. The reason why they do it is for merchandise and
Right,
shit
obviously.
like that. It's just
But honestly,
like
the
when-
one thing they should go back to is the tag titles. The old tag titles were the best titles. I hate these new ones. I hate them.
well, they have new ones. They made them. It's just I don't know why they haven't.
I just don't
debuted
like
them.
the two warrior helmets or whatever they are on the front. I don't like that. I like the old school ones.
Well, they're
you know
too
which ones
bland.
I'm talking
I
about,
know-
right?
Well, they've had a couple.
I'm talking
older
about
ones.
the old ones.
Like
Like
the
you
World
remember the
Tag
Heart
titles?
Foundation? Remember the Heart,
Yeah.
like that age.
I
We were
go
just-
back to every title they had in the late 80s.
Yes. See, he knows what I'm talking. Yeah, those are the ones.
Because
Like the
every one
Wing-
of them was beautiful.
What about the Wing Eagles? You like that one?
That's the best one
Yeah.
they ever had.
Yep, I totally agree.
All right, let's see. If
I
this-
love the old Intercontinental one, the white strap
Yeah,
one.
yeah. The one
I have that
Cody
on,
had.
I have that on my desk,
Yeah.
which I like.
I don't, you know, this kid at home doesn't realize how lucky he is. Not only he got the Universal title,
Oh, I thought you
For
were
his
talking about me. I'm
birthday.
like, what are you talking about?
he got hit by a car because he was a goof, broke his leg, was in the hospital, and WWE sent him the big deluxe version of this with his name on it.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, that was
Wow,
2000.
lucky.
What year did you break your leg, buddy? Was it 2011, I think? When you got the belt, the John Cena spinner belt with your name on it?
That's awesome.
What a
they did that.
reward for breaking your leg.
Absolutely.
Well, it's nice to have friends,
You think
I
if I
guess.
break mine, they'll hook me up with one?
I don't know. He's still watching. What did he
Oh,
say?
okay.
What did he say here? I missed his comment.
Now, how do
If
you feel like
Oscar
this
doesn't
match
win,
should have
she
went
should
since
quit.
he's doing
All
his
right.
thing? You think Bobby should have just rolled?
You know how it should have went?
Yeah.
Shouldn't have went at all.
But since it's going, how do you feel like? Because we were talking about that with the Selena match.
I wouldn't have Bobby do two. How many times has Bobby beaten him?
Okay.
And look how quick he beat him at what? What was it? Backlash or Payback? I think
Yeah, I
it
know what you're
was.
talking about.
He beat him pretty quickly. But I don't.
But the thing is Apollo can go. That's what bothers me. Is he can go. He's a great
He's
wrestler.
a good wrestler. He can't talk on the mic. He has no charisma at all.
When he was Uwa Nation, that's when he was phenomenal. He came back. He came to WWE, and he's just been nothing. You know what I mean? Like we were saying, potential wrestlers lose their potential when they come to there.
Because in other companies, they don't rely on you as much on the mic
No.
and storytelling.
Right.
You can be a great athlete all you want, but if you can't tell the story and talk on the mic and sell your
I love
storyline,
that move.
it limits you in WWE.
Jeez,
the way
this chat is
the-
going crazy.
the way
I can't
they
even
do
keep
their
up with them.
matches and storylines. But I think with Apollo is he's the type of person that either needs to be in a faction like the Hurt Business to have a mouthpiece like MVP.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't think he should be on his own. Not a tag team wrestler, but in a faction or with like a manager. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Someone like MVP would be perfect, but
Like Dan said, I love MVP as the talking mouthpiece. The wrestler, not so much. I think he needs to hang those boots up. And
I
just
think
do
he
this.
needs a big title run right now.
We haven't
No,
talked
I'm
much.
You're
I'm
gonna
messing
get
with
this
you.
guy going.
I'm
He did
messing
We
with
well.
you.
haven't talked much since Corona as far as the talk shows go. But, I think you remember from a lot of the non-televised live events we attended together.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
always said that Apollo was someone that had much more potential than they were giving him. A lot of his in-ring work, non-televised, non-produced through a WWE camera work, just looking at it through your own eyes, I always thought there was much more that could be done with him, and I'm happy that they have at least given him somewhat of a
Something,
push since WrestleMania. I didn't like the idea that he won 2 matches and then they gave him a belt. I would have liked to have seen that built up over 6
Yeah,
months.
absolutely.
But I'm very happy that they're doing something.
And
with
I
him.
don't like that they changed his ring wear. Like he went
How
from
did it change?
the I don't know what you call them, the singlet or whatever. What-
Apollo?
No, oh, you're talking about Apollo?
Who'd you think I was talking about?
Bobby.
Booby. I call him Booby.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
a
know. I
little
think Bobby
you
hefty.
looks
like the little short, like the kind of short.
I like the little shorts that he
Yeah.
had. It's like Roman Reigns. He wears the vest, the pants. It's like Roman Reigns is a big guy, but he's supposed to be getting new
Well, that
ring
was right.
gear.
He's gonna go back to what he
Bobby-
would next see with no shirt on or whatever.
Yeah,
and
he's
gonna-
supposed to go with changing his ring gear, and
Yeah.
they're going to change his music too, which I think they should have done a while
long time
ago.
ago. That should literally be the music for the Shield, and that's it. It should have never
Because
been.
it got a little confusing when
Enjoy the dinner, Ken. We'll be
Yeah.
here for you, brother.
when they broke them up. People were not totally confused, but you know what I mean.
Well,
Just
what
like
I'm
with
saying, thinking is because what made that Romans? Because Seth didn't get that music when he came out. It didn't give it to Dean.
I think
either.
because it just fit with Roman. I
But
guess.
what I'm saying is, you know what I mean? Like, why would he get to keep it? He wasn't the lead. It was no leaders. It was just all three of them together. You know what I mean? So
But if I had to pick one of the three,
to get it, I get what you're saying.
it
Roman
would be
should the
Roman.
man.
That's the way I
Absolutely.
thought. You know.
Yeah.
Bobby's just a beast, though. And again,
He is.
I love Bobby. Bobby's a good
Oh, he's
man.
MWF.
But I mean, again, a little long in the tooth. When you're older than me, he doesn't look it. And I think the tights. I don't think the tights help him.
That's
I think he was. Yeah. No, I agree
Oh,
with
okay.
you.
I thought
I'm
you
just
were
kind of inserting myself
Yeah.
into the
Oh.
conversation a little
Oh,
late.
I think he caught that. Looked caught him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It looked like he kind
Caught
of
him
got
right
him
in.
there. I don't know if that was just a good enough where he.
So
Yeah.
Is Shelton out there for this?
Yeah.
No.
Schmaz, is he? No.
Shelton's out there.
No, it's only Ricochet and MVP.
No, Shelton came out. Oh, would he go back in
He
the
sent
back?
him back.
Oh, I didn't see that.
The
I was
only one
talking
that
to
came
Dan.
out was
Okay.
MVP. But Cedric Alexander didn't come out at all,
No,
which was interesting. So maybe he got hit with the COVID, like the others on the show that got
Dan,
canceled.
too bad you missed my question about Dutch. Ken, what was the question about Dutch? You talking about the little Dutch boy from
I was
Holland, his
just
good
about to
friend,
say
or
that.
Oh.
Dutch Mandel? Wow, that was impressive. Yeah, I like Apollo.
I love that move that he does, the
But
standing
the thing
moonsault,
about
whatever it
Apollo
is.
is he never had a true finisher. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So usually when you're trying to get a good push, he never really had that move. You know what I mean?
Here's the biggest problem that he fell into. They brought him up and they had absolutely nothing for him to do.
Well, I mean, him and how many other people?
Because we have to have new people come up the day after WrestleMania.
Yeah,
We'll have nothing for them to do and end their career by doing it, but we'll get a pop once on TV. Look at what they did to that Sanity faction. Remember they brought them all up together
I was
right
there
after
for that,
WrestleMania?
Were you there for that in Rhode Island?
It's like, yeah.
Rhode Island.
That was the Superstar Shakeup, and that's when they brought up.
Yeah, we were there.
It was.
Oh, is that what it was?
We were there.
For some
Donut
reason, I thought
Center.
it was one of the
We were there.
post-WrestleMania.
The iconic.
There's so many
Were they- yeah.
shakeups and rattles and.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Ricochet, one of the probably the most misused talent in WWE,
Absolutely.
and that covers a lot of ground.
Mhm.
I mean, if Dan Marotti had I know it's
Don't
Corona,
do
but I'm sorry.
No.
If I had the magic pencil in WWE, what I would do with Ricochet, I mean, you know what? Other than size, he's got everything you need to make a superstar and a character the kids would love. And they need something like that right
Here
now.
comes the
Ray
Dominator.
is-
Oh,
You got out of it?
oh, that was.
well, close.
I love that move.
No
You know how
cigars.
hard that must be. You got to be athletic to do something. Like
What's
that.
going to happen here at ringside?
You got MVP pushing him off the ropes? Nope. He's just going to go. Wow.
Look at
frog
that.
splash.
Shades of D'Lo Brown.
I was reading something funny. Why did they have to put Keith Lee in D'Lo Brown's outfit? I was dying when I read that.
That doesn't help Keith Lee.
I know. I died when I was reading that.
It's funny because
Keith Lee looks like a
I read
job
that on
guy
Twitter.
from the 80s
Yeah.
now.
I read that on Twitter. Why did they have to ruin it and put him in D'Lo's outfit?
it's weird because you think ring gear won't change too much,
Oh,
but
it
then you
does.
see it and you're like, no, it actually
Yeah.
does change it.
It does.
But it's weird, like such a small thing like ring gear or like entrance music. It changes. It's weird. Look at Bobby flexing those boobs.
Brian Long, if you're talking about Ricochet, I agree. He's wasting his prime years in WWE. Athletically speaking, hope he's saving his money.
What do they call
the
it?
good
The
thing
Hurt
about
Lock?
it is he's
Yep.
making some
Here we
good
go.
money.
It's like the master
He's tapping.
lock,
He's
except it's
tapping.
the
Come on,
hurt
ref.
lock.
Jeez. That's the NXT ref, too.
Well tanned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
He actually used to be a wrestler.
Maybe he's a little too long in that Florida sun.
I don't think he sits in the sun.
I'm not going to say
sits
what
in a
I
canopy.
break Bobby's balls about in person, but I just thought of it with that last camera shot, and that's making me laugh. Because I like Bobby. We rib each other. We break each other's balls when the talent come in. And Bobby, there was something I used to break his balls about.
I would love. I don't know why.
And a hell of a guy.
And Apollo's, he's not that small of a guy. I mean, he's got some mass to him.
But you know,
And
they
he
miss
just-
the booth every time without him and Brock. How awesome would that be?
Now, the junior ambassador to Von Brent, this match was terrible. What did you think was so bad about it?
that wasn't
Bobby
actually a
was
bad
your
match.
buddy. You get your picture with Bobby
But
from
the thing
Memorial
is-
Hall.
It's good matches, but you just see it so much
Right.
to the point. Like, say that was the first match.
Well, I'm hoping some of these are finishers. Like they're done. Now, this is the end of the story here. You know
don't
what I'm
think that-
saying?
no.
Because
Shades
like you
of
said,
Hercules and Billy Jack Haynes from WrestleMania 3.
there you go.
I just
Jesus. What
the
a
thing is,
reference.
say that was their first match, we would think that was much
Right,
better.
exactly.
But we've seen it so many times to the point where it's like, it's good, you know.
Tomorrow night, them two versus MVP and Bobby Lashley. I guarantee.
Some tag match. But
Yeah.
I'm going to want to make a question. Now, this
Go
is from a 15-year-old's point of view. The acting was terrible. He didn't make it look real. Who didn't make it look real? I'm always interested. It's the great thing about having kids in your life is to be able to pick their brains about things as opposed to all the adults we interact with. So if you could
what is this?
Apollo didn't make Bobby
Must be
Lashley's
takeover.
finishing move look good?
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
what
just
you're saying, buddy?
Why?
Got to get those subscriptions.
They've lost all their star power. You're right, Brian. There are
That-
no
it looks like
stars
it's
anymore.
definitely- how-
WWE is the
Are
star.
you love NXT too? I'm guessing.
I don't love it because it's
Yeah.
turned too much into the main.
I love they
roster.
give Kyle O'Reilly a push, man. He's fantastic.
Yes.
Right? Oh, I love this. I can't wait for that match because I
That's
know
a
you
great
love
main
Finn
event.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said to him like an out of the box thought, which I thought fans would be indifferent.
Out of the books.
But fans are indifferent on anything when it comes to wrestling. Fans that hate it, fans that love it. Oh, Joe's back.
Yeah, love it.
What they have Undisputed Era get involved and then do a War Games match for the NXT title and then have it be Undisputed Era versus like Balor and a team of his.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it wouldn't be like crazy.
It'd be different.
Different.
Be something different, yeah. I know what you're
They just need to do stuff that's different, not the same shit every week.
All right. Golf Estate says, it looks like you're having fun with your mates, Dan. I am. I'm having a great time. We usually do, but at least it's not as challenging as trying to have Tony and Marty here. But that's a different story for different time.
It's fun until you see that wheel on the TV.
Brian Long says, Billy Jack and Hercules always looked like they were beating the hell out of each other. You're right about that.
Absolutely.
Devon says he didn't even hit him, number one, and Bobby Lashley fell out of the ring and did so much extra. They need to actually start hitting people a little bit. They are men, not boys.
All right. I'm going to introduce the matches
I like
that are coming
that.
out now.
That was whoever wrote that comment. I like
15-year-old junior ambassador.
I like that. Good job. That was definitely good.
The next matchup now is Angel Garza and Andrade versus the Street Profits for the Raw Tag title.
Do you want the smoke?
I didn't want it in the first place, and I don't want it now.
If I had this pin, and Bruce, I know you're not watching, but you're a good man because I opened your show. Angel Garza and Andrade would be two of their top main eventers for the next 5 years, maybe 10 for Angel Garza.
Oh, yeah, we both agree on that. We've liked them from the start. I mean, we've talked about that. Absolutely.
All right, who do we got?
What do you like, the Street Profits?
I can't stand the Street Profits.
Now go ahead. Like
predictions here. Angel Garza and Andrade for me.
All day. Me too.
What do you got there, Dan the man, without the plan?
I mean, you can only shove these guys down our throat so much. You got to
They
switch
face each other so many times to the point you have to give it to.
Right.
And they were supposed to win the titles back at SummerSlam, but they, like we've been talking about on our shows, they're trying to prolong so many things because no fans. You don't want to do too much right now to the point where
unless they're really trying to break these two up, because now they've been doing it and they do. That's the only way I can see them not getting it.
But the way they were pushing is that they're better without Zelina Vega, and they won on Monday without her.
Exactly.
So I think even if they didn't do that type of storyline, I still think they would win, even with Vega out there, if she was still with them. But I still think they're going to win.
Yeah.
They should have won it like a month ago. But who do you think's going to win?
That's what he's thinking about. That's why we're talking.
Yeah.
I heard RVD wants the smoke.
Oh.
Well, and I know that firsthand, but
yes.
Because I had to pull him out of an SUV once with the smoke.
It looks like he's going to be leaving Impact, too, on another side note.
Oh, really?
He'll never come back to WWE.
They took him off the website, and I guess his merch and stuff like that is all.
What about his beautiful girl, Katie Forbes?
They were paying him a small fortune.
Oh, I love Katie Forbes.
I heard the number, and I couldn't believe it.
Do you love Katie Forbes?
I don't know who Katie Forbes is.
His manager, or his woman, whatever you want to call it.
He has many women,
too.
It's like Commissioner Von Johnson.
She's beautiful.
You know, I have a feeling Street Profits are going to retain. I love Andrade and Angel Garza. I would push them to the moon. I know Andrade knows how much love I have for what he does in WWE.
Oh, me too. Yeah, he's fantastic.
But the thing is,
I totally agree with that.
But Angel Garza, he looks like he's got those, what's that, the Giorgio Armani pants? The bootleg ones like Christian Casanova wears?
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Christian. Yeah.
But the thing I was about to say is usually when there's new champions, they have new ring gear. You ever notice that?
Yeah,
sometimes
absolutely.
when there's like a new champion, they come out with like, different style, their specialty styled ring gear. You know what I mean? Because Andrade's never worn pants like that. You know what I mean?
It's
little things like that that you notice.
We got a bet. All right.
Oh.
What is the bet? And how much is this going to cost me from our 15-year-old junior ambassador? Oh, he's got a bet on the match.
Usually it's little things like that you like ring gear. You got to notice that sometimes.
Personally, I do want them to switch styles too. I want them to give it to
I want them to, and I think they will. That's why I think.
Yeah.
Garza.
He's got like the Michael Jackson.
Everybody thinks
I think he did that a few weeks ago.
Everybody's saying Street Profits in the chat. Is there anybody that thinks Andrade and Angel Garza
want the smoke? Then that's why they want the smoke.
It drives me nuts how these two are so miscast. Yeah. I mean, Angel Garza is just oozing charisma. Andrade, oh, wait a minute. Let's hear this bit. If the Street Profits win, I get an Uber Eats order. If they lose, I have to relinquish the belt.
Food, huh?
I think the Street Profits are going to win.
You think they're going to win?
So that's not a bet. Yeah. I
think if they
I
win-
wouldn't book it, but
Well, I get that. I don't know. I think if they win, it's just
where are you
But-
right? Where are you right now that you want to get Uber Eats? Because if it goes to Linda, it could be castration city for Dan Marotti.
But if they win,
Yeah.
where do you go from here with the Street Profits? You know
They
what I
don't
mean?
have any tag teams.
I know, but you're better off changing it than keeping it on them. You know what I mean? At least do a title change and think
have
after.
the-
Oh, there goes his headband.
And wrestle for the next 3 or 4 months, only with them as champions and Street
It's-
Profits as
It's better
challenges.
changing the title than just keeping it on the same tag team. Because they face each other. You can also have the announcer say, "Oh, they face each other enough where they're familiar with each other." You know, that type of.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You think we should treat the kid to something to eat tonight during the pay-per-view? It's up to these guys.
He had that great
How is
comment.
it up to us?
But he had that great comment. So, I mean, that probably does
He
deserve.
did have a great comment.
And
I
he's
like
willing
that.
to bet you that the Street Profits.
And he must be hungry if he really wants to bet it.
But if he's willing to put a $500 belt on the line in exchange to
Get
get
some
McDonald's from Uber Eats,
Gee.
either that or he's really hungry, one or the other.
Right.
Oh,
Or he's very confident.
There goes the pants.
Uh-oh. Now he means business.
he
pit.
kicked
Whoa.
the camera. Jeez, watch out, brother.
He ref just helped him out.
Oh, that ref.
Do you like Humberto too?
That was
Oh, you talk about another guy that's misused.
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
was,
I
I know
know
you
his
like
English
these two,
isn't
yeah.
very good, but
as I was talking about the ref that got involved with Del Rio. That's the ref in that match that was
Yeah.
pushing back and forth for real. If you go watch that match,
It's
he
true.
was giving Sin Cara kicks on the ground as the doctor was looking at him. Del Rio
Yeah,
and the
you're
ref
right. Yeah,
pushed him off,
yeah,
and
yep.
Del Rio pushes him back, and they got in backstage when commercial break. But in their Garza and Andrade, they don't usually match, but that's probably the closest. Oh, look at this.
they kind of look like a team a little more tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
this is the first time they've matched gear, I think, ever. They've worn like similar colors, I guess you could say, but this is the first time they've matched in any capacity.
I just think it's a
Just
waste.
trying to share this on Facebook real quick to help our viewership, try to get some more people.
Thank you, sir. You know, I tried to, on the Facebook post I did, I tried
Yep.
to put your name in like I did his. It didn't come up for
You
some
know why?
reason.
Because
Do
my
you have
thing
me
is-
blocked or
And
something?
my thing has to be added to twice.
I got you.
I don't like that. I got to change it. I
Neither
don't know how
do
to do
I.
it. If any of you guys know, write to him, tell him how to do it. 'Cause I don't know
you
how
just
to
have
do
to
it.
go to settings.
You should have asked Kowloon for Kowloon's menu top to bottom. Smartphone, brother. Andy Wong has been a friend since 1996. I
You gotta
know
go to
that menu
settings
from
when you're
top to
done.
bottom.
Okay, I will. Let me just post this. Hashtag, let me put
You can even
Boston,
do it after.
just because that's good.
And
'cause
again,
I-
fans,
you
as
help
you're
us out.
enjoying this tag team title match, don't forget at 11 p.m. tonight,
Oh,
WWE Hall of Famer Brutus the Barber Beefcake is going to be here in this studio. We're going to talk WWF 1988, a year you might actually remember, unlike 2020. What are you gonna do?
right?
What are you going to do? You know what, brother? If you've done all your work and you don't spend a fortune, you can get something on Uber Eats. But don't tell Linda. I'm not in the mood for her. Please.
why does this show's not even an hour and a half in, and it feels like it's been on for at least 2 hours?
I think it's been a good pace so
But
far.
I think we're doing good because we're all,
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
I think it's good. Don't get me
Nothing
wrong.
was as worse as that. I know you guys did a watch on the AEW when it just went on and on.
Oh, I
and-
wanted to. My back was ready to explode.
Every match
I
was
was
at
in
least
so much
20,
pain.
I was
25
watching it
minutes.
from home because I couldn't make it that night. Oh my god!
Lawson's back.
But
Will
when you have-
Cortez says Street Profits.
When you have every match at least 20, 25 minutes, as we said, by the time you get to the main event, people just want to tune out. And that's the thing is, we were literally sitting here yawning, falling asleep.
yeah,
Oh,
I just wanted to
man.
go and eat.
That's all. Bad.
I wanted to go see our buddy Ken.
Kevin,
Or Kevin, whatever the fuck his name
Where
is.
is he from?
wow.
TGI Fridays.
TGI
Oh,
Fridays.
jeez. Nice.
Remember,
man.
kiddo, if you're still watching, I want to see the receipt. It better not be for too much. But you got me in a good night, I guess.
Did you tell him your credit card number?
He already has it.
Uh-oh.
okay.
He already has it. See these eyes?
See, this is the
You
first
know who
time.
I'm looking at.
This is the first time we've seen Garza and Andrade work like a tag team. You've been posting your thing, so I don't know. But some of the stuff that they've shown so far
There we go.
looks like, I'll say, this pay-per-view has actually been pretty good. So
Very
far.
watchable.
Yeah, I would
Very
say
watchable.
compared to the past
Absolutely.
couple
I'm all done.
pay-per-views
Sorry,
they've done.
guys.
And maybe
I
it's
was
just
just
because
sharing
it's
it.
a group of us having fun.
I think
It's more better, but I mean, the last couple I thought sucked.
It's missing a big show heel turn though.
Well, it's
we
not
go.
over yet.
That's true.
I'll say,
Oh, Spanish Fly. Ooh, he almost didn't
Didn't
land
land
that.
on it.
Wow.
That was the Mexican
1,
Fly.
2. It's
Who's
a
the
Spanish
better out
Fly.
of the two out of the Street
'cause
Profits?
he's-
Who do you guys like
Yeah,
better?
I'll tell you this. I think Ford is a great athlete. He just doesn't look believable.
Didn't you tell me
The
he
other one
seems
looks-
lazy sometimes? Is that what you said? Was that you?
That he
Probably
seems
don't.
lazy?
Yeah, sometimes in
Montez
matches.
Ford?
Yeah.
No, I think Angelo Dawkins
Okay,
comes
that's one.
off
I
as
knew it was
very
one.
slow.
Yeah, that's it.
Very,
I knew it was one of the two
very
when we were
slow.
talking about it.
And I think Ford, on the other hand, is a great athlete.
Yep.
He just doesn't, and he's a lot taller than he comes off on TV. I'll say that. He just doesn't look to me as someone that I say, wow, that's a dangerous guy.
Right.
You know
It's
what I
just-
mean?
The good athletes that they have, they'll have a look. They'll be great in the ring, but they book them like goofs, like Matt Riddle, as we always talk about. Just people they book like idiots, but they're just great talents.
Yeah.
And it's just sometimes that goofy booking, like they do with the Street Profits. They're a good tag team, but it's just when you book them to do that stupid stuff, it's just.
That was a good spot right there.
See,
I
this
like
is,
that.
as I said before, this is the first time they've looked like a tag team in weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think that split
They're on the
from-
same page. They're actually,
That's what
it's
I'm saying.
flowing. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'll tell you this,
Nice
I
name.
wouldn't have taken Selena Vega away from
I
him.
wouldn't
I think
either.
she made him even better.
But I would have kept Vega with them. But the way they're doing the storyline is that they're better without them. Not in my opinion, but what
With the
they've been doing.
storyline,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the storyline. But I mean, here comes he knocks
Brian
him
Long
off.
thinks it's
We got
shaping up
the
to be a
Diesel.
decent show. Smartphone for a no-crowd show.
It's not
These
gonna be
watch-alongs make it better. Well, thank you
very
for
much.
joining us.
Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, I love both Garza and Andrade. It's just
Who's coming back for Brutus Beefcake at 11, baby?
what if this goes past 11?
It won't.
We'll have a
I'm
creature
just-
double feature going
Yeah,
on,
I
I
know.
guess.
I don't
We'd
think
have that problem if it was
All
AEW, that's
these-
for sure.
The pay-per-views for about a year have been ending at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
And
right?
that's perfect.
that.
that is
Yes,
perfect.
Perfect.
Absolutely,
I would-
it's perfect.
7 or 8 matches, give them each 15, 20 tops, maybe the main event 25 at the most, but
I'll say this, to
Spine
his
buster
credit,
was
it looks
nice.
like Angelo lost a little weight.
Yep.
Or is it just me?
hopefully.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, that was,
Did I just hear a bell ring?
yeah.
Wait,
That looked like a
That was
screwy
a boo-boo.
finish.
Was that a boo-boo?
Did I miss something?
Yeah, look
there?
at. Oh, he doesn't look happy. Are you kidding? And his shoulder went up too. Wow. And they ended it on a spine
Now,
buster.
did you see that? Oh, Ford was kind of kicking him there. Did you see that? To get
Yeah,
out of the
so-
ring. Well, the referees, they have to call it as a shoot. If it looks like those shoulders are down,
Angela
they have
Dawkins
to
doesn't look happy though.
count it.
Dawkins does not look
I
happy.
wouldn't show the replay.
I gotta see this again.
One, two. He got his shoulder up. Are you kidding me? Why are they showing it again? Oh, who's in the production truck tonight? Wim. 1, 2, shoulder up.
Wow.
And then he's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
like what
don't-
happened?" Like the facial expressions.
Well,
The-
you know what? You got to work it as it is, but
The reffing in the WWE has been awful lately. Like
that
What
was
is
that
that?
was Angel Hernandez quality right there.
that was awful.
You didn't get that one, Prodigy?
I get it.
Oh, Angel Hernandez.
I don't
All
want
right,
to talk
all
about
right.
him because
All right, well, yeah,
he
you
doesn't
gotta-
deserve to be an umpire. It's just the amount of games he's blown. Not even just for. Oh, maybe because Garza was injured, they called it early.
Something with his eye. Did you see them looking at his eye?
Maybe they need Candy to come out.
Oh, maybe the ref was told to do a 3 count.
Maybe they told the ref in the earpiece to
Yeah.
hit 3.
Yeah.
But why kick out then? Like, oh, because he
But I
doesn't
just
know.
thought
probably
it
didn't
He
was.
didn't
tell
know.
him.
Yeah, that's right.
I just thought it's just as someone that has observed so much and knows the workings of what happens when Ford kind of kicked him to get out of the ring. That was interesting. I hope he's
that was a
okay
goofy
too.
kick out of the ring.
No, remember when the match was over,
When he was laying on the
Andrade was
ground?
just laying there. Yeah, not work kicks, but when Ford was
I seen
laying
it,
on
yeah.
the match, he was kind of kicking him, like get the fuck
Fuck
out of the ring.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, those were
Absolutely.
silly kicks. I don't think those were.
It looked like what Dan. To me, it looked like what Dan's saying. Like he was like
not that he was trying to hurt him. That he was just trying to say, "Get the fuck out of here."
It being too
that was
noticeable.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, smartphone. You could be right. Maybe there was an outside injury.
Well,
Fox guy got a laugh.
Whoa,
Cowboy Joe West
hang
laughs
on,
at
hang on,
Angel
hang on.
Hernandez.
The ref just threw up. The ref just threw up the X. Looks unfortunately like Angel Garza is injured. So,
Jesus.
Angel brother, we hope you're all right because I
Absolutely.
believe in you.
I'm trying to think of what he could get hurt on.
Maybe that spine buster didn't land the right way.
No, that
But he
was on
wasn't the
Andrade.
one that got pinned.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh man, I'm way off. Sorry, guys.
I'm trying because remember when he tagged in
trying to
Andrade
think. Yeah.
and then he hit the knees.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of what
Do
happened
you think
before
the knees
that.
maybe?
I'm trying to think of.
They didn't show. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Why don't we just
yeah.
bring him back?
Yeah, some of the people want to see.
Hang on.
What do we
were
got
on the
next
gr-
on the
They were on the ground and they were kicking each other, and I was about to say it, but it looked like Garza got kicked in the face.
You got mule kick.
It looked like he got kicked for real. So
Mule
that
kick. Yeah.
might be it.
That's someone.
Now,
That's
what do
in
you
great
think's
shape.
going to draw more tonight, little scene? There is a man that is very wise. The Broken Skull session with
Sessions?
Steve Austin and Kurt Angle, or Wrestling Insiders with Brutus Beefcake.
Well, I mean, that already debuted
I mean,
earlier today.
I think
Could
wrestling.
be
Insiders-
close. Could be close.
right.
Yeah. Well,
No,
we hope
but you
you'll
know
come
what?
back and
I
see
don't know
us
how
with
many people
Brutus
are
at
there.
some
I think
point.
they will come back and watch.
How
Are
come
they
he-
announcing the draft?
Hakami, how bad do I mispronounce your name,
Oh, they're
brother?
announcing the draft 2 nights.
What do we got?
There we go.
2 brands in the Thunderdome. Every superstar,
Is subject to change.
every champion. Wow.
I mean, it's the same tag they use every year, but
Yes, it is. The draft. Friday,
October
October 9th on Raw. I mean, on Fox. Sorry, on Fox. And then on USA.
Too
Look
much.
at this.
Too much.
No good, huh?
You know, what would really interest me if they, and it would
damn
take so
back.
much long-term
Wow.
booking, they would never be able to do it in this day and age. Yeah, forget about that.
You don't
right?
like her?
No. I would have a free agency period.
Yeah. Oh,
I'd
absolutely.
just say from like September into mid-October, something like that, where the guys could, theoretically appear on both brands.
Right.
And negotiate contracts. I mean, that would be like saying, okay, well, Roman Reigns is signed for 3 years to SmackDown. Does WWE have the patience to do something like that? No.
And you could
Do
use
they
the
have the
network
long-term
as
vision?
you could use
No.
the network as
Yeah.
like you know how they do it?
The NFL draft.
Right.
Yeah.
Do it
But
like
I would
that.
do an actual free agency period. I would love to see that at some point.
And the thing is, too, is you know how they have the network? They never do any breaking news on that. It's always through every other thing other than the network
Every
where
other
they
form
can.
of social media.
I don't get it.
You know
Or
how
TMZ or this one reported it. Why not have it be
Oh, wait a
reported from the WWE network?
I'm
You know
getting the Uber Eats update.
Uh-oh.
Let's-
hang on. You know how drafts are usually for rookies?
Yeah.
What they should use the draft for.
Oh,
What they
just
should
going
use
back
the draft for is for NXT and the developmentals, and use the free agency period
for
as
the other superstars.
for the
yeah.
other superstars. So say each brand gets 5 draft picks.
Yeah,
Each,
absolutely.
4 rounds. So you get, just back and forth
Yep.
for 20 picks. That's
Or you know
20,
what wouldn't be
but they could do anybody from NXT or the developmental system and make it seem like, say someone that's in developmental and they draft them. That's like a shocking draft.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something like that to add some,
You know what would be an interesting way to do it? If they almost set it up like, when they do the expansion drafts for new teams?
Yeah.
Like, say, Raw. All right,
And you
Raw
can
gets
pick
to
and
protect
choose.
any 8 guys. SmackDown can protect any 8 guys. And
And
then
then
the
it's
other
a
brand gets 2
free-for-all.
or 3 picks.
Yeah.
Then they get to protect 4 or 5 more or
Right.
something like that. The way where they just do it, where sometimes a computer picks it,
Yeah.
or that foolishness they did last year with all these unknown people. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got Natalia. All right, give me 5, baby. It's like,
Yeah.
even worse.
Oh, who is it gonna be? What's your prediction?
she's
Who's
just-
she facing?
I don't know if she's got a chair.
Yeah, she's
I
the
said
Balls
before-
Mahoney of the women's division now.
Oh,
I
balls.
said before
I
Lacey
love it.
Evans.
Balls
There's really nobody
Mahoney.
unless they're gonna have
Are
someone
you
from like
shitting me?
And now this one wants my credit card number because he deleted it.
Well, don't
As
say
we
it out
allow-
loud.
I mean,
I'm joking around.
What do we got? Look at her. She's even holding it up.
But I said Lacey Evans. Anybody Naomi's
be
out
okay
with
with that,
surgery,
like
as
you
we said
said.
before. I can go look at the roster real quick. I think who else is left? Dana Brooke. I mean, I'm just trying to think of people. I'm not predicting that.
Like I said, watch him throw Sasha in it just because. You know WWE doesn't like to build. Remember I said
you know
that
what I think is going to happen? I think they're going to do those two in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's going to be awful.
Or maybe they debut that new girl now that they've been.
It's Carmella, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, Dana Brooke.
I
They're
thought
going to
you
call her
said you.
Cammy, though. They're going to change it up.
No, they're not.
No, I'm
I was going to
teasing.
say, what?
I don't know if Ember Moon is.
I was reading something that Melina signed back with WWE. Did you read that?
I think it's negotiating.
Okay.
And then Ember Moon, I don't know if she's cleared yet, but
Larson does not even like sex. Well, Larson, thank you for letting us know that during the Clash of Champions watch along.
I don't know why Mickie James and Mandy Rose are still on the SmackDown roster and Mojo Rawley.
Takumi, this is the most interesting version of Bayley. Smartphone for me. Sasha needs to be solo. Sasha is another top WWE lady.
I don't know about Tamina and where she's at, but there's not many women you can put out there. I'll tell you that.
Telling you, I have a feeling they're gonna do it right now. Sasha's gonna come out. I hope.
I would not.
I would not do it either. But I just felt,
I wouldn't even predict that though. That's just. There's no way you just throw it on this when you've been building it for a month or so and been building up to it since what? WrestleMania.
Well, if it's not gonna be her, I hope it's at least worth watchable. You know what I mean?
I just think they're gonna throw like Lacey Evans out there, or maybe an NXT call-up.
So there you go. Yeah.
I was about to say that before I was rudely interrupted
by me.
Yeah, and about the Uber Eats, but I said maybe an NXT call-up. Because I said something. He said something about the credit card number. But I was about to say this would be a perfect opportunity to have an NXT call-up. You know what I mean?
It'd be nice to see a couple of new faces. If they have something for them to do, or if they know they're going to be pigeonholed as a mid or an undercard talent,
maybe it's Tessa
bring
Blanchard.
them up for the draft.
Who's this?
Tessa Blanchard.
I'm joking.
I can't hear the music, so I don't know.
You know what I think of her?
Are you kidding me?
It's Asuka, yeah.
Oh, my God.
So what happened here? Nikki Cross was injured or ill?
No, they said she wasn't medically cleared, but she probably has COVID.
No
I mean, why else would she be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just randomly off. She wasn't even at
So they're gonna do this. I mean, it's whatever, but like, why?
They've done this for months before.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just overkill
He's
at this
angry.
point.
He's angry at this point.
So they're both. And if
who
she
cares?
wins, she's gonna win both titles. Like, come on.
How many?
You know what? I'll say this, and I'll continue to say this, and I know you guys don't think I like women's wrestling. For the most part, you might be right.
I was just gonna say,
I would put all the women on one show. I would give Monday Night Raw either at 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I would make it an all women's hour. Let the fans that enjoy women's wrestling really have an all women show. And I think it would give WWE a much better idea how many fans truly do want to sit through it and watch it every week.
You know what I want to ask you? How come we're not getting any of Stone Cold tonight? No Raw Underground, nothing, no matches from it. Because I know you look forward to that every Monday.
They don't do that on pay-per-view, do they?
Yeah, but they haven't debuted it yet. That's why I didn't know if this would be the one they debuted.
They'll save that for Extreme Rules.
Because I know you love Stone Cold on it.
Stone Cold Shane McMahon. That's right.
Debut.
I'm waiting for him.
No, they put it on a pay-per-view, like debut maybe on this something.
Unless they make a Raw Underground title, I don't see it being.
Don't you know they're probably going to.
I said that to him on one of our shows.
Before it's all said and done, Shane O'Mac takes out Braun Strowman.
Oh, my God. We go back and forth on our text on Monday.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Because I said to him on one of the shows we're doing, I said, you know they're going to make a Raw Underground
Back it up. No, let's go. Who's next?
Whoa. No, that's enough. After 15 seconds of a worked MMA match. Set enough. He said, no. Set enough.
It's so true too because it's
with a bunch of guys that nobody knows.
Text and I'm laughing. I text
him at the same time.
I can't. It's just so funny because I can see him doing it. And
I would have just left this match off.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Absolutely.
I would have just. There's no need to have it. If I would just say Nikki Cross is injured, Bayley had a contract to fight Nikki. Nikki couldn't compete, so by forfeit, she retains her title and moves on.
I think WWE needs the help of Dr. David Reese to help coordinate the contracts. President of the Modern Wrestling Federation.
They need more help than that.
Brian Long likes my idea. The women should all be on one show.
I've agreed with it. I like it.
And wouldn't it be interesting, though, for us to actually be able to sit through an abbreviated Raw that's 2 hours or a 2 hour SmackDown of just an all-men show and see how the fans react to that, too?
Try it. Why not?
Look at what the rate, and you know what? Again, I get criticized that I'm too tough on the women. A lot of the times you might be right, But if you go back and you look at what WWE's numbers were the week they decided to do this hashtag Give Divas a Chance, the week they brought up Charlotte, Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha all together that same week, the ratings are down more than 50% in those 5 years. Is that the only reason why they've gone down so much? Absolutely not. Is it a reason why they've gone down? Absolutely. From someone that's seen as many live events as I have, to see how many people get up and go to the bathroom and when the women's matches begin, look at when they tried to do the women's pay-per-view. That, as far as trying to sell the tickets,
oh my God,
have you ever heard of an event where they try and sell tickets for $5?
I was just going to say $4 or $5.
The modern era? Oh.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, I know these ladies work hard. I'm sure most of them are good human beings. From that.
Yeah, they work hard.
Oh, here we go. German suplex.
They just
like you German on the floor, baby.
I mean,
I think they've taken away from the enjoyment of a lot of wrestling. I do like that hour segment. I do like that. Have an hour show for them. That'd be perfect. And just put the better ones on, you know?
I said to him, I said, what they should do.
Double count.
Are you kidding me? Why even have the match?
Oh, was that bad?
That was terrible. Terrible.
But the thing is, why even have the match?
Bailey Mahoney.
If you're going to go for 2 or 3 minutes.
And Axel Banks.
Oh, man. Yes. Oh, I love that.
No Macho Man elbow tonight, baby.
No way. Bailey Mahoney. Give me a
Bailey Mahoney.
Oh.
And this is what they came up with. To have Asuka go out there.
For no reason.
For
she
no
just
reason.
pointed at Cole. She meant business right there. You see it? Oh, and there she is.
Oh, wait,
Axel Banks.
Boy, she's like Stone Cold in 97 now. She's going to give Sergeant Slaughter a stunner.
I would have just had Bailey come out.
Come on. Oh, yes.
I would have had Bailey come out.
And just do this.
And
just have Sasha
that's
come out and hit her and
That's
avoid
what I
the
was
match.
saying.
It would make more sense than having Asuka go out there.
Oh, look at
and
that.
do
After
that
just having a
garbage.
match and then getting, come on.
I would have had her cut a promo.
And I like, well,
have Sasha come out. You know what I mean? And then just have, you could have accomplished this without the bullshit before.
Yeah.
Awful.
maybe Vince could come out.
And then why is she doing it with the neck break? Like, come on.
Vince could come out and do that promo they did at MSG. Sasha,
I think
we care about you.
I think,
Yes.
And then Sasha stuns him.
Yep.
I think this is going to be the turnaround of the show. They always have that one segment that
where they just ruin it.
It starts going
What are we going
well.
for? Kendo stick? What is it? What is she going for?
She's looking for the off button
Oh,
on
and
the
then
camera.
Yeah.
Balls. Come on,
Well, that's
balls.
balls, yeah. Oh, and now what do we got?
Sandman.
Yes.
You know what she's looking for.
Sandman, Tommy Dreamer,
Yeah, I've
whatever
never
you
understood why in 2020 there is still kendo sticks under the ring.
want. Right?
Now, I can see a chair, I can see a ladder, I can see a table, things that might get used
I'll
when
tell
you
you one thing,
assemble
though.
a ring.
Dominic Mysterio took those kendo sticks.
He sure did.
Oh, my God.
He paid his dues with those
Yeah.
See, the
babies.
thing that I don't get is, so, and under storyline I'm talking here, they showed Garza down and injured, and they stopped the match.
Right.
Basically, it ended. Now they have Sasha out here in a neck brace fighting, and they're still showing them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
It's-
Absolutely.
and not even like in the
You're
show
right.
separately, back to back.
Yeah.
It's for fans like us, we understand that, but
People that are just watching and
people that are just watching won't
Yeah.
put two
Well,
and two
Sasha's
together.
laying it in. I'll give her credit.
You know what I mean? It's just you're gonna have one segment and show a guy injured and then go right away.
Right
Then
back
you have
with
someone
it.
come out in a neck brace and looks
We're
like they're
going
not
right
even
back, yeah.
injured. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just because you're holding your neck doesn't sell it.
No.
You know what I mean?
because she can't move the way she is if she was, I know what you're saying, yeah.
It's just as I said to him on one of our shows. Sometimes they
Maybe
put two,
Sandman
sometimes they
sleeping
put
under
two and
the
two
ring.
together
Maybe,
and they come up with
Maybe
three.
he's ripping a butt.
They put two and two together, they come up with three. They don't really meet their thing. Sometimes they put two and two together and they get five, and they do more than they should.
Oh, shit.
They're
She
off the
just missed her. Unbelievable.
They hit the See, but they always have this one segment that just it's going well,
And then it goes on,
and then
the
it's just
segment.
boom.
Yeah, 'cause the segment just goes on forever.
And it just turns the tide of the whole show. And
Honestly,
it just
like you
ruins
said,
it.
this should have been the segment.
They
and
didn't
that's it.
need to do the Oscar
Right.
match.
They
That's
should
all.
have just
And
done
this
this,
would have
and
been.
that's it.
It's like the triple threat match on Friday night. The first part of the segment where they were talking was
Yeah.
fine. Then they did the triple threat match, and you're like, you didn't really need to do that.
No,
you
not
know?
at all.
Or like with AEW
All
on
right, guys.
Wednesday.
I got to go.
He's got to go again.
Again,
He's got the
geez.
Flomax problem
sir.
like Marty Jannetty. Now let's talk trash about him while he's
Uh-oh.
gone.
Yeah.
All right.
But you could have accomplished this without the match. What was the point
Well,
of sending Asuka out there? What did she earn from that? Nothing.
Sasha should throw Bailey into the computer screens in the crowd and shatter some screens. I like that, Brian. Junior Ambassador says they should have separate pay-per-views for girls. I like the idea of them having their own weekly TV show. I don't know. They tried a pay-per-view once, and it kind of went so-so.
I said to you on our weekly shows, I think it was one of our Tuesday shows for Raw.
I'm glad you remember the days even. You're doing better than me, kid.
What they should do is they should do an hour network special just to kind of gauge, how many people are going to go on the network. You know what I mean? And just gauge how many people are going to watch it. Don't go straight to TV, because if you get 200,000 people that watch it, they're just going to get.
I'm going to wait for Dave to come back before I say it, but it's very interesting.
I mean, you could
every once in a while I have an interesting thought.
Okay,
it's not even an interesting thought.
I'll
it's
give
just
my
something
thought.
that needs to be said.
But I would just do an hour network special. If they start getting enough people and people are watching it, then you move it to TV. I wouldn't go right to TV right away. Like I said with you in AEW, they should have done like a network or a YouTube stream thing, like do something on Twitch, like what TNA does. They stream on different places like that. I would have done a YouTube live show with them and then go to TV. Going right to TV sometimes doesn't really translate over. It did for AEW. They've done pretty well.
Well, now that we're in between matches, we'll try and get some cheap plugs in. The Super Chat is open, fans. That little gray button with the $sign underneath it. For all of the hard work, for all of the fun, believe me, old Dan Marati could use a cold beverage as he gets ready for Brutus Beefcake later tonight. For Tony Atlas, Tuesday at 9 p.m., when Tony shares his thoughts on the Marty Jannetty murder confession. Then I tell you this, Thursday night at 9 o'clock, if you don't tune into Wrestling Insider's party with Marty Jannetty, it is an episode. You've heard of the plane ride from hell.
Oh, absolutely.
You haven't heard anything until you hear about the Marty Jannetty 1990 plane ride from hell that I had never heard of before.
I listened to it.
Wilder than
I listened to it up there when I was in the control room. I'm not going to give anything away, but that story was, as you said,
had me on the floor.
Yeah, not like funny, but just.
Oh no, I was laughing.
I wasn't. I was more of.
It
they're
was
doing
crazy.
this match now.
It was crazy.
Wow.
Oh, I'm going to get another drink.
Go for it, buddy.
This should be the main event.
The Guardian's going to be there, baby. He's ready.
Who?
The Guardian of Chaos. He's going to be
my buddy. He's the one that gave us a shout out on that show that I played
we love
for
the Guardian then. He's the Guardian of Wrestling Insiders.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, the Guardian of Chaos. Or the GOC.
But the Marty Jannetty episode this Thursday at 9 o'clock is insane. You could have walked around the camera, but why put forth the extra
once.
effort?
He's gotten up twice. Yeah. Who cares?
He didn't walk in front of the camera.
Yeah, because he went this way. He didn't have to go that way.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's go.
A split second isn't gonna do
so
anything.
He's
really. Make sure to like and subscribe. See why we keep you around, brother? You might be 15.
That's why you deserved the Uber Eats.
That's why you deserve the Uber Eats.
Yes.
Now, I want to know, you getting McDonald's or Wendy's? What? Because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. Other than these prepackaged 89-cent donuts.
There's no room over
from
there.
Mobile.
I'm walking in front of it.
I didn't say you could have two. No, go ahead.
There's no room on that side of the camera.
Yeah, all right. You got me on that one.
Then I'm going to hit the camera, and then you're going to have a cow.
He's getting McDonald's. I want some McDonald's. I'm starving.
God forbid I hit the camera. He's going to go nuts trying to go around.
I'm just waiting for the episode when we both wear that same shirt.
I was thinking about that when I was driving up. I'm like, he's going to be wearing the same shirt as me.
Do I need to wear a polo then too?
No, but what I'm saying is him and I have the exact same shirt.
But you guys are wearing polos anyways. I'm the only one with a
We
t-shirt.
always wear polos.
Well, you're in the middle, brother. You're the main event.
I don't need
You're on top.
Come on.
I mean, even though he's in the middle, but.
What did I say?
You said he's on top, but he's in the middle.
That's all right. It's been a long day.
It's okay.
It's been a long day.
Yes.
But we're looking forward to being with you live next Sunday night for NXT TakeOver 31.
Absolutely.
And Bound for Glory, October 24th. Hell in the Cell, October 25th. We're going to have some announcements.
That's a back-to-back.
We're going to have some announcements on the 25th, baby, on who is going to be coming to the hot seat with old Dan Marati on Wrestling Insiders for those studio shoot interviews with the legends that you guys love. When we talk 80s and 90s wrestling, like I said the other night, In 20 years, when I'm 60 years old in 2040, what am I going to talk to the WWE talent of today about? What the Thunderdome was like? The stories of the 80s and 90s legends. You know, I'm so glad we were able to document Kamala in a 3-hour interview. I'm so sad that Road Warrior Animal was going to be joining us here at our Back to the 80s live event. In addition to the wrestling event, Joe was going to come to the studio to join us, and now we lost that opportunity. So rest in peace to another member of our brotherhood. But it's just, we got to get these guys in here while they're still with us. That sounds kind of morbid, but it's the truth. WWE isn't going to produce 3-hour DVD specials on a lot of these guys. Think of the gems we've got from Tony Atlas and Marty Jannetty that WWE would never produce. But we're doing it. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I just found out he's a Texas Longhorns fan. I looked at his phone and I saw Texas there.
What's a Longhorn?
Texas Longhorns.
Because I don't know if I deleted it.
You two have got more in common than I have with you.
Yeah, I put this on my
But anyway,
Instagram story.
The Patreon is a big help when you guys join that for the cost of a cup of coffee. The Super Chat is a big help when you're on here live because it helps us keep the lights on. It would help us get the internet wired. Okay. There's going to be some interesting conversations here this week because I can't believe the Wi-Fi issue that we had. The merchandise on eBay. Christmas is coming up. Can I say Christmas? I know some people get offended by that word. Yeah. All right. Well, if you're offended by Christmas, I'm sorry.
Yes.
But we have great merchandise. And not only do you get the merchandise, but if you've seen on Tony Atlas's Wrestling Insiders, you get a shout out from a Hall of Famer for helping us keep the lights on, baby.
How can you beat that? You can't.
We got the podcast versions of the reviews of the TV shows. Dave is going to be coming around more. We got the watch-alongs, as he calls them. We got Tony every week. We got Jannetty every week. We got John Cena Sr. in the piece every Friday night after SmackDown. Baby, we're working hard.
We're ready.
Wait until December. Wait until you see what we're going to do for the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlock Toy Drive. Former Intercontinental Champion will be here. Former Tag Team Champions will be here.
Have you been
Another WWE Hall of Famer will be here for the very first time. A minimum of 4 brand new WWE 80s and 90s legends right here as they talk college football. Yeah, I love Texas.
It's funny because I saw them play college basketball first, and my college basketball team is Gonzaga, which is stupid because I don't know why I saw their college basketball team play before I saw their college football team play. But I've been a Texas fan for years, which is funny.
And look at this, the junior ambassador. I should do a kid interview.
Yeah.
I've been telling your mother that for years. I would love to have a kid's point of view on this show. Make a kid's version of the show. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
I think I've heard of YouTube videos doing that too, of kids doing it. I think, honestly, I mean, with that comment, he has some sensible.
Linda doesn't want him to do it. Linda does. Linda's, I loved Linda Moratti for a long time, so I can't say anything bad. She's, sometimes there are pains in certain parts of the body, and she knows how to create them better than anybody, baby. The day Marty Jannetty was here, he wanted to come in and meet him and get an autograph and a picture to get his birthday gifts. Linda made me go out to the car to give him the gifts. When he got his coveted Universal Championship title. I don't know. I wish I was able to get those things at his age.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That kid, he's been around midgets. He's been around giants. Christmas phone calls from the boogeyman.
That's cool.
He's had an interesting little life, that kid.
That's awesome.
But you know what? You might not be here in the studio, kid, but you're right here, and that's all that counts.
Yes, sir.
My best buddy.
So as we move into our next match.
Brian Long, I wish I had more to say. He's asking about Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. I've tried to get the Duke to come back for a follow-up to the original interview we did with him. That DVD is also streaming on the Patreon right now. But I lost my train of thought. Thank you.
Sorry.
The Duke is battling the Big C, unfortunately.
Texas.
And as I try and talk about the Duke's health, they're putting over Texas. But we can only hope the Duke is feeling better. I mean, during coronavirus, I don't even know if it would be even a wise idea to try and get him into the studio, but would love to have the Duke back. If you haven't seen the Duke of Dorchester shoot interview with all the old Boston Garden and WWF stories, it's a lot of fun. I know we push the Patreon a lot because it helps us do these shows, but it is available along with dozens of other great interviews, early ad-free access to Wrestling Insiders every week. We just added a Demolition full-length studio shoot interview DVD, Iron Sheik studio shoot interview DVD number 2. Here's my song. You should have heard me doing it earlier today.
We're sitting there at the desk. At least an hour. Do.
Do you like it, or is it because it's so annoying?
I don't know.
I want to get predictions in before the bell rings.
All right, what's this?
Okay, I have Randy winning.
Okay. I'm going to say Drew's keeping it.
I've said before, I'll say it again. If WWE has Drew McIntyre lose in any way, shape, or form until they have a crowd again, they're in a worse place than I thought.
Who do you think will win?
McIntyre.
Yeah. I think he holds it. He has it until at least WrestleMania.
But I'll say this, for my personal enjoyment, I'd rather see Orton as the champion. But if I'm WWE and I'm looking at my business as a long-term proposal, I would not make that man look bad in any way, shape, or form until they
Here comes your spot. Here it goes. Here we go, baby. He loves
I've never as the Scottish psychopath. He goes to the middle rope and goes.
Oh, you love that?
But there's no sound that comes out of him. He just silently goes.
He's not going to do it.
That's awesome.
You know, he really means business tonight. Then.
You know what I don't like? If these guys are going at each other for weeks, if not months, it's basically no disqualification match.
Right.
Ambulance match. Why don't they just, if I'm Randy and they've been fighting for weeks, just go after him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like stuff like that.
Yep.
Maybe Retribution will be in the ambulance.
What do you guys think
If
about
it was
Retribution?
closing the show, I could see them doing that.
One of the worst
stupid.
concepts they've had in forever.
And it's
the junior ambassador says McIntyre deserves it. How come he says Randy's going to win?
Oh,
I think Randy's going to win.
I mean, I love both guys, but I just think McIntyre.
Brian Long, you're a good friend, brother.
What do you say?
Out of all the wrestling shows I think I've ever seen, other than Saturday night's main event, which wasn't a weekly show, Primetime Wrestling, when Bobby and Gorilla hosted it, was my favorite wrestling show of any of them. I don't know if you remember those prime times. Were you around for prime time? I know you are a long-time fan. But were you around for the version when Gorilla and Bobby hosted it?
I was like very, very little.
That show is just so good.
But I got to admit, I do go back and watch it on the network. Yes, absolutely.
I love primetime wrestling. Yeah. Then they switched it to a version when Vince was really on the gas and he'd wear those Zuba pants. They had a studio audience, probably not much bigger than this. They did that for about a year where they'd have guests come in. And then they went to a panel with Vince, Bobby, Perfect, Hillbilly Jim, and Duggan, and Slick, and it would change. And
no good.
And then it turned into Raw.
And it turned into Raw.
It did.
I just think it's funny. I
don't mean to interrupt you, but the update on Angel Garza, it's a knee injury.
Oh, really?
Angel, brother,
we're with you,
I feel your pain. Believe me.
Yeah. Probably worse, though, but.
All I know is with Drew, man, look at him. He looks like you know what I'm saying? That's a good thing about it. He looks like a champion. Like, look at him.
And he's a big guy.
Yeah,
he's not a little 5'10" flipper. You know?
He is fantastic. That's why, like you said,
I don't think he's fantastic. But if I'm WWE, I want to protect that man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His look.
Yes.
That's what I mean. I'm
if you're going to protect him and prolong the I said this to him earlier and he agreed with me. If Randy is going to take that title from him in any type of match, it'll be an ambulance match because he doesn't have to be pinned. It's the right way
to have him do the job.
That's what I'm saying is if this is my prediction, I think Randy will win tonight and then Drew will get it back at Hell in a Cell. It gives it a whole nother month.
It's just like he was saying, though. Why would you build him up all this way just to lose it in?
And, you know, they've just blown through so many feuds. Look at that Seth Rollins feud could have been extended for more than one pay-per-view. Yeah. The Bobby Lashley program could have been extended more than one pay-per-view.
And it's funny, out of all those, I think the Ziggler one was probably the longest.
Yeah. That is,
that was just kind of sad, but
and they did
it just shows the state how small the roster is. That they had to,
and they did that randomly too, sending Ziggler over to Raw.
Yeah, another one of those big trades. Yeah.
Well, that's like go back to what you said with the draft, like that. They could make that huge if they made it like you said with the free agents and things like that.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
Either that or do it like how they do an expansion draft.
Yeah.
Protect like 8 talents, and then the other promotion can pick 3. Then you get to protect another, just say 5.
And then what about champions? How would you do champions?
I'd have one world
That's what I'm
champion.
saying,
I'd
yeah.
have a U.S. and Intercontinental on the opposite
Okay.
shows.
But
I'd have one
championship-
tag team champion that would float. I'd have one women's champion.
But
that would
champions
float.
could float, you're saying?
Other than the U.S. and Intercontinental, yes.
Yes, okay.
I'd make those two
I don't
brand
mind that at all. I
exclusive.
actually like that. Whoa, almost an arcade.
Too many titles. The fans don't care. And that 24/7 title would go bye-bye if I had the pencil. Bye-bye.
See ya.
They humiliated Mick Foley with that nonsense the night they introduced it.
Right?
Only going to compete
Oof.
from the 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock hour
What happened
on
to that?
Raw. Oh,
Now it's on all time.
that'll be underground next.
Yep.
I don't
There'll be NXT underground, SmackDown underground,
Oh, please.
205 Live
Oh.
underground.
Right.
I think 205 Live.
Whoa, that's enough. He's had enough. Whoa, hold it. Whoa, hey, no, you had enough. Who wants
it?
to fight? Who wants it next?
Who wants it?
And then 10 seconds later, whoa.
It's literally.
These dangerous shoot fights where anything goes, but they last 15 seconds
it's a
and you don't know
2-minute
who
segment, like, I
any
don't
of them
get it.
are.
But the thing is, after a few punches, whoa, he's had
Yeah.
enough. He's had enough.
Or I liked when the big guy stands there at the beginning, about 9:30, and Shane O'Mac, oh, we got a big night coming up, and then you they got that little underground theme song,
with the
and I
smoke
guess
coming
all of
through
the
the
Street
door.
Profits smoke. They must be in there
Yeah.
because they want the smoke as it comes out of the door
What the hell?
when Shane
What
talks
is
to the
this?
bodyguard. Who's that? Big Show?
What did I say? What did I say? Oh my!
He looks like King Kong
What did
Bundy
I
Oh
say?
my
without the
God,
beard.
he does.
What did I say at the beginning of
Yeah,
the show?
I know.
All this is missing is a big show
A
heel turn.
I don't see that happening, but
Oh, that was awful. And what did I say when we were in
that
the
was
car?
awful. Yeah.
What did I say in the car earlier today? We were talking about the leaves changing.
And I said Big Show's like the seasons. He's good for
Why
heel
is he
turn.
No, I said to you, I said
involved
the
in
only
this,
thing that
though.
turns more than the trees is Big
It's
Show.
Big Show, yeah.
And then I said during the show, I said the only thing this is missing is a Big Show heel turn. Oh my
But
God.
why is he
That's
involved?
hilarious.
Well, they had a little program going on.
Right, but for what in this, like,
Why in this match?
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Maybe
And now
to-
we're going to get, like
maybe
you
so
said, this was
Orton-
the 8th time. This is going to be a 9th time
Maybe
now.
so Orton doesn't look too weak and losing, maybe?
Yeah, I guess so.
I would have had this happen a little later in the
But you
match,
know what
although
we
we don't
might
know
get?
the finish.
He didn't even
Wait,
have by the
wait,
throat.
wait,
You
wait.
see that? He jumped and just fell.
What if,
Jesus.
say Randy wins and then Big Show challenges him for the title? Oh,
Do you remember Survivor Series 2013 at the Garden, how bad that match was?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they
my
fought each other.
God.
Yeah.
They fought
Every
each other.
Survivor Series, and we've had 3 of them in Boston, and they've
They've
all been
terrible.
awful.
Yep.
F5.
Awful.
Oh. I thought he was going to like
You go.
toss him over.
And what was the Raw time? Was it Cena and Alberto Del
Yeah.
Rio? That Survivor Series was awful.
Yep.
Awful. I remember what the highlight of that to me was Quincy getting to meet WWE Hall of Famer Sue Aitchison.
Really?
I have a picture of her. Quincy
Oh
had a
my
court.
God.
Quincy had a court jester hat on, like what you'd
What
see.
did she think of him?
She's used to the specials.
Have you ever had him on one of these?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. John Cena Sr. wouldn't like that.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. The
Have you
15-year-old
met
junior
Quincy?
ambassador says, "I knew
Sadly,
it." What you knew? What
He's not watching the
he
show.
did meet Quincy.
Yeah.
You should have seen the
He was in
size
my
of the
car.
jacket that Quincy had on. He
It took up half of my car, and you saw how big my car was.
you know how Quincy is.
Yeah.
He bought this winter jacket at the Salvation Army for like $3.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
It was a size. It's a 5 extra large. It
Are you
looks like
kidding
he's
me?
in like an igloo.
Why? do you-
No joke. The jacket was out to here, but I'm not even
I'll
kidding.
have to see if I
He
have
barely
pictures
fit
of
in
it.
a large. Oh my God.
He was sitting in my back seat.
used
and he
to
took up-
It's a 5X.
That's unbelievable. Wow.
It would look huge on me.
Right.
So Quincy gets in my car, and Dan goes, "You got any space to rent in there?"
That's,
But at least he didn't sit with us.
that's right.
I think it was me and you. We were alone.
They could only give us 2 in the handicap section. So him and I took the
Took them.
handicaps and we sent them to Never
And that's when
Neverland.
they started the Goldberg Roman. All right,
Is someone going to be in the ambulance?
I was going to say someone's definitely coming out of the ambulance.
Retribution, like he was saying. Watch. Here we
Maybe
go.
it's Cowboy Boob Orton.
God.
Yeah. I don't know about that, man.
Maybe Big Show popped in
I
the
love
ambulance
that.
before he left. Can you
Oh.
imagine if he pops out again? Oh,
He would have had to have done a lot
a
of
red
running.
chair.
Red one. Ooh.
Wow, they're getting
It's like
creative
Helen
tonight.
Marcel.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
it's got
oh
the
my
friggin'
God.
symbol on it. You kidding me?
That's a very important chair.
That's government property.
The chair shot looks good.
Because it's,
Not like
it's the
Bailey's.
boys. Yeah, it's not those girls. Oh.
Brian Long, I know I haven't been able to respond to just about everything you've said, but you've been spot on, brother. Have you been with us before on the shows? I don't recognize your name. I apologize if you have.
I think if McIntyre is to win, I think for him to win, have him like Randy in front of the back, like right there.
Oh, yeah.
And then have him Claymore him like into the ambulance. You know what I mean?
That would be awesome.
Like Claymore him, and then he falls into it.
Yeah.
See, this is why Randy Orton is so effing good, because he pays attention to the small details.
Yeah.
They've been working on that jaw angle for weeks now, and he continues to work on the jaw. There are so many guys that would be forgotten about, not even the next week, sometimes the same night, where guys are on the same TV show 2 or 3 times a night.
It's true.
That's why Randy
That's why he's
Orton,
one of the best.
I don't know how you can say a guy that's a 13-time world champion is underrated, but he's one of the most underrated main eventers in wrestling
And
history.
also,
Absolutely.
even in the same night here, Zelina Vega was working on Asuka's arm. Asuka came out to face Bailey, and her arm looked fine. I just realized that after he said it.
To me, that's kind of passable. It'd almost be like Red Rooster and Bobby Heenan from WrestleMania 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go.
The wrestlers
Even though
in
it's
there
not
with the
gonna happen.
manager type, and you think Braun's
get?
going to come tip it?
Oh,
Or
my God.
I could, Randy could be going to RKO him, but he could push him
Into the
into the ambulance and shut the. I would, if Drew was going to
Now,
win,
do you have to drive out of the building with the damn thing, or is it just shut the door?
it's usually just shut the door.
Right, because remember, I
That
remember
is,
watching.
to be honest, I don't even remember. That's what you have. How the finish happens? You just
You
put the
have to
guy
throw-
in the
Because
ambulance.
I thought
close
I
the
remember
doors.
one time was you had to drive him out the building too.
That was one
You
stipulation.
know how many times I would have lost? I've been in a lot of ambulances.
Jesus.
But if I was going to have Drew when I do the Claymore into the ambulance, or Randy could go RKO him, but then he like picks him up and throws
tosses
him,
him in,
like what
yeah.
Keith Lee did to him when he.
That's your favorite.
But if I was going to have Randy win, I don't know how you know what I mean? How do you,
Oh, wait,
instead of
sneaking
just
in the
throwing
front
him
door.
in there, unless
What's he
they do
doing?
the thing like they did, I think they've only done it once, where Cena put Ryback through the top of it.
Yeah.
That was what, Payback 2013?
13.
Yeah, I was
No.
going to say 2014? No.
No, it was
No,
13.
13.
Yeah, the year Paul Bearer
13,
died.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Cena beat Rock for the title, and then he had that run.
Uh-oh.
And then,
and they took a guy,
I wonder if
That
he could
should
go
be
in the
made
front
it-
seat and close the
a
door.
guy that should be
Right?
main eventing
Yeah,
for
that's
them
the
right
thing
now,
is-
and turned him into a jobber.
Who?
Oh,
Ryback.
Oh, yeah.
did
You see
saw
the stuff he said about
I was just
yeah.
about
He
to say
was
that.
telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you read that?
No,
What I
he
don't
read
like
me a little
about
of
that
it.
is Ryback. The only thing is you need a reality check because you wouldn't have been anything without Vince McMahon, that piece of crap that you called him. So, like, are you kidding me? To say that stuff, you
You're
wouldn't have
not
been anything.
wrong, but there's a guy right now that should be making $2 or $3 million a year
Right.
in a main eventer and is doing nothing.
I get to a point, like I said,
Here
I
we
get to
go.
a point, but he's
I was going to do the window.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
the door.
oh
But
my
You know
God.
what would have made? I mean, Big Show makes sense because he was kind of involved. with
Yeah.
it. You know who I would be pissed who should show up? Who's been involved in this storyline more than anybody the past month or two?
Big Keith.
Keith Lee.
Yep.
If anybody was going to come out in this storyline, it'd be Keith. How many times have they screwed him from getting a win or
so
screwing
true.
him from the title in a title
I have
opportunity?
a feeling the way they've dressed Keith up, that the love affair of Keith Lee as a main eventer is going to be coming to an end really soon.
But I'm talking in sense of
Absolutely.
what makes sense with
It
who's
would
coming
make
out
sense
and
for him to
stuff
be
like that.
involved.
Yeah. But maybe
Well, I got some bad news for the junior ambassador. He says Brock Lesnar is in the ambulance. No,
No.
Brock is at home on the farm. He's not under
Yes, sir.
contract with WWE
he's in what,
right now.
Saskatchewan or something like that.
I think Manitoba, if it makes that big of a
It's
difference.
all the same thing. It's Canada. Everything's the same, man.
Brian Long, that WrestleMania 5 would have been better if it was Terry Taylor and Gorilla Monsoon against Lombardi and Bobby Heenan. Wouldn't that have been funny, Brian? I don't know what Gorilla's health was at the time, but that would have been a fun match. Maybe not at WrestleMania,
Oh,
but
who's behind the
somewhere.
curtain, baby?
Yeah.
I mean, what would be? I don't know if Keith Lee can do it, but he's a pretty agile guy. Jump off the top of the
Very
ambulance,
athletic, yeah.
and do like a dive or a flip
Uh-oh,
or
they're
something.
catering.
That's
This is the
fake
catering that they
Yeah.
can't eat.
Yeah, the,
Right.
the fake catering.
They got a social distance.
Yeah.
But I mean, if anybody's going to come out, I'd have Keith Lee, like, you know. You know what would be interesting is like a triple threat ambulance match. You know what I
One
mean?
guy, yeah.
I think the idea is ridiculous. where you just put the guy in the, I don't know.
Or the stretcher matches were stupid.
Stretcher match, or at least the guy has to be passed out and unconscious.
Well, I mean, you could throw someone in an ambulance.
You could push someone in an ambulance and shut the door, and they could still be
somewhat,
alert, I guess maybe is what I'm thinking.
You know what I'm surprised? I mean, the last stretcher match was what, 2009, I think?
I don't remember, man. That's like, you'd have to do some research on that, but yeah.
2000.
Now, stretcher matches used to be really cool as a way to blow off big feuds when wrestling was more of a house show business.
The one that I liked, it was Michaels and Batista. That was that One Night Stand 2008, I believe, or 2007.
Oh, what's that?
Who's that?
Christian.
Jesus.
They're bringing back everybody. It's like that Freddy Krueger movie when they all came back to life together.
I love that, though, baby.
Orton's not going to win because they're going to have everybody he's taken out in the past couple weeks or months, and they're just going to beat the shit out of him.
Is Flair going to come out and start chopping them?
Oh, if he does, I'll pop. I'll pop.
Oh, my
God. But who else is he taking out? Big Show, Flair.
I'm digging that, though. Christian getting his legs in.
Did he punch Shawn Michaels?
Who?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man. If Shawn shows up and gives him the right there, baby, the HBK.
We have HBK coming tomorrow. I don't think you knew that. He's coming to the studio.
HBK.
HBK.
He'll be here tomorrow.
The Hey Brother Kid. Hey, brother.
Oh, right there. I know. Okay. Senior. There you go.
Hey, brother.
See you, brother.
They're almost turning Randy Orton babyface by having so many guys attack him.
I mean, it makes sense in the story. You know what I mean? It makes sense because he attacked them first, and they're just getting
they all want retribution.
Yep. They're getting retribution, baby.
So each person's gonna come out. Yeah.
Do I still have another one of those drinks?
Yes, right down here.
I thought there were two of them. I'm
Everyone
glad
has
you
to
did
get
two.
Can you imagine if they came out and the ambulance was
There
gone?
you go.
Oh, gee, you brought up. You're a gentleman.
There you go.
What's this, number 4 today, I think?
Jesus.
You're not going to sleep tonight. I mean, you don't anyway.
I got to be here early because we're taping in the morning tomorrow.
With HBK. So who else we got? Flair.
Junior Ambassador says Edge, then Rick, and then Shawn. I don't know about Edge, but
I mean, usually for triceps, it's not too long. And he got the injury back in what? What was that?
If he's not going to be ready to work, it should be
May
a waste.
or June?
Yeah.
It's been
April.
2, 3.
Well, actually, you know what? Since it was pre-taped, it was March, actually.
So it's been 5 months. Usually for triceps, it's only 2 or 3 at the best. So, I mean.
Whoa. He's slipping. No, they're slipping all over the place.
Oh! I want to see the girls do that.
Oh, my God.
No, they only do that for the WrestleMania buildup when they're allowed to swear, bleed, do everything that the guys are generally banned from doing to make their matches seem important. Like that great buildup for the Shayna Baszler. Who did Shayna Baszler wrestle? Oh, yeah. When Becky Lynch showed up like she was Kevin Nash in the big truck that everyone forgot about a minute and a half after the fact.
What if Orton goes to open up the doors to throw McIntyre in and Edge does the running spear to him coming out of the ambulance?
It wouldn't be a bad spot.
That wouldn't be at all.
I don't know if it would be safe.
I like coming up with shit
as much as that.
I just don't think. I think it would be a waste if he's not going to be ready to come back until Mania season. Why waste it in? Where are we now? September. I don't think he's going to be anywhere near ready for that.
I'm just saying if I don't know where he is with his recovery, but I mean Ray tore his triceps and they gave him 2 to 3 months. So I mean, it all depends on your recovery, how old you are, and bada bada boom and all that stuff. But depends on
I don't remember who it was, but someone in a conversation said you wouldn't expect him till Mania season. I don't know.
That's what I said too. I wouldn't have him come back. There's no need. I would have him. I don't know.
Just health-wise, even.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
My back hurts so much, ladies and gentlemen.
You think
and
he's going to RKO him to the top?
I'm looking at my backpack across the studio. Can you see the bottle poking out of the backpack? It's like it's begging. It's saying, Dan, your back hurts. You need to take your medicine.
You think he RKOs him through the top?
I don't know if they're going to go through the top, but he might do it.
Oh, I mean, it's kind of a given. You know what I mean?
You think they're going to go through the...
Oh, no, not the going through it, but you got to guarantee he's
Junior Ambassador.
When you have a move like that.
Dude, look at that glass really screwed up.
The Junior Ambassador said, finally some blood.
Really
see, now you know what?
Ooh. What?
Great point about what kids want to see. Okay, 15-year-old kid, finally some blood. Yeah. They don't want to see sports entertainment. They want to see action-packed simulated violence.
Yeah. Damn it. Underground.
No, not that.
Not that simulated.
They want the matches that last longer than 20 seconds.
He set it up. He set it up.
Whoa, 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 no. Set it up, no.
Oh, they're going to do something where he's going to hold
That's the
on.
thing about it.
But even if he falls, he's not falling into the ambulance.
He's not going to fool too far. No.
That's what I'm saying.
I just can't look at the back, man. Wow. They didn't.
Hey, you know what? I might not be the world's biggest Drew McIntyre fan, but this guy has gone above and beyond to try and make this work.
Yeah.
In the worst of times.
Oh, he's going to hit him in there. He's going to
They didn't pre-treat that glass or anything?
He's going to go to.
Even with sugar glass, you
It'll
can
still
still
cut you
nick
up a little bit?
yeah.
Okay. I've never messed with, so I don't know.
He's
nothing
going to throw him
about it.
in, go down. I was going to say.
He waited till he
wasn't
was about
exactly
3 feet
Mick
from the
Foley
floor.
with the cell.
Yeah. And he's tall enough. If he fell, he'd go right on
Big
his
time.
feet.
Yeah.
Notice they didn't show the
That's what I
actual
said,
landing.
yeah.
Yeah. And you know the announcers are probably like, he just fell off the ambulance.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
I would've
Sean
learned.
hanging from the cell from the first Hell in the Cell, and Undertaker booted him, and he went through the table.
Yep.
It wasn't exactly that.
Or Shane coming off the top. That for his age, that was crazy.
What, WrestleMania?
Yeah.
It was a stunt. It was
Okay,
all
but
gimmicked.
he still jumped off the cell.
Ballsy.
You know what the
Ballsy.
craziest one is when Vince was
And
showing Rob Gronkowski how to fall from that. At that age, to still do that, you've seen that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
There he
amazing.
is.
There he is.
HBK,
Oh my God, here he
baby.
comes.
Oh,
They
Yeah.
don't even show it.
falling right onto a.
So Edge is
That's
gonna
all
be
right.
here.
It's a fun spot.
So Edge is gonna be here then, right?
You want to know why I wouldn't have done this? For the simple reason that he's doing a segment on NXT this week.
Someone gave you $15.
Hey, Maria Davis, great show. Dan, Matt, and the cute guy.
Oh, thank you.
The cute guy, huh?
I guess we're not cute then, Dan.
Yeah.
Well, you should see him on all the, before the lovely lady he is with now. You should have seen him on the apps.
What the hell did he go through? Looked like it was at
Stop.
tables or something.
But what I'm saying is, now if he comes out, what's left? Ed, do you think?
Thank you very much,
Edge
Maria,
and
by the
Flair.
way.
If Flair comes
I'll
out
tell
and
you
says
this.
something,
But the thing is,
I know I mentioned this earlier today, a man that has wanted revenge against Randy Orton for a long time. I think John Cena Sr. is going to get involved.
oh my
To finally
God.
get his retribution from
but here's the
2007.
thing: is when he punted him, the lights went out. So how do we know if he really punted him?
Right,
Was
that's true.
was it a stunt to like
Set
break
it up,
apart
yeah.
to set it up?
Yeah.
For him to get involved. Maybe we get Edge versus
Whoa.
Ric Flair.
You know, I'm almost insulting Maria now. You know why?
Why?
I got to give it to her.
Give
You
what
don't
to her?
know what
I have no
happens.
idea what you're talking about.
Maria, Maria, you remind me of a West Side Story. That's the only line I know to that song.
I don't even
But
know.
every time I see Maria,
That's
I think
who you
it's
sing?
Carlos Santana.
Yeah, it is.
I sing it
I
to
know
my
that.
dear
Here we
friend
go.
Maria Davis of Pittsburgh.
RKO.
Ah. There it is.
Oh,
That was kind of a lousy
Yeah,
way
that
to
was
make it.
terrible.
That
Out of
didn't
all
look
the
that
ones.
good.
Okay.
I think because Drew was nervous, it was going to be on like the concrete or whatever they want to call that. But I like how he's holding the jaw though. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like the storyline with the.
Well, because like you were saying, he was selling it. That's good. Randy, he took more out of Randy.
you know what I would
Popping
do?
up.
I'm really
See-
interested to see how this didn't go on last.
I said that when it started,
You know?
it should be the main event. And I
Well, who
told you-
knows? Maybe they have something really cool planned. But I
Reigns
mean,
and Uso
right
is
now,
gonna be
I
the-
don't know how you top this.
Reigns and
Not a great match, but entertaining.
I would have started with the ladder match, ended with.
Cardona, how are you, buddy? I'm sorry.
But I would have done a spot where see the edge of the ambulance. That's perfect enough. Put Drew McIntyre's jaw on it, and you know how he
do
does the
like
punt.
Yeah.
Put his jaw on it, and then have Randy like kick the ambulance and hurt his leg, and then that will set up the Claymore into the ambulance. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Have
absolutely.
him go
I know
to
exactly
punt
what you're
his
talking
head with his jaw like next to it. Have him miss, hit his leg. You know, sell
about.
it.
Dude, you might be. He's gonna put his hand in it, right?
Oh yeah, or some.
Oh, but see, this is basically like a ladder match, except
What did
it's
I
this
say?
guy.
They always do this stuff where it takes them way too long. Oh, he fell. Oh, please.
Not
it's like,
yet.
It's like here's
He's
Johnny.
not done yet,
right?
His
folks.
hand is hulking up.
He's getting ready.
But that would have been a good setup if he put his head next to it.
Oh, finger in the eye. I love it.
You know what I mean?
You don't really see that anymore. The
No.
pokes and stuff. Ric Flair loves
You
that
saw it
stuff.
on Monday though,
You did.
with that disqualification.
Yeah,
That
you
was
did.
complete bullshit.
But wait a minute. So are we gonna see? You think Flair's coming?
I wouldn't.
What does Flair even do though? Like that's the thing is, what can you even let him do?
It's how they want to do it. Did he really punt him, and is he going to help him, or is he going to go and give him, like a chopper?
Well, now it's gonna be over now, probably, right? Claymore.
He's getting up pretty quick, unless Flair comes out or something. Here we go.
Here we go.
He's gonna throw.
Oh, shit, I
the
didn't know what
cameraman. The cameraman. Oh, I thought it was
I was
gonna
gonna say something. What's he dressed? It's over.
What
Dude, what are you doing?
So slam
he's
it
gonna
off his
lose.
head.
He's gonna lose whenever they do this type of stuff where they go to finish it.
Because he's second
He's
guessed.
dilly-dallying.
Oh, he's doing the DDT.
That'd be a short DDT.
What's he gonna punt his head?
I'd slam the door off his head.
What's he gonna do? A Claymore?
I was just about to say Claymore.
What's he doing?
He just seems like he's kind of low.
Someone's gonna jump off the stage, maybe. You know what I mean?
And just fair, yeah.
Yeah. Edge. Oh, that was awful. Oh my
I
God.
think they just should have put him in a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
That would have been
That's
better
it. That's
15
gotta be
seconds
it.
ago.
Oh yeah, it's over now.
Not a great match, but it was entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
that makes any sense.
We had stuff to talk about at least, right? We're not sitting here like the AEW and we're like, oh, you guys were.
Did you watch the AEW watch along we did?
I watched, what I did is when I got home, I
Did you
tuned into
cry?
it and I just watched you guys because I got home late, like I said, and I
Well,
watched
you
you,
didn't
guys.
even
Just,
see the pay-per-view?
I went back and watched, but not live like that. But I watched your watch along as I was driving. I just seen you guys going like this. Him going, is it over? Is it over?
It was brutal.
it
And then you
was,
see the diehard AEW fans is, oh my God, this was like WrestleMania 3.
they loved it?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'll say this, it probably was the least well-received of any AEW pay-per-view, but still overwhelmingly positive. I thought it was terrible.
Yeah.
Brian Long, no hair, no flair. You're exactly right about that, brother.
No flair.
Kevin Goshi. Hopefully, I'm not saying I said it wrong at least once. Bobby Lashley should be champion. I'll say this, Kevin. Bobby should be in the hunt.
Absolutely.
Bobby should be main event in a WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar before it's all said and done.
I said this on our show a couple weeks ago, but they're supposed to do a Hell in a Cell match. You know, Randy's going to come out tomorrow and say no outside interference inside Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because of everyone getting involved. He's
Right.
going to come out tomorrow. He's going to say, I had Shawn, Christian, Big Show.
And it extends a feud.
Yeah, bring him to the hospital.
And
it's a
brother.
feud,
no,
you know.
local medical
Who's driving?
facility.
Who's driving? Who's driving? Who the fuck?
Nate?
Flair.
Jesus, Nate looks rough. Nate looks like the guy in Poltergeist 2 that knocks on the door.
Oh my God.
Oh, so we did punt
You
him.
know who I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to go over the door. He's going to go over the... Oh, he didn't.
They're probably like, Flair,
Oh,
just drive
Nate.
slow. Do not crash, please.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. The junior ambassador was right again. Rick. Yep, there he was, buddy. Everybody but Edge. Jesus, Rick. God only knows what he was drinking.
I just know Randy's going to come out tomorrow. He's going to say inside Hell in a Cell, there's no outside interference or whatever.
And it's smart.
I know
It's
that. I'm
smart
saying
booking.
there's nothing wrong with
it's
that.
good. No,
It's-
I agree with you.
I like when
it's
they
smart.
I like when they set up that. Don't
Yeah.
just announce it as Hell in a Cell like they've done in the past.
All right, I gotta.
Integrate this.
I've had enough, baby. Old Dan Murray. Yep.
Oh, and they
Yep.
showed the replay
Right.
again of the missed punt.
Well, nobody's perfect, just like me trying to walk with the
I
microphone.
was just going to say, don't pull your
But I
laptop.
like when they integrate the storylines. He took the legends out. The legends come back and give them
Right.
some hell.
I'm just shocked.
Who's
that
coming out here? This camera angle makes it seem
It's
like
all
someone.
like this, yeah. Who could be out here, though?
Keith Lee.
Turn around and...
Is it Keith?
No, it's just him celebrating to the crowd. it looks
Usually
like.
when they do that, it means someone's coming
Right,
out.
someone's going to turn on blind side.
Yeah.
He's still doing it.
What the hell's Stone Cold doing there?
They giving Austin rub?
No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
no. Imagine that.
I was trying to think of someone crazy.
I would went nuts if it was.
Can you imagine if he turned around and Stone Cold stunned him and took
Something.
the belt and fucking...
Well, like I said, I was reading. They're going to do a Stone Cold Appreciation Raw. I know that
Oh, yeah.
much.
That,
I
when
can't
that
wait
came
for
out
that.
in, what, like May or something
Yeah, I
like
was
that?
reading that.
Yeah.
So I'm
What?
hoping a Stone Cold Appreciation for Raw.
But yeah.
Yeah, they've been saying they're going to do it. They're planning.
Remember
It's
the
not
last
happening right
time
now.
he was on, they did that horrible thing with him and Becky Lynch with no
That
one
was
in
the
the
first
yeah.
Raw, I believe. The first Raw without fans. And they were trying to get like a ratings pop. And
I don't even remember what the ratings
Mm-mm.
were.
That was booked even before the
Oh, that's
Corona.
right.
Yeah,
That's
that was
right.
already being
Yeah,
advertised. Now, guys, I see a lot of this on like these Facebook Lives and so on and so forth, where people hustle the merchandise. We got some great stuff available for sale on the eBay store.
Yep.
It's even better if you contact us direct, and we could set it up through PayPal, where you're still covered and protected. And PayPal doesn't take the giant cut they take from not only the sale, but for some reason, eBay takes a giant cut of the shipping and handling. I don't understand that, but look at this. The man that just won the ambulance match. Drew McIntyre, this would have been for sale WrestleMania 36 weekend in Tampa. It didn't happen, obviously, because there was no WrestleMania in Tampa. This is one of only 36 autographed by Drew McIntyre.
Beautiful photo.
We mentioned this one earlier. From WrestleMania 36 weekend, it would have been available for sale. One of only 36, signed by AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. Again, you help keep wrestling legends working. You help us bring you more great guests. You get a shout out on the air from WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. What about this man that is very much missed? Edge. Again, one of only 36 in the world made. This would have been for sale WrestleMania 36 weekend. Close. They didn't have it, but we have it for you. And again, think of the perks that come with it. We have one of only 36 of a woman that has suffered a little bit of leakage. The daughter of the driver of the ambulance, Charlotte Flair.
I didn't know this was the main event. I thought there was more.
Is this the last match?
Yeah. This is the last match.
Good. All right.
You said, oh, good.
That's why. Because I said to him, I said, is this the final one?
Yeah, because I've been going through with my list and checking. Yeah.
From WrestleMania 35, which actually did happen in New York City.
Yes.
Finn Balor, one of only 35 in the world of the current NXT champion, as I'm going to drop everything all over the floor. WrestleMania 36, Rhea Ripley. If you are a fan of the ladies wrestling, Rhea is lighting it up on NXT. Yep.
She's one of the good ones.
This autograph is one of only 36 in the world produced. Every one of them, they come with the WWE hologram on them that says a certified number on them. They're fantastic.
It's a beautiful photo.
WrestleMania 35, Sasha Banks, baby. It wasn't her best night when she lost the tag team titles, but we have this beautiful autograph photo, one of only 35 in the world. How about this one? Well, you can only get it signed by one other family member, but this is signed by the legendary Larry the Axe Hennig, father of Mr. Perfect, grandfather of Curtis Axel. I imagine once Fan Fests come back to life, Curtis Axel will hit them. Imagine getting it signed by both of them. And I loved Mr. Perfect.
Absolutely.
A man we saw in the ladder match early on from WrestleMania 35 weekend, Jeff Hardy autograph photo, one of only 35 in the world. It's got that hologram somewhere on there, certified by WWE. Beautiful glossy photo. The studio doesn't do it justice. What about the phenomenal AJ Styles, a man that was in that Intercontinental Championship match earlier on tonight? Again, beautiful. It's got the WWE certified hologram available for sale to help us keep the wrestling legends working. Our hearts break when we lose a Kamala. Our hearts break when we lose a Road Warrior Animal. Again, if you missed it earlier on, Road Warrior Animal was going to be coming to this studio as part of our Back to the 80s live wrestling event. He was going to join us for that whole weekend. What about this? The woman. Well,
you mean the man?
That's right. I mean the man. Well, you know what? I'm going to keep my personal thoughts aside about what she's doing right now. But the man, Becky Lynch, the woman to be the first WrestleMania main eventer on the female side, this would have been a WrestleMania 36. One of only 36 in the world of the man, Becky Lynch. If you'd be so kind to hold these. What about some beautiful Tony Atlas artwork? John Cena autographed 11x17 print. WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas drew this. And again, not only do you get these items that we're trying to persuade you to add to your wrestling man cave, you get a bonus mystery autograph photo, and you get the on-air shout-out on Tuesday night's Wrestling Insiders with Tony Atlas himself. We got more great art, baby. What about this one? A match that took place in 1980 in Japan. This means a lot to me. I met these two men the same night, my very first night in professional wrestling, October 23rd, 1993. Tony Atlas and the Iron Sheik were headliners for Tony Rumble's live event, Wakefield, Massachusetts, about 10 minutes from here. Tony had this drawing of an abdominal stretch from somewhere in Japan in 1980, autographed by Tony. It's a beautiful piece. Absolutely. That wasn't enough. Talk about an infamous match. One of the biggest of all time, WrestleMania 3, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, their famous promo photo face-to-face. how cool would that look on your wall? Not only would it look good on your wall, but every time you look at it, not only would you have the memory of that match, but you know you're helping Tony keep working during terrible times. 6 months these guys have gone without being able to work shows. It's tough. What about this one? I think this might be Tony's finest drawing.
That's awesome. That's really nice.
The Ugandan giant Kamala. Tony drew. We have the original for sale too. We have a couple of prints that are autographed by Tony. Again, wouldn't this look cool on your wall? And the one that I think is one of my favorites that I don't even want to get rid of, from SummerSlam 2014 weekend, Hulk Hogan autographed 11x17 poster.
Beautiful.
This one, it doesn't have a hologram, but it does come with the WWE
COA.
certificate of authenticity. Now it's time for the main event. I think I've been looking forward to this match more than any of them.
Absolutely. So the predictions, what's up?
Well, I think we're all going to have the same
Roman?
prediction.
All right.
I think it should just be short, sweet, to the
That's
point.
what I mainly meant. Yeah.
Don't. He thinks it's going to be longer than I think, but you just can't. And if it wasn't his first title defense, and he's been champion for a little bit, and you know what I mean, and he didn't just come back in a big bad heel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but did someone get involved? Like, does Bray get involved? Somebody like that?
Roman
No.
shouldn't lose.
No one should
At the end
not.
of the day, Roman
No one
shouldn't
should.
lose.
Because remember when
Because it's
Alexa
family
went on
versus
then to
family.
SmackDown, she was looking at him and stuff.
I think that's for future stuff.
Okay.
Like if they want to do like something before Royal Rumble,
Right.
you know,
What on
like
earth is that supposed to be?
him.
Wreck everyone.
I know that, but I mean, what is it
There he is.
supposed
See,
to be?
no shirt now. That's
He
his
looks
thing.
great.
Oh my God, yeah, he looks fantastic. He got in such good shape.
I think I've been one of the few adults that has been a Roman guy since Roman came in, but man, that guy is just nothing but money.
Yep.
And while Roman shouldn't lose, I think you have a chance right now, almost like that Kofi Kingston moment at WrestleMania 35. I wouldn't give Jey Uso the belt, but I'd elevate Jey Uso. Whoever put this program together between Roman and Jey Uso has done a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
It's interesting. The videos they did to build it up have been very interesting and captivating. This is something that people actually want to see instead of being shoved down their throat. I would let magic happen tonight, is what I would do.
Yeah.
I said to him when you stepped away, I said it could be booked like a Brock match where Roman dominates for the most part and Jey just gets some little flurry of offense in, but nothing too back and forth. You know what I mean? Kind of like that.
So
you know
true.
what I mean? Because like if you're going to book him as that monster heel, the top guy in the company with Heyman, to me that screams a Lesnar match where he starts off good, the face comes back and gets some offense, and then he puts him away. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
To me, I think that's how it's going to go, but it's always up to them. I mean, is it always the right way to go? No.
Everybody thinks Roman.
Just like in the last one, I wanted Drew to win. I mean, as he said, I'd love to see Randy have the title. It would be fun, but I just make my predictions based off of what they would do. Because if you go based off of what you want to do, you're not going to get any
I look
predictions.
very angry with my arms crossed. I'm realizing as I watch the screen. I'm not angry. I've enjoyed this tonight.
Good.
The pay-per-view has been good. We've had good company. We've had good conversation in studio. We've had good conversation with you. Help the cause, though, and get some merchandise.
Absolutely.
Subscribe to the Patreon so we can keep these veterans working. Tony is broke. I almost said the F word, but Tony's broke. Tony needs help. Tony hasn't been able to work as a personal trainer because of coronavirus. Tony's wife suffered a stroke in 2019 and has been hospitalized since, and he's lost her job and income. He can't wrestle because there's next to no wrestling shows. He's struggling. Marty Jannetty's life is chaos of a different variety.
Yeah.
But it's the same for every legend. Almost every legend, you know? There's a great story, and I wanted to mention it earlier when you were in the bathroom, in Variety Fair. And I hope you guys check it out as far as the decline in WWE popularity, why the decline is there. I almost felt like I wrote it. Check it out. Google it.
What is it called?
Variety Fair. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
It's a big WWE article that came up today or over the past couple days. And Cornette was tweeting it out, and he shared similar thoughts that I had. As we get ready for a match that I'm really looking forward to, Kevin wants to know, what's my favorite WrestleMania? Brother, I can only go with 3. 17 was great because that's when I was actually my long WWE tenure, but 17 was special to my heart. For me to go back and watch one, if I had to pick it, would probably be 3. And every one of them since WrestleMania 23 has been just a tremendous spectacle, even if the wrestling always hasn't been great. Ever since they've gone full-blown stadium, every one of them has been a spectacle.
Yeah.
But I love 3. I was so happy they put 3 on, was that FS1?
Yep.
Oh, that was so much fun for me to watch. I lit up. I actually felt happy watching a wrestling show. Honestly, I remember, I don't know who it was I said it to, but I said, I feel happy watching this compared to these current shows where I roll my eyes. They have the greatest roster of athletes they've probably ever had, and the way that they're presented week in and week out is maddening. As someone that likes wrestling, as someone that's worked in wrestling, and someone that owns WWE stock.
Pants look stupid.
He's got to get rid of that glove he has on his right
The
hand.
pants look stupid.
The pants look stupid. The gloves.
Who's got the glove?
Roman.
Roman.
What
You
do
know
you think he is? Blackjack Mulligan? What do we got?
I just think if you're going to take the shirt off, take the gloves and the. You know what I mean?
I think he should be wearing tights.
Both of them look like they're just getting ready to go to the gym.
He should be wearing what?
They look like the
Honestly,
swishy
he would
pants
look good in the
on.
Bobby Lashley. We were talking
I
about
was just about to say that. Those short.
I think
was
the
just
pants
about to
just
say
look
that.
stupid on him because
He would look
it doesn't look right.
perfect
But that's
in what
me.
Lashley used to wear.
Yeah.
Or maybe jean shorts like John Cena.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, this is the closest thing we'll get. It's on his chest.
A little bit of blood. Maybe it's a bloody nose.
You see it?
Oh no, I think it's the flower from his
His
his leg, whatever.
I want to enjoy this one. I hope these guys deliver. Jey
think they
Uso's being given a big opportunity
Oh my
tonight.
God, right?
Jey Uso can make his career tonight. That's how important this match is to him. He can open some eyes. They know what he can do in the tag team ranks. This is his chance to show them what he can do on the big stage. He's in there with his cousin. His cousin's going to want to make him look good too. Big night for Jey Uso from a business point of view. Now, is Roman's tattoo? I don't remember it being that far down his back. Or maybe it's because you almost never see
He
him
had it
without the
extended a
vest.
couple months ago when he was out.
Yeah, like you said, you never really see him without it. Actually, I've never seen him other than when he was in the beginning of FCW and stuff. Always wore that vest in WWE till now.
Got a little junior in him right there. It's been a long time since I've actually looked forward to a WWE match. That's how good of a job they did.
What do you think with
putting
Paul
this
Heyman
together.
with him? We haven't talked
I
about
think
that.
it's a good mix. I think it's a really good mix. If Roman, right, Roman, I still don't think has gone full blown heel, but having
it's
Heyman with
closest.
him, yeah, I really like the dynamic.
You could push the dial a little bit more on that with the heel stuff. I think this is what they should have been doing since 2014. When the Shield broke up, honestly, some people have different
See,
opinions.
but if they can do it with him, then they could have always done it. Well, maybe not.
They should have been doing this since the beginning. That's what I think. But
Are we going to do a post game show?
You guys.
we could talk about it after. We could do our grades after. and
Maybe what
some
I'll do
thoughts.
is I'll have you two do the closeout, and I'll put the camera on you, and I can do the take it home work in the control room.
Yeah.
Since we don't have Glantz, we don't have my dear close personal friend Gabe Monzon.
there.
We don't have Howard Miller with us
Superman
tonight.
punch right there.
Walter Hillside, that could be
1,
it.
2. No.
It's got that little Carlito armband on. Maybe that helped.
Charles Robinson's pumped though. Look at him. He was ready for that.
I would have liked to have seen Uso in gear as opposed to workout pants.
Face paint.
Not necessarily, but
Okay.
it just he doesn't look like he's going in there to fight for a championship. He
Right.
looks like, you know,
He's
he's
just
going
going to
to he's going to World's Gym
Yeah.
to work out, you know.
I like it. I like it.
Rick B says, fire Glantz. Glantz, brother, you're going on the side of the milk carton too. We don't know where you are. We don't know why you went missing. You add a lot to our organization,
What do you guys?
but you can't no-show.
We used to have someone that changes around the cameras, gets the mic.
I don't
set
know
up
if you
and the
you'd probably know Glantz from some of the live events that he helped at.
Okay.
He only started coming to the studio really this year, and he just vanished. He was a huge help. He was the one that made those shoots happen at Tony's house.
Really?
When we were doing them on the
Okay.
porch. Yeah.
I've seen them.
Those wouldn't happen without him.
But
But he's a unique character. He's the mayor of Glantzville, actually. I don't know if you've ever been there.
No, never been there.
You never met one of those
Just
old
outside
when you had
Parts
those app
Unknown.
pigs? You never went to Glantzville?
No.
You should have seen his list of app women.
oh,
He's got a
Don't
lovely,
start with that.
high quality lady he's with now
Don't
that I met. But
don't
before,
start
dear
with that.
Lord, I tell you, anywhere from Boston to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh man, don't stop it. Don't listen to him right now.
And we got the championship on the line.
and you wanted to watch this seriously too. This is
Oh, I
the one
haven't
match
even-
I've looked forward
I haven't
to in
even had
years.
anything to drink.
Well, except 80 monsters. But
8 monster drinks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hulking up, baby. Sell it, brother. Speaking of beards, did you see what the girls did to my beard at the salon?
Oh, you have a salon do it now?
The salon.
Oh, okay.
The salon
yeah.
girls.
Yeah, I get
I
you.
was in there the other day, Noel Salon, 347 Pleasant Street, downtown Malden, Massachusetts, but they gave me the Me Too treatment. I had my little, my apron on, and my arms were underneath it, and they just started shaving my beard off. Can you believe that?
What?
Without my expressed written consent,
like Beefcake.
like Beefcake.
What'd
I know,
you say?
yeah. I was in shock. Well, she did this side first, so she had to do the other side, or it really would have looked weird.
Jeez.
She goes, no, it's time for a change. I love those ladies. I can't imagine they're watching tonight, but happy birthday to Papa, the the grandfather of Noel Salon, the patriarch.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's Sarge Russo.
I know,
No, let me tell you something, brother. A lot of heat on Sarge Russo.
Yeah.
A lot of heat on Sarge Russo.
Uh-oh. 2 count.
These guys are having some nice chats. I can't even keep up with them.
Everybody's going
It's
in?
nice
Oh,
that we
yeah.
have so many friends. I can't wait to see how many people joined us total later on. That's always
Oh,
fun.
it tells you that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
All you see now is how many are watching in the moment, but at the
Nice.
end, it'll tell you how many total.
Nice.
And then I'm sure a lot of them are going to come back to see Brutus Beefcake at 11 p.m.
Absolutely.
They can watch the end of Clash of Champions, catch a little of the Broken Skull session,
Kurt Angle and Stone
where
Cold.
Kurt Angle and Steve Austin can reminisce about all the angles they did that destroyed the company's popularity in 2001, and drinking milk and wearing cowboy hats and all the other shit they did that no one
Jimmy
liked.
Crack Corn. You love that song.
Steve Austin selling for Deborah McMichael's cookie sheets.
One.
That was
Oh,
You
helpful.
had to go there.
That was helpful.
Oh man. Some of that stuff just better off. being
Well,
unsaid.
that where wrestling was in the beginning of 2001 and compared to where it ended that year.
Slow pace match. I mean,
Absolutely.
but that's the
Methodical. Very
Yeah,
methodical.
like you said, this should have been the match, and then it should have been Randy and Drew.
This
should
is
have
something
been
I
last
wouldn't really close with.
Yeah,
This,
Randy and
this
Drew
is a
should
good
have.
like co-main event, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I got glitter all over me. Wonderful.
Another Superman punch. Is that enough to put him away?
Take off the stupid glove. God.
I think Roman looks great.
He does. Oh my god.
I
He's
have to, and
fantastic.
again,
Too much height he
I
gets
know
on
there's a
this.
lot of people in our age demographic, little Cena, that don't like Roman. I think you know that I have always been pro
Yeah,
Roman
Me
Reigns.
too. Absolutely.
I think he's better than ever right now.
I think they were missing him absolutely when he wasn't on the program until he finally came back. Roman. As much as people want to talk crap about him, I think he's great, like you said.
I think that I like him even more now where he's acting more serious.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's not going to
absolutely.
go out and cut the 20-minute babyface promo
No.
because that's not his forte.
Exactly.
I think this is the first time I've been invested in him. Like,
You're in real. How much did you invest?
but the first time I cared about what he was doing, I'm trying to think of anything else I've really cared about.
right.
He's got people talking since he
I
came
love
back
Heyman
at
with them too. It
SummerSlam.
just
Yeah.
makes it. That's just another piece to
And
the
what I
puzzle
like
with him.
is they're not buddy like he is with Brock
Exactly.
Lesnar. You know what I mean? As opposed to this bond friendship and so on. This is more, it's a business deal. You know what I mean?
Because they wanted
And
to
it's
make it
excellent.
They
Excellent.
wanted to make it feel different, because if it felt the same, you know what I mean?
It wouldn't be
It wouldn't be the same.
No, I tell you this, if you've watched our Wrestling Insider current event TV reviews, I thought last week was one of the worst weeks of wrestling television I've ever seen. But honestly,
it was
between
awful.
Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and AEW, all four, I don't think any of them were any good. And this pay-per-view tonight, though, I am very, very impressed.
Hopefully they can follow suit with Raw tomorrow night. But
I hope so.
Really don't have too much trust in them. Because that's the thing. Sometimes they'll have a great show. Not great, but they'll have a better show like
Better
this.
show than, yeah.
And then the next show, it's like everything goes right out the window. They'll build something up. They'll have a
Well,
nice...
you know what, Ken? You're a smart man. He disagrees. He's a Roman, says Roman is a solid talent. He is. He might not go out there and be Shawn Michaels, but tell me how many times Roman's gone out in a big match environment and he's failed, and he hasn't looked good.
I mean, look at his
You know what I
WrestleMania
mean?
record. 2015.
Not even his record. I'm just saying, when has he gone out in a big main event type match and had a bad outing? I really
he even
can't
had a
think
great
of him.
match with Taker when Taker was,
Well, I don't know if I'd go that
I would
far.
but like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? For what Taker was, it wasn't that bad. You know,
You're right. You're right.
That's what I'm getting.
It
with,
was
you know
about
what I mean?
5
That
to
could have
10
been
minutes too
terrible.
long. But
Yeah, but it could have been a lot
it
worse
could have
because the way Taker
with the
was.
wrong person.
Yeah,
that
that's
could
what
have
I'm
been
saying.
really
Well, look
bad.
at how it was with what was it? Triple H and Shawn. Remember that?
And
How bad that
Goldberg.
thing was with Kane. Remember?
Remember Goldberg
And
dropped him on
Saudis.
his head?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It could have went to that if he wasn't the wrong person, but he had a great
All
person
of
to be with.
All of Undertaker's Saudi matches have just ended in like, what the F?
Yeah,
That tag team match with Kane, awful.
the Goldberg.
Goldberg, awful. And then that casket match he had with Rusev. Remember that random one? Then they changed it to Chris Jericho.
Yep.
And then they changed it back to Rusev
Yep.
for no reason. It's just
Too much.
No, Junior Ambassador says Roman is a different man that came back from cancer and won a title. That's a great wrestler and entertainer. Well, you know what he is, kid. 15-year-old's point of view. And he looks badass right now, almost like your nickname.
Here we go. This is
Guardian of Chaos agrees with the Prodigy. First time I've been invested in Roman.
I just really can't think of anything else that he did that I really cared about. The only thing
Ken says, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The only thing I kind of cared about was in 2018 when that Mania match he had with Lesnar. I really thought he was going to win and have a good run in 2018, and then he got beat.
Right.
And everyone thought he was going to win. If you looked at predictions,
Great finish. And then remember how fast I ran out of the building at the
Yeah.
Superdome?
Oh, yeah.
Was that the Superdome? Is that
Which
the
one?
and
the one in New
Mercedes-Benz.
Orleans?
Yeah. And I remember
I
Yeah.
moved.
Yeah.
that Mania was not that good.
It was long.
It was long.
Everyone.
It just wasn't that good.
mean,
but
Everyone's long though.
whoa,
You know
whoa.
when you go to Mania or you watch it, you know you're in for a long show.
Well,
But it depends. There's a difference. If it's good, there's a good long, and then there's just the long that you're like, all right, when is it over? You know what I
the
mean?
night that I thought I was going to die was the one he wrestled Undertaker at. I wasn't with you with that one because
No.
I said they put me with the Special Olympic
Right.
kids.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean,
this is a true
Yep.
story.
That is
That
true.
was That was the first time they went till about 12:30 with Undertaker and Roman, and I had no idea it was going to be that
But it
long.
was in Florida.
And
so
I
they
was
had
in
to
so
pull.
I fell asleep. I was in so much pain.
You
I
fell.
did. I fell asleep during Triple
That's
H and Seth Rollins.
unbelievable.
It was so I couldn't believe
and I
how long it
remember
was.
Roman was, I think it was Roman that was coming down the ramp, and they just randomly said, this match is now no holds barred. Remember that?
Which year was that?
2017.
Yeah.
With Undertaker?
Undertaker and Roman Reigns wasn't supposed to be no holds barred.
Oh, they just announced it
they
as
just
that?
announced it as Roman was coming out.
They probably did that to help Taker. I don't remember that.
And
off
they
the
didn't
top
even
of my
use
head.
anything. I think they maybe used like a chair or something
Okay.
like that. But they really didn't use any outside. I think they used it so the no count out
Now, you know what I'm
part of it.
noticing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm noticing, does Roman have on like a red belt or something? That's a different color for him.
I think it's his underwear.
Sorry, Roman.
Yeah, see, it's his underwear coming up.
I guess I was observing a little too close, Roman. I'm sorry.
What? Oh,
There's that.
Look at this, though. He's bringing it. He's bringing it.
2. Oh, that was close.
That was a lot closer than that
I
tag
know,
team finish.
Right? Oh,
Any closer, that would have been a 3.
Nick Aldis can beat Reigns' ass. Well, in a shoot, I don't know. Oh, Pedram, I'm sorry. You have a question? Fire away, brother. You can ask.
Nick Aldis is God.
See, I don't see that.
Yeah.
I think he's a solid talent.
Yeah,
Other than that,
This is a little too long for me.
this match.
This is because you didn't want this. You were saying you wanted.
Maybe 10 minutes tops, but this is almost 20 minutes. It's basically 20 minutes now. Jey
They gotta
Uso,
get to closest to 10 as they can.
it's over 20 minutes now.
They're trying to get to 10 almost. Oh, here it is. I think maybe though, right here. Whoa!
What the hell?
I don't know.
That was a Rough Rider.
Yeah,
What
pretty
the hell?
much, except without the leg over the chest. That was
He hit him with the Rough Rider.
pretty much.
Maybe Zack
Oh
Ryder.
boy, this isn't good.
What?
The overage of data that we've used to produce this show. We're going to have a meeting with the TV studio this week. Fans, if you're enjoying this, we'd appreciate a super chat right about now after what just got charged on my credit card.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I think we might see another main event tonight.
Yeah.
With the credit card company.
Oh, no. There's steam coming out of my ears right now with a hardwired computer setup.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
Jey Uso, I want to take away your pain a little bit. Jey Uso
Thank you.
is a tag team wrestler.
Right.
He has never been in a highlight match like this. Reigns just came back, and he's been on a tear. You know what I mean? Like, it's his first title defense. He's supposed to be the big badass heel, and he's going to go over 20 minutes with him. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from. I mean, I'd love to see them have a battle.
Maybe because it's family, he knows him a little bit. You know, I don't know. But I get
That's
what
the
you're saying.
thing. I agree.
Oh, 1, 2. Oh, I would have loved to see a 3
Roman,
count.
I don't even want to interrupt. This is so good right now. But
Oh my
Roman
God.
should be winning everything decisively right now. But at the same time, it's a chance to make Jey Uso. So
Right.
what do you do?
Oh my God. Nah, he's not going to hit it 1. Oh. You know that split second where you think it's going to be a 3?
Maybe something, yeah.
That one little
Oh, absolutely.
millisecond where you think it's going to be the 3, and then you're like, oh,
But
man.
as pissed as I am about the data situation right now, which I am pissed about, again, I hope the fans at home realize, look at professional wrestling however you want, sport, entertainment, etc. This is a chance for this man to enhance his life right now. That's how big of a moment
absolutely.
Jey
I wouldn't-
Uso is in.
But I wouldn't mind this if it was a couple months down the road, not right after he won the title. You know what I mean? If it was like, I don't know. I think it's too early to do something like this with him. Because if he's going to go on and hold this title for a few months, say he faces Braun Strowman, I'm just shooting a name out, and he's going to have trouble with beating Jey Uso, and then he's going to go up against Braun and like beat him in 15, whatever you want to do. So this translates to me, he's going to have to beat Braun in like 45 minutes. You know what I mean? It's
45.
You can't have him.
Well, it can't be sure. Oh,
There's
here
a
we go.
spear.
I think it's over now.
He's
All
taking
the
a little
rest.
while.
What's he gonna?
Oh my God, the ref just counted.
Counted what?
The ref just counted.
Counted what?
He counted 1, 2, 3. I believe so.
No, I think he's just looking at him, telling him to,
No, the ref went down with his hand and counted. That's why he's telling him. And do they have a mic on him?
You got to be kidding me. Am I getting another one of these?
I think they have a mic on because you can hear him.
I'm
clearly.
worried about the data charges. Almost
You know what I mean? You can hear him well, and we have it turned down.
They don't want to hear my mic. No, they probably just have a mic on the ring. That's all.
It's good for a match like this because they're, you know what I mean? They've been jaw jacking.
Hey, Guardian of Chaos. Thank you,
Oh
brother.
my
You're helping
God,
us
did
pay
you
the
see
data.
that? Holy shit. This is going to, what do you,
For a very intense championship matchup here at Clash of Champions.
this is just,
It'd be this whole show has been really good, other than
It's
a little of
really
that
good.
Bailey nonsense.
that's been the only negative. Other than that, I just wish it was a little bit shorter, this match. Not even just for the length of the show, just it's his first title defense. And you want to book him as your top guy, and he's going to have trouble with a tag team competitor
What the hell?
who's never been in a match like this. I don't know.
Which looks like he's like smiling almost. Jesus.
He's trying to humiliate the cousin. I like it. I really like this. I really like this.
I like it. It's just a little too long.
If it's good, I don't care how long
Exactly.
it goes.
I was just gonna say, if it's good,
They can go
keep it
past
going.
10. Kevin, I think Ted Arcidi, or at least at one point, lived in New Hampshire. I don't know about now. Hakami says this feels like a bad version of Black Panther. Well,
I don't know what that means.
I tell you, there was a worse version of Black Panther a couple weeks ago. Is Otis going to come out and cash in?
I still think Otis should have popped out of the ambulance. Imagine it with his lunchbox.
Oh, and he cashed in and threw them both in the
What
ambulance.
a waste that idiot is. But
Yep.
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 Oh.
That's his favorite thing. Oh,
See, I love this side of Roman right now. I love the aggressiveness. It feels like you're watching a simulated violence, which is what it should be all
Robinson
about.
the bump. Give him.
Spear Charles Robinson.
Yeah.
He's
Fuck
taken
him.
some good bumps in his career.
Oh, absolutely. He's had a match
Even
before.
in WCW.
Yeah, he's had a match.
Wow.
Let him. Knock him out.
But I tell you, Maria
just said
and
that he's on
Guardian of Chaos, guys, you help us
What did he
big
say?
time. I didn't realize this production was going to cost us so much now with the data because the studio was supposed to hardwire our internet, and it was all Wi-Fi. And the Wi-Fi in this studio sucks because it's soundproof and blah, 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 blah. Technical stuff I don't even understand. Maybe we'll have some eBay sales tonight.
Hopefully, huh?
I love these people, and they love us. Look at that. This
Shaw's
is great.
Forearms.
What would Shane McMahon be saying if he was at ringside right
Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, come on. He's had enough. He's had enough. Come on.
now? 15 minutes ago,
Yeah.
yeah.
Would have been better ending 15 minutes ago.
What?
No, I'm really enjoying this. I disagree with you,
It's
buddy.
good, but
It is.
this part is good. I like what's going on. I just think it could have been done in shorter fashion.
They're just trying to show off that he's got this aggressive side.
Yeah, I don't
He's
mind
making his cousin look like a little bitch.
I have nothing wrong with
I
that.
wish I could hear the commentary to hear how they're presenting it, but
Mike
this
Cole's
is just
You know Mike Cole's probably saying something stupid.
this is one of the
Roman,
most
oh.
violent matches in sports entertainment history. The big dog.
Oh, he's gonna throw in the towel.
The big dog. Who does he think he is? Helen Hart at Survivor Series 94?
Yeah, right?
He's gonna grab his legs.
I think this is a little much.
See, this is where things are going good, and then
Robert R., I don't think you're going to see Tammy Sitch in WWE anytime soon. She'll be lucky to get out of jail. The
oh
poor
my
thing.
God.
Dan, have you ever
Wow.
had any of the
Ruining my
Samoans
night.
in the
Don't even show me
studio?
that, man.
Wow. Oh, they just
No,
another
you know
one.
what? No, we haven't. I don't think we've ever had a Samoan in the studio, have we?
Not that I can think
We've
of.
had them wrestle with us, but we'll have to add that to the to-do list, and it's a long to-do list.
I'm Samoan. From southwestern Connecticut,
Yeah,
right?
a lot of Samoans in southwestern Connecticut.
Oh my God, the most.
I'd love to have Tammy Sitch in this studio.
Yes.
I think that would make a very interesting
For more
episode.
reasons than one.
Absolutely. Yes.
Rick, I'm glad you're
That would be
enjoying it,
awesome.
brother.
To get
You're
her
the
side of
super
story
fan
would
of
be
all
fun.
super fans. I don't want to create heat. Oh, come on. I hate this.
Are
He
you
wasn't
really-
even
Oh,
an
yeah.
official manager in the match.
This is what ruins it.
I would have rather have seen the ref just call it. He can't compete anymore.
Right.
Don't do the towel bullshit. I'd have him beat the
They
shit
know
out of
how
the brother
to
now.
ruin a show. Too long and a shitty ending. Whatever.
Not horrible, but,
No, but it's
I
just
didn't
like
like
you
the
said,
towel.
the towel's too much.
But excellent angle. Excellent angle.
I like the angle, but it's could have been done a little shorter. But I get they want to do the time of 10 o'clock and get to there. But I'm telling you, that audio is so clear. They got to have.
Yeah, the ring's mic. That's all.
I know that, but to hear them that clearly, it's crazy.
It's good. It makes it more realistic.
Yeah, 'cause if they're trying to
I have nothing wrong with that. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
all right. You're pointing it out, brother.
I'm just pointing it out.
You're
I'm just,
talking facts.
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, it sounds like they have a mic in their hand. That's how crazy good the audio is.
For NXT TakeOver, we're going to mic your socks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
He's going to
damn.
steal his leg. What?
That's awesome.
What to add insult to injury, fans. Not only did he beat the shit out of his cousin and give him a concussion, he stole his leg.
You know, wear it to the ring every night now?
I don't know how long they're going to continue this program.
Guy.
Wait a minute. Junior Ambassador Devon Brent, WTF is this? Bullshit. He doesn't like it. If I was WWE and I was writing it, I don't know what Jimmy Uso could do physically with his injury, but I'd have him lay him the F out. Really go all the way with this. Well, maybe Friday night on SmackDown.
Yeah. As we get 8 more.
Charles Robinson doesn't know what to make of it.
As we'll get more rematches this week.
Wrestling fans, if you're going to be tuning out, we're going to stay with you for a bit. But don't forget at 11 o'clock, WWE Hall of Famer Brutus, the Barber Beefcake, shoots on WWF 1988 right in this very studio. Clash of the Champions is in the book. Before I get up to start to do my technical stuff to take it home, and you guys can chat a little bit more in depth, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
7.
I'd give it about a 6 or 7 too. I'd give it a 6.5.
I can't believe it. I'm probably at a 7, but I'm not too far away from an 8. This is one of the better pay-per-views of 2020 by far.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. If they didn't do that little Bailey Oscar thing, I'd give it about a 7.
And even that, while it was, it wasn't long.
No.
You know?
It's just the fact that they did it.
You know what would have taken it down a notch?
What?
Would have been Big Nia.
No. She got pulled off the show.
What I'm saying is that would have taken it down.
Oh, yeah.
But because she wasn't on it.
Because if they did the full Bailey match and the full tag title for the woman,
you would have brought it down.
Honestly, it probably would have been a 4
and
or 5.
Remember the point that I made earlier about giving these women their own show. Yeah.
I'd give it a solid 6.5. I'll take the Asuka Bailey part out of my mind. It's only half a point. A 7. Other than that little 5-minute thing, I'll give it a 7.
The Randy Orton thing and McIntyre really wasn't much of a match, but it was really watchable and it was interesting.
It went in with the storyline too.
Right?
Yeah.
I loved how aggressive Roman Reigns was with Jey Uso. I thought the ladder match had a very creative finish, even if I'm not a Sami Zayn guy, and I thought that was good. I'm trying to think of what else was on the show. See how quick we forget nowadays? The women were the women. Oh, you know what? I got to shut off the data. The U.S. title was short, sweet, and to the point. The right guy went over on that one. Where is the glitter coming from?
From this, whatever.
Oh, from the table.
Yeah,
the beautiful tablecloth.
Stardust?
$7,000 tablecloth.
Wow.
We're using.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, maybe $7.
I wouldn't even go that far, but if you take that little segment, it's a 7, which is actually the past couple pay-per-views they've done are not even a 5.
Because like you even said, the United States, even though we've seen a bunch,
shit.
that was good.
Wait a minute. I think we lost the chat. Okay, well, we can keep talking. It's still.
Oh, because maybe you had to end at 10 or something?
No, I shut off my cell phone for the Wi-Fi. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
No, it still says we're connected through the studio Wi-Fi. Are you guys still getting it? Can you guys hear us at home? It looks like we're frozen.
The Celtics lost.
Fuck.
Go Heat, baby.
Why can't I get the studio Wi-Fi now?
That's going to be a good storyline with LeBron and the Heat.
Fuck that, man. That sucks.
Ever since LeBron went to LA, I kind of...
He always has to have a super team to do anything.
I wouldn't call that Lakers team a super team at all.
Come on.
Him and AD?
AD's one of the best basketball players in the world.
So those two, who else do they have? Deion Waiters?
Rondo's a playoff man.
Rondo.
What was the score?
It's not over. There's like 30 seconds left.
So Rondo's one of the best playoff basketball players in the freaking right now playing.
10, 15 years ago. But
no, we
lost him. Shit. We didn't even get to say goodnight to them. Let me try one more time. Oh, yeah.
Rondo, who got 8 points and a -4. He gets... Come on.
Well, fuck it.
We're done. Assist did he have, though?
We're done. Fuck it.
Assists
that's too bad. I feel bad.
I think assists are an overrated stat.
Depends.
We apologize to the great fans, but you know what? The fucking data cost me too much. I couldn't fucking believe it. I'm really pissed about this now. Oh,
How
it's
come
all
they don't have?
hardwired. It's
Why
all
don't they have the
hardwired.
Wi-Fi perfect for you and for doing this? How do you guys usually
it
do
wasn't
it?
even going to be Wi-Fi. Everything was supposed to be hardwired. You know, the old days when the computer.
Yeah.
You hook it into
How
a
do you guys
wall?
usually do it?
It's been fucking crazy
Every time? Yeah,
But tonight was supposed to be, plug that into that, plug that into that, plug. It's all going to be wired.
and it live.
And now
Wait, wouldn't it still be
it just cost me a small.
Didn't know we were. I had a feeling that we were still on. Hang on, let me put my mic back on. I'm still here. Hang on, let me put my mic back on. Yeah, because it disconnected for you, not them. You watching it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just wrapped up. Let me sit down because you probably can't see my face right now. We just wrapped up a watch along of Clash of Champions. We each
And
gave
Rick,
it about
you're
a
right.
7 or 8.
We didn't know we were
I'm
on.
surprised Dan gave it almost an 8. It was a good pay-per-view, better than stuff they've done in the past. Different. You could tell tonight that they were thinking. Wouldn't you agree? I don't know if you have your mic on still.
I do have my mic on. I'm just going to.
Wouldn't you agree they were thinking more?
I think they're always thinking. I just think the thoughts were better.
But that's on like thinking more, like
Yeah.
in depth. Everything seemed to have a storyline.
It had a nice flow to it. I was never bored with it, which I
It had a
cannot
good-
say about the TV show.
And I'll give you the number one reason why. One women's match. That was it. Or technically 2, but the second one wasn't.
And
really
it was
much of a
short,
match.
sweet, and to the point.
Everything was just
Maria
short,
understands.
to the point. Everyone did their job, and everything was woven into the storyline. Sometimes they don't address things. Sometimes they don't. You know what I mean? As you come here and put your mic back on, make sure you turn it on. Oh, watch out! You're gonna knock everything over, brother.
All right, baby. Mic up, little Cena.
You betcha.
Just want to make sure before I start talking to you.
The post-game show, we didn't know we were going to
Yeah, I thought we were done.
and we were still live, and everyone probably heard everything we were saying.
They were all laughing in the chat on the computer in there.
Really?
They said, oh, no, they don't realize they're still on. All right, you guys go for a few more minutes, and I'll start doing the wrap-up.
Right.
work.
I give it a
rundown.
I
On a
gave it about
fantastic
a
night of
7.
Clash of the Champions in Orlando, Florida.
We could do match of the night. I would do the ladder match easily.
Absolutely.
I would say ladder match.
Ladder match or the Randy match? I thought that was good too because we liked it. Remember we said that
Randy,
should go on
You're going to
last.
disagree with me. I thought the match of the night was the last one.
Well,
I
that's why
enjoyed
you're
that
walking
the
away.
most. I thought it was
I would
intense,
say-
and it
Are you-
felt
I
like
mean, that was good. But I
It
don't
felt
think-
like I was. You know what it did?
Are you mic'd?
Yeah,
Oh,
I felt like I was watching a professional wrestling match at the end.
I mean,
You
yeah,
might
definitely
have
had
thought
the
it went a little long. You
I-
could say that, but I didn't
little
feel like
long.
it didn't feel like 2020 WWE, which was really nice.
A
which
little-
is true.
a little
yes.
long and too much selling for
I
me.
think
Little
the ending ruined it for me.
Little
I think
long, yeah.
I think the Randy match.
If that was like 5 or 10 minutes shorter, I'd be.
Oh my
I'm not
God, my
shitting
back
on it.
is
I
done,
really
don't.
ladies and
Absolutely.
gentlemen. I'm in the
just
control
a
room.
little shorter,
They're firing
And-
away.
different
I
ending.
can't
Right.
hear them.
Yeah,
They
That's pretty
can't
much
hear
it.
me.
And then the non-match of the night, I like doing this. I don't know if you do it,
Go ahead.
which is just a shit match. Which, honestly, this is probably the first time I've said it in a while. I can't pick one other than that bullshit Bailey and Asuka.
I was just gonna say if I had to go,
I
I've
w-
never done this with you. I would say that.
I wouldn't even consider that. I
Because
mean,
it wasn't on the card that kind of match.
it was technically a match. Don't get me wrong, but if you had to pick one, if you're picking that, I mean, it shows how good of a pay-per-view it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't blow your socks off good, a 9 or a 10,
And
something.
we all pretty much agreed the right
it was like
number.
7.
Yeah,
you know.
7.
Is it a pay-per-view that would have got hundreds of thousands of buys? No. Is it something that people are going to be buzzing about for weeks? Not particularly. Are we going to see a bunch of rematches this week? You can
Absolutely.
guarantee that. I'll tell you that.
Yep. Absolutely.
First, we have to see what's up with.
Let me ask you this: would you go back and watch this years from now?
Oh, I don't go back.
If it's one of those,
One of those. I mean, I go back and watch them all. Like next
right?
year,
But would it be something that you'd go back and watch a couple of years from now?
probably.
Yeah. So there you
I mean,
go.
if
So,
there's
that
a
tells you something.
if there's a Clash of Champions in the future, as I said before, we went on the air, I go back and I rewatch pay-per-views.
Right.
Like
absolutely.
if TLC's coming up, I watch all the TLCs.
Hell yeah.
So just to get familiarized with the matches, it's a little
Definitely.
overkill, but
Absolutely.
I love the flow of the show. As I said to him, I don't know if you were here for that. No women's matches other than Asuka and Zelina Vega, which went 10 minutes?
Yeah, and it wasn't.
And then that little Bailey and I don't want to talk about that anymore. But just those little 15, 20, at the most 25 minutes of the show. Other than that, the show was pretty good.
You know what I liked about it too is I didn't have to hear the commentary, so I didn't have to hear Michael Cole. I
So-
like that. I would have liked to hear Joe, but other than that, I love not hearing the commentary, and we could talk and give our opinions on the things.
The thing that made it feel longer was us talking.
right.
Not in a bad way, though. Not in
No,
a
I
bad
know what you
way.
mean.
It's just it feels longer because we're breaking things down and, talking about what's going on.
Absolutely.
But I think they can really build off of this pay-per-view in the future. I think having Jimmy Uso comes out, I didn't really like it. As you and Dan said, it's not really a good finish. I would have just had a clean one,
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
absolutely.
But, I mean, you can even argue that Roman really didn't beat him.
Well,
He
that's
threw in
why I
the
think
towel.
they're going to keep going with this one
I
more
think
time.
they might go
I
Hell
know
in a Cell.
Dan said that this might be just a one and done, but I think this is going to be.
The way they portrayed it, it seemed like because Jey Uso can have the argument of he
You
got
didn't
some
pin me.
offense in.
Yeah, and you
He
didn't pin me.
took the fight to him. He never pinned him, submitted him. His brother threw in the towel. So you can have an argument for a Hell in a Cell match too. Maybe they do 3 Hell in a Cell matches, both world titles, and then Bailey and Sasha.
like you were saying, yeah.
I would do those 3 right there.
Okay with that.
I mean, Bailey and Sasha I do at WrestleMania. I'm not a big fan of the women's wrestling, but that's one of the matches I'd say for Mania.
A big match like that, yeah.
And big for the woman, I mean.
Yeah, obviously that's what I meant.
I have the same ideas. I'm trying to see. Again, nothing jumped off the screen of, oh, that was amazing. It was just a bunch of solid stuff that flowed well. And that's what WWE needs. They need not even just pay-per-views, just weekly shows that are like
Even
this.
the screw up in the tag team match, the Raw tag team title match with Andrade, you said Angel getting hurt. I thought that was
I was just about to say that. We got to see how his knee injury,
yeah.
because I honestly think they probably would have won.
If they didn't get hurt, absolutely.
If they didn't get hurt, because the way it ended, Dawkins kind of
Dawkins looked mad.
Yeah.
Friggin' you had Ford friggin' go kicking or whatever he was doing, like Dan was talking about. Something was up with that match. Something funky. I know something will come out later on tonight or tomorrow.
The only thing I think the only prediction I got wrong was Orton losing. I really thought he was going to win.
Yeah.
But if they do face each other at Hell in a Cell, you can't have Drew beat him again. I mean,
Depends. Like he said, I think they should keep him because that man shouldn't lose, like he said.
I would keep it, but if you're going to have him retain at Hell in a Cell, I would not have him face Randy again.
Okay.
Even though obviously they're hinting at it with the outside interference,
Yeah, absolutely.
all that type of stuff. It perfectly sets up a steel cage Hell in a Cell type of
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
But I think here's the Hell in a Cell right here. As I'm looking at it,
That we're all set. We're already ready.
we're ready, baby. I mean, we probably wouldn't fit in there.
No.
Just a guess of mine, but I think it'd be a good match. But again, we've seen it again and again. But I like that they added the ambulance to kind of
A stipulation. It's
switch
fun,
it up
yeah.
a little bit, and then go to Hell in a Cell is kind of like that blow off.
Right. That's the perfect.
I'm not fully opposed to it. Would I do it that way? No. But also the question that I always ask, who else do they have?
Right.
That's the thing.
That's the truth.
What are
They
you going to
don't
have, a
have
number one contenders match to fight inside Hell in a Cell? You know what I mean? It's just,
But that.
you really have nobody else. And the feud is hot. It's not like people don't care about it.
Right.
People care about it. You go in the comment sections and all the WWE stuff, people are talking about it, and they started this feud early August, late July. So, I mean, it's been going ever since, and I really don't think it's gotten cold. It's even hotter, I believe, since when it first started. So, if you're going to have that big blow-off match at Hell in a Cell, I'd have Drew win, but I wouldn't be opposed to Randy taking the title. And then you got the draft. We didn't even bring that up.
No.
We
that
never
happened in,
talked about it
2
once.
weeks? October 9th and 12th, it said.
Yeah, I really hope they don't do that bullshit with the people. Yeah, we signed him or we drafted him.
Yeah.
Looks so stupid and fake. I would just do the draft, as I said before, do a draft for the young talents, because that's how all the other sports
With
are.
NXT, yeah.
Do it, draft out of NXT. You don't need to have 8 rounds and draft a bunch
4 or
of people.
5 rounds.
Just
There you
do
go.
4 or 5 rounds, like 5 picks each, which is what they did last year. And you don't even have to just do NXT. you can do from the developmental.
Yeah, absolutely.
Down
People
in-
that aren't even done yet.
People
Yeah,
that
I
aren't
get you.
even, you can draft them and then put them in like your training center or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like make it real.
It's like a baseball draft, almost like they don't all go up to the major leagues. They go in their minor leagues. They go in their farm systems, like you're saying with the young guys.
If they
Absolutely.
draft them, they can put them in NXT and own the draft rights to them, like
Right on.
baseball.
Yeah.
They'll draft them, but then say they own the rights to them for 2 years. Say they don't bring them up in 2 years, they can be draft eligible again. Are they going to think this way? Not at all.
No.
Is it a way I would do it? Yeah,
It could be a
but
possibility.
the way the fans are and how stupid they make them feel is they would never do something in depth
Right on.
like this. But
Put a minute or two and wrap it up like you would if I was out there.
all right.
Keep talking, don't end your conversation, but just
I know.
get the take it home, brother.
I know.
I'm giving you
gonna
the
finish.
John Candy.
But that's why I wanted to end on the draft. Now he messed me up. But I would do it like that. Draft them from NXT in the developmental center, and everybody else is a free agent. You can sign them. The only people you can't are the champions.
Right, exactly.
And then, as he said, you sign them to a 3-year,
Yep.
2-year, and then after that, they become a free agent again. But every year you do a draft.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that through NXT. Maybe not every year, maybe every other year.
And you could have a tag too, like you're talking about, like how they have a franchise tag. This guy gets tagged on that because you said with 2 years. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. And you
Have
can
someone
do
like
that. And then sign those free agents. And then anybody that's not signed in that free agent period, they can do like tryouts. You know how they have like you can go to like a roster and like try out
Oh, yes,
or sign like a 2-week tryout and you know,
and
just
they
stuff
contract,
like that.
whatever.
Just
Yeah.
stuff like, you know what I mean? Just make it feel more of a sport than it is anything else. Because they do call themselves sports entertainment. If you want to be sports entertainment, don't do this Hollywood bullshit, you know? But we'll see what happens with the draft.
Absolutely.
I hope it's not like in years past where it just feels forced and just awful. Hopefully they make the right moves and don't just call up a bunch of NXT people and
Right.
waste them. But we know WWE, we don't expect much. We always try to expect not much and we still get not what we thought.
So
So
hopefully this was a turning point, this pay-per-view, because usually, like you said, they're
They
either
gotta build from here.
unwatchable or they're just like middle ground.
Solid.
This was actually
solid.
really
I'd
good.
say it
This
was
one.
solid, but
yeah.
they have to build from here. That's what they don't really get is building from what they start getting.
They got the ball rolling. Keep it going now. Let's keep it going.
But as we sign off in 45 minutes, Brutus Beefcake will be on the YouTube in this studio. So make sure you tune in for that at 11. And then I'm sure Dan has all the other information under this live video of the Patreon, the eBay, and all the other stuff we have coming up this week with Tony, Marty, and the piece, John Cena Sr. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I guess Socks, Matt Degnan.
I'm Dave Carter. Thank you very much. First watch along. I loved it.
And from Dan in the control room, thank you for watching and see you in 45 minutes. Cut. All right.
Wonderful.